Good morning. I just, you want to look at the video real fast, Ed?
Yeah, let me see that.
All right, I just tweeted a picture. It's in our papers. It's probably in a lot of papers today.
Yeah, it's one of those big stories.
Some guy, some big motorcycle guy, motorcycle racer. Do you know the deal?
No, he just liked his motorcycles. He was shot in Puerto Rico.
Shot in Puerto Rico. Basically told his family, look, don't just lay me out. He was able to say this as he was dead, I guess.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you know, telling his loved ones what he wanted when he did eventually die. So he gets shot, and they don't lay him out because that's not what he wanted. He wanted to be on his motorcycle.
Yeah, so they embalmed him.
On his motorcycle.
On his crotch rocket, all bent over, and...
Yeah. So the picture's on my Twitter
looking.
on Opie Radio. And then someone sent a video, Ant. Oh, wait, can you play from... I don't know if you can play from there. I didn't tweet it yet. All right. Here's the video.
Yeah. Ugh.
I know this is more of a visual, obviously, but we're looking at a video of the guy embalmed on his motorcycle.
He's dead.
And there's a whole bunch of angles, and there's a few people crying in the background, but he's in his motorcycle. Did it look like he just moved there slightly?
The camera's moving a lot, so it's hard to see if...
Because a few people are already saying, bullshit!
Oh, they're saying...
But come on. Is this some kind of gag?
Calling shenanigans?
And then they show the people kind of going in and out of the funeral home to...
Milling about.
That's creepy, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, a casket itself is very creepy, but that's Travis, and he's alive. And so are his Canadiens.
Travis on Danny's bike is a funny picture. He's such a fag.
Sitting on it to hide the fist on the seat.
Oh, Travis.
So what do you think? The video's real? I mean, the whole thing is real?
I can't tell. It's from Puerto Rico, so I don't know. Anytime shit comes from out of the country, I don't believe it.
They have, I mean, in America, we have our ways to figure out if it's real or not.
Yeah. You could always
in Puerto Rico,
it's real, yes. I have an interview scheduled with the corpse. He's calling in.
So whatever. If you follow me, I'll tweet the video and you can look at it for yourself. The picture's up there ready. It's fucking creepy, man.
It really is kind of ghoulish if it is real.
So we saw that in the paper today.
Yeah, and of course, yes, Travis's habitants.
Did you see the game?
No.
I know you don't really like hockey, but playoff hockey, man, is pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool.
I don't have any interest in the teams. I would assume, if the Rangers are playing, and I'm not saying I'm a Rangers fan, I'm not hopping on the bandwagon.
Are you talking if it's a local team?
But if it's a local team, I'll drop in and check out the game.
Yeah.
But what do I care about the habitants for?
Well, it's Game 7, Capitals, Canadiens.
Mm-hmm.
You got Ovechkin. Everyone's. I mean, the Capitals were almost favored to win the whole thing this year, right, Travis? Or right up there.
Yeah, I mean, they're one of the best teams.
Yeah, one of the top teams to win it all this year.
Not anymore.
And the Canadiens take them out Game 7 last night. It was an amazing game, Anthony.
First 8 seed to take out a 1 seed.
Yeah, that just doesn't happen.
After being down 3-1.
And the Canadiens won 3 games in Washington.
Yeah, that must make the Capitals feel like shite.
Well,
you never like that. Oh, D-Boy not happy.
No, that's D-Boy's team.
That's D-Boy's team.
Right.
Is he going to switch teams now? Because we found out that D-Boy will just switch teams if he is disappointed by...
He's already rooting for the Penguins.
Is he already?
See, that's kind of sacrilege if you're a Capitals fan.
The game wasn't even over. The game wasn't even over, and he's texting me.
How can you root for the Penguins?
Pittsburgh.
Here he comes.
That's sacrilege. There's an Ovechkin fucking Crosby rivalry, big time.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm rooting for the Penguins is because they're playing the Canadiens, and I want to see the Canadiens eat shit for what they did. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Should we congratulate all the dirty Canadian fans and the dirty Canadians?
Yeah, dirty Canadians. Is that will that get us in trouble?
Probably. Or should we tweet that so we get fired?
Yeah.
D-Boy called them faggot bilinguals.
Yes.
Oh, see.
Oh, okay.
Well,
faggot bilinguals. And now, will you next year still be following the Capitals, or have you moved on to another team?
No, I'll be following the Capitals. I'm very disappointed in their playoff.
What happened in the playoffs?
They just didn't show up. They were 1 for 30 on
No, they
power
showed up.
play.
I saw the game. They were on the ice. They were on the ice.
Show up. That's probably very bad.
I hate sports lingo. No offense to you, D-boy.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't show up. No, they were on the ice. They were on the field.
They played awful. So disappointing.
It was an amazing Game 7, though. Yeah. Not for you because your team lost, but for someone like me who I didn't really care who won, it was kind of a cool game to watch.
You know, it sucks.
And then they pulled the goalie for the last, minute 44.
Yeah.
Holy shit. So now it's 6 on 4,
6
right?
on 4, yeah.
Wow. I mean, the Capitals almost came back to tie that.
Yeah, they have in the past. Like, I've seen, a couple games where they've, scored in, the last minute to tie it. Thanks.
Danny just keeps popping up
just
really embarrassing pictures of D-boy.
Well, he started with Travis, and now he's with D-boy and 2 little doggies.
Travis, by the way, is being a cunt today.
Why?
Well, yesterday, he comes in with his stupid Baltimore Orioles shirt.
It was my 1983 World Championship.
Yeah. Because the Orioles had beaten the Yankees yesterday. And it was, not yesterday, the day before, whatever. And it was very upsetting because they're such a shitty team. And the Yankees should have won that game. So then today, of course, with CC on the mound, they looked like their normal shitty selves, the Orioles, and lost the game.
Well, you can't win them all.
See, but then you come in with your stupid habitants.
It's all about Mavs today.
Yesterday was that. So he's just picking teams where if they win, then he could come in and go, ha-ha.
Look, the Orioles beat the Yankees, and there's 185 fucking baseball games left.
But he came in yesterday going, ha-ha. But he went, ha-ha yesterday.
But he is a Canadiens fan, and that was a huge fucking win last night.
Yeah, but now he's not. So that means he doesn't have to acknowledge the fact that his stupid Orioles got blown out.
Travis, I'm going to defend you on the off days when the Canadiens aren't playing. I'm sure you'll see the fucking Orioles T-shirt on.
Yeah.
Well, I'll wear it when they win. So,
baseball takes a backseat to his hockey team.
Oh, yeah,
it's very convenient.
Right,
it's very convenient for you to then come in because your Habs won.
I think I speak for a lot of people when I say go Whalers. Right on, George.
Go Whalers.
Go Whalers. The Hartford Whalers. Hartford had a fucking team. You got to be kidding me. Kirby in Montreal. Uh-oh. Kirby.
Hey, Travis, should you and I start chanting the ole, 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 ole? What do you say, brother?
Does Travis even know how to do that?
What?
I do.
The fuck?
Do that chant, Travis. Can you do it?
No, I'm good.
I'd like to hear Travis do it.
Come on, Travis.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah. Everyone's...
Come on,
Come on, it's
Come
your
on,
team.
do it up.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Ole, 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 ole.
You gotta repeat it.
He had to count it out in his head. You see that?
Well,
to get the rhythm down.
if you want to know.
Yeah.
Well, obviously it's the soccer chant that they took.
Yes.
But
why do they take a soccer chant?
Why? What the fuck is with this team? They don't have a name. It's Habitants. It's Canadians. No one knows what the fuck it is.
At games, they will play the Bouncing Souls Ole, which is awesome.
Awesome?
Why is it awesome?
You're
Bouncing
dubbing
Souls
it.
are my favorite band.
You're dubbing it awesome?
Yeah.
Wait, who's your favorite band?
Bouncing Souls.
I don't even know if I know that.
See, we're getting it's hockey. Who cares anyway?
Oh, see. It's playoff hockey. Playoff hockey rules. Although they're showing playoff hockey on Versus, channel 122. Boy, they didn't get that big contract with ESPN or NBC or I don't know.
Well, they're going to start NBC games now.
Versus? Playoff hockey on Versus. That's pathetic.
I think they get like the first round.
Let me ask you something, Trav Dog.
I had a great night. You're not going to. Then right after the game, walked right down to Terminal 5 and saw Courtney Love.
Oh,
had a great night.
Look, let me stick with the Canadiens for a minute.
Go ahead.
How lackluster is it going to be if they do win? They win the whole thing. Let's say. Do you know this country will not give the least bit of a flying fuck?
It's fine.
If they win, it's just going to be like, oh, Canadiens won. And there'll be some kind of celebration
country,
up there. And down here, no one will
care. They were going nuts last night.
Were they going nuts?
Yeah.
How does a Canadian go nuts?
They were rioting in the streets.
Were they?
Rioting.
They don't know anything about rioting.
Celebrating.
Were they all
You get a fucking Bulls victory from years gone by, and that's
Canadian
rioting.
team,
they were going crazy. They all went and got their physicals because they have really good
health care. Is that what they did?
Yeah, they
all went to the
nuts.
clinic and fucking got checked.
Right.
Is that what they did?
Because they could do that.
Yeah, they could just do that.
See,
bring
but-
me down.
What did they
But
do?
Travis has roots up there.
On their
So,
snowshoes.
so if the Canadians win,
That's what they did.
if the Canadians win, he'll just go up there and enjoy the celebrations up in Canada.
Is that you're going to go up there if they
I would
win?
imagine he would.
Yeah. Why not?
How far is that?
How far?
How many miles?
Oh, I don't know. It's a 7-hour drive.
It's a 7-hour drive to celebrate about a team that no one gives a shit about except
they're
up there.
They're only the biggest hockey team in history.
Yeah, but it's a Canadian team. It's like if the fucking
It's not like the Raptors.
Expos won. Like no one down here would give a shit.
But
if
no
the
one-
Expos ever fucking won.
But name a city. I mean, no one cares outside that city usually.
No, if it's a certain team, like I'll even say that.
All right,
like
the Atlanta Braves win the
Dodgers.
World Series. Who cares outside of the Atlanta area?
Well, Atlanta is America's team because of Ted
maybe
Turner.
I picked a bad one there.
Atlanta, the Dodgers,
Right,
shit
nobody
like
really
that.
cared
The
when-
Yankees,
when
of course.
when the Mighty Ducks won
Boston.
the cup.
Yeah, well, that's a fucking Mighty Ducks.
Nobody
It's named
cared.
after a stupid
It's the same
Disney
thing.
movie.
I know.
It'll be less lackluster if the fucking
It'll be more. It'll be the
Habs.
25th cup.
no.
You don't
no
like
one
seeing
will
people
care.
happy, Anthony. His team
No, he really
won
doesn't.
Game 7.
No, because he
He's not
knocked
bring me
off the
down.
#1 seed in Ovechkin. It's a big day for
bugged
Travis.
Me, he bugged me with his Orioles shirt yesterday.
It's a big day for Trav Dog.
Bugged me.
What a big win the other
He
night.
came in and went ha ha.
And what did Courtney Love end with yesterday?
Yeah, what was Courtney Love?
Oh, what was
Hopefully
her
a
last
slit
song?
wrist.
Well, she did Northern Star into Never Go Hungry again.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
And was she in turmoil on that stage?
No, she was really good.
Was she calling someone a cunt?
No,
She looks
didn't say
terrible, by the way.
that. No, she looks really good.
No, look at her in that
she's
bikini.
horrendous.
Well, yeah, he's gonna
Look at
pull
that.
up a terrible-
Wow.
that looks
Holy
good, all right.
shit.
You want to get in on that? You want to get in on that, Trav?
Looks like she's wearing an old lady costume.
Yeah, like prosthetics.
Oh, she's terrible.
Jesus.
She was in fine form last night.
Nah.
You saw her live?
Is she good live?
Yeah, she's actually very good live.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't trust.
No.
Why wouldn't you
I
trust
don't
her?
trust your opinion. That is not her.
Travis and I
not her.
we could never go out and
No.
hang out because we wouldn't know what to do.
Have
Like
no
I like
common
Travis.
interest.
Hockey? We couldn't. I couldn't comprehend going to a hockey game or a whole concert.
Oh, my God.
Those aren't the only two things I do. I just did
That's
that
it.
last
Jimmy, you got to go to a hockey game. You have to. And I hate to tell you, speaking of hockey, hockey's going to be influencing your world in the very near future.
Why?
Well, I mean, the playoff hockey continues, and Trav Dog's team, the Canadiens, playing the Penguins in Pittsburgh tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, no, I know that will.
great.
Of course.
Isn't that wonderful?
This has happened in Pittsburgh to me before, by the way. I'm competing with it. You know what? Just come out to the shows at the Improv. Who gives a fuck? It's game 1. Get fucking 8 games, and plus next season starts in fucking August anyway. Who gives a turkey?
I don't know how to tell you this, but they love their hockey in Pittsburgh.
I know they do. I'm always competing with something.
If it was the Pirates,
Yeah.
who cares? But that's a biggie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I know.
boy.
I know.
Oh boy.
I know.
Oh boy.
It's always something.
I didn't even want to look at you this morning. I'm like, God, I wonder if he knows.
I did though.
I'm sure ticket sales are doing well though.
Oh yeah, people were like, "Oh, the heck with hockey." How about Saturday? They playing Saturday too?
No.
No, just Friday and then Sunday.
Sunday
All
afternoon.
right. I'll take it.
So you'll be fine. Jimmy's going to be in Pittsburgh starting tonight.
Tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday at the Improv.
So they can come tonight, certainly.
Or tomorrow and just fucking DVR the game. What are you doing? For really?
DVR the game.
Enough with the fucking Penguins. Wah, wah, we get it.
Are those naked Courtney Love pictures? Any good?
Let me see.
They're great.
Why are you letting him off the hook, Anthony? He's not happy.
I know. He shouldn't be.
I'm going to see Horton Love naked, though. I might be happy if I see her naked.
Yeah. Just say you're going to have Courtney Love naked at the Improv, and then maybe you could compete with the Penguins.
Dude, she's
holy shit. That's not bad. How many years ago was that? And remember, I said not bad.
She's got a nice body there. That's nice big tits.
Many years is the answer?
Looks like the tub that fucking Althea Flint drowned in.
yeah, it is.
Althea?
I'm from the set.
Oh, duh. What an asshole I am. I forgot she played her.
She was it.
When I did that awful joke, I forgot she played her.
You forgot that she was the one that...
Yeah, I'm a dummy.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
People versus Larry Flint.
Oh, she was great in that, man.
Yeah.
See, we have something in common.
Fuck yeah, she was great in that movie, man. I forgot how good she was.
How many Stanley Cups did the Canadiens win there?
24.
24? Was there an NHL book before they started winning?
I'm sorry, what?
Are some of those like before it was...
before the actual NHL was formed?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was skating on a pond with fucking sticks?
How many since...
What are they doing?
How many...
Modern day NHL?
I'll
tell you, hang on.
I'm going to go with one.
You go with the one that they won in 93?
One.
Hang on.
Oh,
God.
Another reason for Anthony to hate the Montreal Canadiens. Kevin from Connecticut. What's up, Kevin?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Montreal has the blackest player I've ever seen in my life. It's a defenseman named P.K. Subban.
Oh, yeah?
He's unbelievably black.
You have a Negro on your team?
Well, we got rid of our other one.
Our other one.
So they called this one up.
Is he good?
He sounds like he's really black. I mean, he's got one of those names that sounds like he's really black.
Like
Where's
African.
he from?
I don't know, but he's a rookie.
Yeah, and they just called him up there, Trav Dog.
Yeah, the other day. Yeah.
Very good. All right, thanks, Kevin.
Couldn't be happier for you.
We'll Google image him. Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, Travis, I got a fun fact for you. The Canadiens are the second most winningest team in pro sports. Behind what team, Anthony?
Yankees. How you doing?
There you go. Number one, New York Yankees. Punch it out.
All right.
I love how Yankee fans always have to turn it right back around. We're still number one.
Of course.
All right, well,
of course.
As far as hockey goes, it was a huge win for the Canadiens last night. That was a biggie. Holy shit, I don't know how they fucking did that, but congratulations, Travis.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
you, Derek.
You guys play the Penguins, and Boston faces Philly, so we got a couple.
Yeah, San Jose all the way.
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
It's like that
Detroit.
It's like that out west hockey. I don't know much about that out
I'm going
west
for
hockey.
San Jose to win the whole thing.
Yeah?
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's Pittsburgh.
I know. He's just changing
I can't
teams.
root for anybody
It's
else
so
now.
funny.
I'm done.
Derek's great. It's like, all right, team's out. I got another team.
I'm done.
I just kind of look at everybody that's involved. I can't really latch on to anybody.
Great.
Obviously, I got roots in Philly, but it doesn't mean I should go rah-rah Flyers right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of taking a look at all the games.
I'm a Caps fan, but I mean, the season's done with, so I can't do anything.
So you got to hop on.
I got to watch something. I mean, you know, I got to pull for somebody, or else I'm just not going to be doing anything for the next month.
And you're not interested. Yeah, you need some kind of an
something
interest
to do.
in it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, only
blood away.
Only one Stanley Cup before the NHL was formed.
Oh, say all the rest were.
So we have 23 from the NHL.
Oh, really?
Sir Stanley's Cup.
That's pretty impressive.
And one from the NHA.
What's
NHA?
What's the NHA?
National Hockey Association.
Oh, God.
Who the hell was involved with that?
Just all fucking
Canadian teams.
Just Canadians and fucking prospectors that were up north looking for gold.
I want to know who played in the NHA. Is that possible? How many teams could there have been?
Yeah, it was all Ontario and Quebec teams.
Yeah. See, no one down here cares. It's like curling.
Yeah, you notice how no one gives a shit about curling?
Yeah,
again?
what happened? Curling was so exciting during the Olympics. Everybody's like, oh, look at it, it's getting in there. Now, you ain't going to see curling for 4 more fucking years.
How many of us, I will admit this, that we were going to go curling.
Yeah, right.
Me and Andy
Remember
Levy were looking up fucking places to go curling. We got
Everyone
excited.
went curling crazy.
And then all of a sudden, a week or two past the Winter Olympics, no one gives a shit about that dumb sport.
Curling? You're like, what were we thinking?
We'll care in another, 4 years?
Hell were we thinking? Is that the original Stanley Cup?
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's the O'Brien Trophy?
This is the NHA O'Brien Trophy.
Ah, no one cares about the O'Brien Trophy, do they? How many O'Brien trophies do the Habitants have?
1.
The O'Brien Trophy.
Right.
Yeah, fuck that Stanley Cup. We got the O'Brien Trophy.
Oh, we got Jennifer in Detroit. Jennifer.
Yes. Who was saying San Jose all the way?
That would be D-Boy, Derek, who's...
D-Boy?
Yep.
Eat shit.
Oh, damn. Oh, right. Damn, you didn't.
Yeah, you can't take their team away from them.
Enjoy your shitty fucking city.
Jennifer, comment?
Comment on your shitty city?
Comment?
The whole place is practically raised like Dresden, like Anthony said. Can't we at least have our goddamn hockey and our parade at the end?
Say, I'm with Jennifer. Let her have her stupid hockey team.
Not a parade.
The rest of her life sucks.
Invasion.
Let her have her hockey.
Thanks. You guys are awesome. Take care, man.
That's great.
Wow, she told you to eat shit.
Sit there and watch buildings' roofs cave in. That's what they do in Detroit.
Country.
Let's go sit around and watch roofs collapse.
Let's say hi to Bill in Philly. What's up,
Hey,
Bill?
what's up, guys?
Go Flyers.
Bill.
I guess.
Okay, here's a couple things. One, you're Canadians. First, since the league started in 1920, they had never gone more than 7 years without winning a cup. Since 93. They haven't won one since. But most of their cups are bullshit because the NHL, back when, before the draft, had territorial rights. So every player who played hockey near Montreal was property of the Canadiens. So you look at the other teams around there, where do you think you're going to get the good players? In Montreal or fucking Boston or Chicago?
Yeah, they're a bought team.
Yeah, that's like I'm going to explain it to Anthony. Imagine you got an old school basketball league, right?
Yeah.
And all the kids that grew up around Wine Dance got to play for Wine Dance.
I would say Wine Dance would be a pretty good team.
And all the kids that, I don't know, grew up around Center Reach had to play for Center Reach. What team would win year after year?
I would put my money on Wine Dance.
Right.
Because there are a lot of ethnic groups that are commonly known to be very good at basketball.
There you go. So that... Yes, Bill.
If I could do one quick callback here. I'm assuming your girl hasn't popped out the kid yet.
No, we're waiting for the mucus plug
I can't listen to
disengage.
That. I cannot listen to something called a mucus plug.
We're waiting for the mucus plug to disengage, and then we know that we're close.
The fuck is a mucus plug? I don't want to know, but it's...
Are you the one taking her to the hospital?
Yeah, why not?
Do not take the Ambien.
Oh, no, I'm not taking Ambien.
Okay.
No. No, I'm not taking any fucking sleeping shit.
Shit makes you weird. I'm a big fatso, and I'm on that stuff. I'm walking around the neighborhood in my underwear, pressing my tits together. So,
Jesus, you and the Ambien don't do well, huh?
No, not at all.
No, I'm gonna go for a sleep study actually and see what the fuck's going on. Although I've been sleeping a lot better the last week or so.
Sleep study.
About a week I've been sleeping like old school. So, thanks, Bill. I appreciate it, man. Huh?
You're doing yoga.
Wow.
Yoga on the TV.
Yeah.
By the way, the races in Wine Dance, black 77.7%.
Wow, Hispanic 16.3.
So that brings it up to 94.
Other races 6.3. 2 or more races. What does that mean?
Biracial.
Oh, biracial. Okay, 4.5. White non-Hispanic makes up a grand total of 3.9% of Wine Dance. And American Indian, 2.1.
Right.
So when you're going through Wine Dance, you hammer down and don't pay attention to lights. That's how we used to drive through Wine Dance.
Right.
And if you heard... Hold on, sir.
All right, hold on, Bill.
Sir.
Hold on.
And when you heard, there is a fucking danger in Wine Dance. It is called the Long Island Railroad crossing, right on Straight Path Road. So you'll hear ding, 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 and be like, oh, fuck, I cannot be stuck at this train crossing because it's right in the middle of Wine Dance. So you go around the gate. You'd rather take your chances getting hit by a train than stopping on straight path in Wyandanch.
And they have that scam going on. A story I'm sure a bunch of you heard, but I'm coming home from BAB one night. It's pouring rain, and at that exact section Ant's talking about, I'm stuck at the light because the train's going by, and I didn't have time to go.
Yeah,
I got to the light too late, and a woman, pretty hot black woman, comes running out of the rain or running in the rain toward my car, or whatever. And goes, excuse me, and I rolled down the window literally like a centimeter just so I could hear her. I'm not, because it was late at night. She goes, could you help me? I need a jump. I'm like, where's your car? And I'm like, holy shit, what am I gonna fucking do? It's a hot woman. It's raining.
Oh,
she needs a jump.
Yes, sure she does.
So, but I was smart enough when she said it's over there, and I'm looking over there, and I don't really know where over there is. You know how people do the over there? Right. Right. She's like, oh no, it's right over there. I'm like, I'm kind of like, where? She goes, right
over there. No,
right over there. Right over there.
No, over there. The dresses.
So
it's north.
Yeah.
North.
So you don't say, well, I can't help you, because that could mean another problem. Who knows? So I go, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll meet you over there.
Yeah.
So she starts walking to this weird over there area. I still don't see no fucking car. And now the light turns green, the fucking train is gone, and I fucking... right. And it could have been a legitimate thing, but I wasn't fucking taking a chance. At what time was it? It was probably around 12:30 at night.
I am so sure it wasn't. Where is this?
What
is this? A very white neighborhood?
Yeah, this is my new neighborhood.
Oh my God!
I was showing D-Boy the difference.
Look at Whitey makes up what percent?
A good one.
A good one. That's a big piece of pie.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to finish that pie.
I have a nice Pac-Man slice of white people.
Wow.
That's a big piece of fucking pie.
Yes, picture Pac-Man. Pac-Man is white, and the mouth of Pac-Man is every other race.
Yeah, CityData is a great website.
You were asking about the mucus plug.
Put my zip in there.
What? You were waiting for the mucus plug to...
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for it to disengage, and you wanted to know more. Well, the mucus plug looks like a slightly bloody jellyfish, so...
Berg. No.
Bill,
Save the placenta.
Bill, you got anything else? You good?
Well, A, bring the placenta for Bobo, and 2, I was going to say Wyandanch. You said 3% white?
Yeah, 3.9.
Okay.
Just under 4.
So probably what, about 96% of the income?
It wasn't that bad.
Went one too long.
That wasn't that bad.
It's a good phone
Anthony's
call.
distracted, and Danny's looking at something.
I was looking at my neighborhood to see how many whites are in there. Apparently, I got the next biggest wedge is Asian.
Yeah, but not as big a piece of pie as Danny's.
I win the white contest.
Yeah,
you win the whitey contest, but
put in my zip code, and there'll be 100 fucking slices of pie.
Yeah,
all slivers of nothingness.
I wonder what ours is.
You wonder?
I'll give you my zip code here.
Mine is 90210.
Oh.
Hey, let's go. Thank you, Bill.
Have a good one.
Get off the ambient so you're not walking around the neighborhood fucking squeezing your tits together, all right?
I can't. That's the problem.
I know.
With it.
That's what they basically don't tell you on TV. Guess what? You take 4 Ambien pills, you're addicted. How about they tell the people that? It's a bad one too. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Nick on Long Island. Nick.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, buddy.
My brother's supposed to have twins. Now, they said when the mucus plug comes out, that's just about it. Babies are coming. Boom. That was a month ago.
Oh, really?
Still haven't had the kids, and that was at the end of February. She's gone into contractions like 3 or 4 times. Still hasn't had the kid. Lost the mucus plug like end of February, February 28th, March 1st, something like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that mucus plug thing.
Yeah,
mucus plug.
I'm just learning shit.
It's so disgusting.
Punch it out, guys.
Plug.
Yeah, they can come up with a nicer way to say that. What? That's our neighborhood, Jimmy?
Look how happy everybody's like giving thumbs up and stuff when your neighborhood comes up and it's just a huge slice of white.
You don't mind a couple other ones, only a little yellow. Thank God.
Yeah, the yellow is that's the important slice. You want really thin.
my Rochester brothers, they got to help me out. If someone can help me out. I lived just west of Rochester. You want to see a fucking pie chart. We literally lived in the ghetto to save money on fucking rent.
Yeah. The name of the town?
I don't remember. I would imagine it's part of Rochester. It was just west of Rochester. If you showed me a map, I'd be able to tell you what zip code. And I'm going to guarantee that it's 90% black. Easy.
Wow.
I will guarantee
90%.
I will guarantee it, man. We lived in a city house that they wanted someone in there because they knew if they left the house alone, it would be broken into. So they would rather have people living there for free, which we did.
Wow, to just watch the house?
Yeah, we had because all of us had no money. We were just starting out after college. No, it wasn't
that
Gates.
Doesn't look fun.
Oh, fuck. It's just no. It's not that far out. No. It's somewhere in there. Yeah, keep going in.
Oh. Well, now you're getting like streets.
Yeah, no.
Take it down to street level.
Do they
Mayor's Heights?
Yeah, keep moving over. Oh, Ames Boulevard, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Is there an Ames Boulevard down there?
I can find it.
Ames Street? Huh?
Ames Street?
Yeah, that's about right. Somewhere in there, I think I lived. I don't even remember. I mean, this is going back.
Bridgeport.
I would have to say this is like 20 years ago. You got a zip?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that zip.
Oh, hell, yo.
This is about right.
Let's see this one, yo.
If it says 50% white or higher, then we definitely don't got the right zip. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you right now.
All right. We'll go to the pie chart and see how much of a sliver.
This was the worst neighborhood I ever lived in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Wow-wee.
Oh, outnumbered. Holy mackerel.
It says black alone.
Well, that's a sweet potato pie chart.
Yeah, that...
wow. Black alone. White alone. 2 races. Hispanic. Asian alone. What's the black in there? Not as high as I thought. I said guaranteed 90. That's probably
60.
You're looking at about 60.
I go 70.
Maybe
70% black.
70. Yeah. And white is under 25%.
Oh yeah,
it's about 20%. 20%. That's a...
Yeah, that was the craziest neighborhood I've...
Boy, that's a handy little chart if you're moving around.
No
I'll tell you
kidding.
that. You really want to look at that pie chart if you're going to be moving.
Which I did.
Hold on.
I'm shrugging my shoulders everywhere I go.
Kevin.
Yeah.
All right, this is Kevin O'Kane. I lived with Kevin O'Kane. You're fucking listening. That's awesome, Kevin.
What's going on, man?
So you lived in the ghetto with us, and it was Rugby Street?
It was Rugby Street, yeah. You were right in the city by Maine and Genesee. And you're right, that was a pretty shitty neighborhood, man.
Do you remember the race war we had?
I remember the big fight on the front lawn with some of the non-Caucasian members of the neighborhood, yeah.
Well, we explained to Anthony this situation. We had a guy who was working for for Rochester, and this house was going to be emptied. And they're like, "Fuck, we need to get someone in there because if it's left alone, they will take everything." So this guy goes, "Well, my fraternity brothers will live in there." So a bunch of us move in. We're as white as could be, and we move into it was all black around us, so I don't know what they're talking about this 20% white. And then it was a huge party house, so we decided to have a party with all our white friends.
Yeah.
So that ended up with a huge race fucking war outside our house.
Why, they didn't want you having a party?
What was the deal, Kevin? What started it? Do you know? I mean, it was bad. Like, people were...
I remember was just Wally. Remember Wally, of course.
Yeah, Wally was...
Right? It wasn't after that party, though. I mean, we were just hanging out, and, we were doing what we did, which was drinking too much and using illegal substances, and, Wally was one of the kingpins in that occupation, of course. And he comes stumbling in the front door one day going, "We got a problem, all right?" Flag on the front line. I don't know what was done or said, but there was about 6 or 8 black kids, and I'm going to say, 20 years old.
Yeah.
And I think these guys were in a gang, man, because there was a lot of gang activity in that neighborhood back then. And I don't know, he just came stumbling, and we're all half drunk, and we're boom, running out the front door we go, and we wind up exchanging words. I mean, I have no idea what started it,
except that everybody was only too anxious to start throwing punches and getting a brawl.
Yeah, people were getting knocked out, girls were getting hit, and then then Wally comes back into the house and goes, "That's it, I'm calling Crowbar."
Uh-oh. You gotta call Crowbar in?
We don't even know who Crowbar was, but Wally finally had it. He's like, "I'm getting Crowbar."
Yeah, you gotta call Crowbar.
Right.
Crowbar.
What were you saying, Kevin?
This is like 25 years ago, man, and we were all drinking pretty heavily. I got to say the details are a little sketchy.
Yeah.
But I do remember living for free in the ghetto.
Yep.
And just wondering, is it worth it? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had a little corner store, and I swear to God, there was just a pile of watermelon in the corner store, and we were just dopey white guys pointing at the watermelon like, oh, yeah, of course.
Look.
Fucking idiot. Well, that's cool. Yeah, there were locks on every window.
Had a name for the Wegmans in that area too, didn't we?
I don't remember. I mean.
I'm not going to say it on the air.
Do we? This is Rugby Street there?
We're looking at...
I'm pretty sure it was Rugby Street.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We're looking at street level...
West Avenue, right in Bull's Head.
Yeah.
By Maine and Genesee, and pretty much the heart of the ghetto.
Yeah, it was...
Although I have to say that's not the worst neighborhood in the city these days.
Yeah.
What does Google Earth do?
Google Earth. We're looking at Google Earth, and then we're looking at the street level.
Right.
And wow, this neighborhood is horrific.
Yeah.
It's just boarded up. Stores. And
it was just as bad, back when we were living there. But it was rent free, and we were all broke guys.
Why not?
We all have shitty jobs, so the money we were making from our shitty jobs, we were able to use to drink and stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Does Google Earth videotape, or they just take long-range photos? How does it get every...
I don't know. We should have the Google Earth guy on.
They actually have cars outfitted with special camera equipment.
Yeah.
Right.
And they actually just
drive neighborhoods?
They drive all the roads.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, they take
and then piece these
they piece photos together. Okay.
Yeah, they use GPS.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for calling, brother.
Hey, man, stay in touch. Good talking to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to hear you're doing well, man.
Put in Central Islip.
All right. Kevin O'Kane. Wow.
You do know that in years to come, these images will be live.
Yeah,
We'll have these images live, and you'll be able to look out.
Years back then.
You'll be able to search out any person. It'll be a way of seeing anywhere on Earth.
Voice
live.
from the past, just calling. It's nice.
Let's see the chart on Central Islip.
Oh, wait, for CityData?
Yeah, I got to see the chart because I used to live in Central Islip when I was a tater, and wow, it was not.
Is it worse now? Good. Like, is this going to be accurate? Because honestly, I
think worse now.
I think I got to defend my area we just looked at. You said 70, about 70% black.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's some of these white hipster dudes going, you know what?
Really?
It ain't that bad, and they're moving into these neighbors a little bit. Because I swear to God, I would have bet that was easily 80-90% black.
See, that's
there's
switched.
some diversity in Central Islip.
That's switched from predominantly black to predominantly Hispanic. Black and white are tied, but Hispanic just overwhelming Central Islip.
How about you check Duncan Avenue in Jersey City, where my grandmother used to live when I was a kid?
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I remember my grandmother lived on Duncan Avenue. I don't remember the exact building number, but it's right off of Route 1, Communipaw Avenue, like real in that area of Jersey City. Check Duncan Avenue.
Rapity Rape Avenue.
Hey, as you look that up, I'm going to go to Richie Boy real fast. Richie Boy, Maryland, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boys?
Are you bummed out about the Capitals today?
I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I would have liked to see him go.
Okay, so it doesn't matter too much to you. What do you got today?
Hey, I've never been so proud to live in my area as I was after doing the search that you guys have been looking up. Punch in my zip code, which is 21048.
Right.
And it's basically just one big circle. You can almost not see the tiniest little sliver. It's the greatest feeling of pride that I've ever had. And I live out. I'm in a suburb of Baltimore, so I wasn't sure. I like where I live, but I really, really like where I live now.
Now, I mean, it's obvious if you talk to 100 white guys and they're doing this, they're going to be very happy to see a big white slice of pie.
Right.
I mean, that's just how human nature works.
Exactly.
It doesn't work the other way. Are there black guys out there right now? Are there black guys out there right now doing the same thing, Anthony?
Wow.
I guess so.
And going, thank God it's more black than white.
Where is this paradise?
That's where the caller is from.
Oh my God! It's a giant.
I just hung up on
Klan headquarters.
It's a giant pie it's all white, and then there's a little sliver that just says "other."
And the other can't be more than 4%.
Yeah.
We're talking 96 to 97% white.
That's amazing. And now, what is the income? What would be the average income in that neighborhood?
And that zip?
And then look at another place, and we'll see what the average income is. Estimated median household condo value.
Average adjusted gross income, and this is from 2004, was 72.5.
It's 72.5
Well, go back to my old neighborhood.
Yeah, go back to
just because we've already referenced that.
Yeah, go back there.
So that's why we're doing Rochester.
Whatever that one was. Just because we already referenced it, we could find a really even worse neighborhood, but
I'm sure we could. But we'll see.
Yeah.
What the so 72.5.
72.5. That's nice.
That's not a bad little dime there on average, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we'll look down here. Oh, it's 20.
Almost 30.
29.9.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Let me say hi to Tom in Massachusetts. Tom.
Hey,
buddy.
So I used to live up in that area. Was that before or after they flipped over the chief of police's car and set it on fire?
Oh, that's Rochester.
The chief of
I don't
police.
remember what year that was. Yeah, that's how bad the neighborhood was. They flipped his fucking police car over and set it on fire. They weren't happy.
God.
And we thought it would be a good idea as white guys to live in this neighborhood.
Good idea.
I left there about 5 years ago, and the white hipsters have started to move in.
I figured as much, because there's no way that's 30% white in that area. I'm telling you. I think we were the only white people for blocks.
It's all because of the new ballpark over there.
Oh, okay. I knew something didn't make sense with those numbers.
Something changed.
Thank you, Tom.
No problem.
What would be the where the pie wedge would be black as much as it was white in that neighborhood?
Well, you'd have to go to Compton right?
Compton. Oh man.
I don't even think you'll get that in the Bronx. The Bronx has a lot of nice areas.
Compton. The CPT, yo.
I think you would have to go Compton.
Let's check out the CPT.
Yeah, let's go there. Yeah.
Compton. We're just checking races and cities.
Let me say hi to another guy in Maryland. Greg, what's going on?
Good morning, boys.
Hey,
I actually live in that community that Anthony thinks would be heaven. And the problem with that is you guys obviously loved The Wire. They busted out and blew up all the high-rise housing where those people lived about a year before they started filming The Wire. And half of them moved to where I live. So though we may have a large population of Caucasians, the people who are not Caucasian are some of the worst you could have. So they moved in. We had no murders. We had one murder in my area in 10 years. Now we have at least 2 or 3 a year. There are paths that were built to connect every community so that everyone could just walk to work. It was a hippie community. Actually, Jimmy likes Ed Norton. Ed Norton's grandfather built where I live. Jeez. The entire city was built, or it's not even quite a city yet, but the entire town was built with funding by Ed Norton's grandfather.
So what happens? Then some other folks move in. What happened? Did the bad behavior just start?
Well, the original idea behind Columbia was that they would have low-income housing near the city centers or the town centers so that the people who lived there would have an easier walk to work. But what ended up happening was the worst of the worst in Baltimore City were sent out. And because they didn't find anywhere to live, because they were told you have X amount of days to find a new place to live, and none of them would. They literally were not looking for housing. They would just figured the city would put them up somewhere, and they did. I talked to a Howard County cop about 8 years ago when I moved to a different part of the area, and I said, "What's the worst part of the neighborhood?" And he said, "You're standing in it," which was where I lived.
Oh, fuck.
It was not good. My car, the first week I was there were 3 fights in my neighborhood on my car.
Fights on your car?
Why can't people just behave?
It's very hard to behave.
Well, there you go. We're learning there's no real paradise, Anthony.
No.
Well, no, Anthony, Columbia is paradise if you don't live near a town center. If you live on the outside, Tom Selleck owns houses out there, because we all know if Tom Selleck was there, it's a great neighborhood.
Yes.
It must
he's our
be.
claim to fame.
They should just rename the town Selleck or something for him.
But yeah, there's some really nice, very Caucasian areas. If you look up Glenelg, Glenelg, Maryland, go ahead. You're going to find a sliver even tinier than the one you found in 21048.
No way. That's impossible.
I don't think anyone lives there who's not white.
Oh, you got it, Dan? All right, we'll look at the pie chart.
All right, gentlemen, you enjoy your morning.
All right, that's pretty impressive, too. All right, we got DJ from Charlotte. He's a black dude. DJ.
Hey, what up, man?
Hey, man.
I only say black dude just because it's important for this discussion. How are you, sir?
Okay, I'm all right. Now, you asked the question where black people Google Earth and then get mad because our slice of the pie was small in areas. I'm going to answer that question for you. Huh? No. Because the less niggas in our neighborhood, the less our shit is getting fucked up.
The less of your shit's getting fucked up?
Yeah, it's simple as that, man. When we looking for houses, we want to see white people.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's the Chris Rock bit, right?
That's it, man.
The Chris Rock, there's black people, and then there's, you know, when Chris Rock said that, black people couldn't believe he was telling the world that way. Thank you, DJ.
Yeah, punching out.
One of the greatest comedy fucking bits ever, that Chris Rock bit. Have we ever played it on our show? It could be good today, I'm thinking. Should we take a break in? I mean, Danny, what's the website? Everybody wants to do this. It's unbelievable how many requests
the website it's city-data.com. City-data.com.
City-data.com. Got it. Okay. Cool.
Wonderful. Very handy. I'm going to have to put that in my favorites.
Oh, Camden, New Jersey. Oh, that's right. We could do some of those New Jersey areas.
Camden.
Could you do Camden real fast, Danny?
Oh, no. Camden.
What?
Yeah. Not going to look like a pie. It's going to look like a bingo chip.
Camden's pretty, we went through Camden a few times at a
Did we? I don't even remember.
show there. And
was that where the Stone Pony was? Or on the way to the Stone
Asbury
Pony?
Park.
Oh, Asbury Park.
Which is probably another great...
what did we do in Camden?
Well, I'm seeing a race
Camden's where the Twitter Center is.
Oh, all right. Well, no, that's...
Fire shows.
Yeah, there's other neighborhoods.
No race graft? A graph? That's interesting. I wonder why.
It's so bad they said, you know what? Let's do everyone a favor and not put this up there.
Let's not even put it on there.
Let me go to Randy in Jersey City. Randy.
What's up, Jimmy? Did your grandmother grow up on Duncan Avenue off of Route 440 by chance?
I don't know where she grew up. I know she lived there when I was probably like 9 or 10. I think we were living... I remember going to see her on Duncan Avenue. I came running up the street to see her in her apartment.
I'm a police officer in Jersey, and they have these large projects on Duncan Avenue that you're known not to drive into, but they will throw cinder blocks off the roof onto your police car and kill you.
Yeah, she was in like an old brownstone, and this is probably when I moved to North Brunswick in 4th grade. She moved in with us. I think we moved her in to get her out of that neighborhood.
Yeah, smart move. It's not well there. It's not good at all for the white man.
Yeah, it's very bad. I know now it's even worse.
Yeah. All right,
boys.
Thank you, Randy. Hey, one more, because Brandon Boston said he did this search the other day. Brandon, what do you got on this?
Yeah, we did the search at work just to see what our cities were like, and Gary, Indiana is actually the blackest city in America.
Gary, Indiana?
Yeah, Gary, Indiana is pretty bad. That's where they want to put the Michael Jackson, fucking museum. Or they were thinking of some kind of Graceland type of thing in Gary, Indiana.
Really?
Oh, yeah, they were.
The building is shaped like a sore hiney.
Gary, Indiana.
Sore hiney. Shit.
You know what it is? It's shaped like a hiney, but the entrance is the hole, and it's all red and irritated.
There's the pie chart,
Oh, yeah, okay.
So what do we got? We got easily 80% black, right? At 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's about 80. Then you got Hispanic, has a little sliver. White alone is about, what would you say there? Probably almost 5%, I would guess, right?
Yeah.
So 5% white.
White alone? No, I think white alone is probably like 10% maybe. That little purple chart?
That's not 10%.
White alone is the purple?
Yeah, because a quarter of that chart would be 25. Oh, so it's a little more than 5, though. You're right. It's probably about 7 or 8%. You're right, Jimmy. We'll cut it in half.
Yeah.
7 or 8% white. Yeah.
Jesus. That's...
All right. Thank you, Brandon.
What a fun little exercise.
Oh, wait. We got Coop. Oh, fucking Coop. Coop, what's up, buddy?
Morning, gentlemen. What's up, Jimmy?
Hi, Coop. How you doing?
Coop in Queens.
What?
What's up? You guys are white people are so afraid of the little bit of minorities you become in your neighborhood. As long as you leave the planet and your fucking minorities on the planet, you're so scared of your little neighborhoods. How's that whole colonizing Mars going?
Well, it's not
What do you think we're colonizing it for? Here.
You and your neighborhood, and you run.
Get in that spaceship, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We're not colonizing Mars, so we can go there. Let you in on a little secret there, my friend.
You talk about your minority status in the neighborhood. As long as you talk about your minority status on the planet and realize the realism of that. Well, it is what it is.
You're going to be Benny on Total Recall.
Hey, man, you live in Queens. We could have some fun with this whole thing with the Asians. I mean, there's some fucking areas of Queens that's another country at this point. They don't want anybody that speaks English in their neighborhood.
There's a certain part of the expressway that I drive on that I cannot drive on it. I go crazy.
And I want absolutely nothing to do with them. So let them stay in their little shitty neighborhoods.
See, there you go. Everyone's the same, man.
Everyone's got a lot of racism.
What's a bad area of Queens that is all Asian at this point?
It's Flushing,
give me a Flushing on there. The Asians don't get off the hook here. Watch this, Ant. Although it's still changing, but I bet you it's over 50% Asian now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Flushing is just pretty much all Asian. Flushing.
You know what?
That whole. I'm listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. A couple weeks ago, I was out on Long Island, and I usually take the expressway back to the city, and I'm like, you know what? As a kid, I used to do this 25A thing a lot with my family. It was that's the way we traveled. So I'm like, I'm going to go old school and kind of look at some old landmarks and stuff, right? I couldn't believe how much it changed. There was not one English business. It was all just Asian, right? I don't even know what Asian country it was.
Flushing and Fresh Meadows.
It was unbelievable how much it changed. All up and down that 25A in that area.
It really is. And driving on that part of the expressway through Flushing and stuff, it is horrendous because of the stereotype of bad drivers. And it is absolutely true. I'm sorry, but I see it on a daily basis. To all Asian people, just get the fuck out of the left lane. Could you just get the fuck out of it? You could pass them and give them a dirty look and fucking cut them off. And then as you're driving away through that open highway of no one in front of them because they've been doing 30 miles an hour.
Sure.
You look back and they just still are not moving out of that left fucking lane.
Coop, you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I drive a truck. I drive for the city sanitation. I have to drive through Flushing, and I fucking dread it. When I gotta go down Main Street in Flushing, first of all, they just walk like they have fucking those blinders like the horses wear.
Yeah.
They're not paying attention to shit.
If you hear that somebody has been hit, you get a hit and run, or somebody was killed on a street, crossing the street in New York, there's a very high percentage that they're Asian. For some reason, they will just step off that fucking curb and walk right into traffic. I don't get it.
You know what I like? You know what I like right now? That we're actually getting along with Coop.
Yeah, because we're using our common racism.
Usually there's a lot of yelling when Coop calls. There's a lot of...
I never sit there and look to make enemies. I love talking about racism because there's a lot of horse shit y'all believe. That I want to sit there and try to figure out why the fuck do you believe this shit.
Right.
And it's true.
All right. Let's keep this as a nice call this time.
Yeah.
Next time we can get into it again.
There's no logic in racism. There's no logic in so-called white superiority. There's no logic in anything. And when it comes to racism, it's just dumb.
Really?
It really is. That's why I call, and you know what I'm saying, me and Anthony scream and yell at each other, because at the same time, it's hard to talk to certain white people about racism because you just get this emotional female reaction and you just start screaming and yelling instead of listening to what I have to say. You may not agree with me, and that's fine.
I hear you.
That is true. Ant does do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do it all the time.
I'm going to let Coop go. I like the fact that we all got along today.
Yeah, we just got along today, goofing on the Asians.
Yeah, we goofed on the wow, I almost said something.
Oh, Jesus.
You know how I find people get along?
Thank you, Coop.
I go into black neighborhoods and I'll say to everybody, my blood is as red as yours, man.
Oh, yeah, and then they show it to you.
Yes, they do. On their knuckles.
Yes, on knife blades.
Wow, here's another stereotype we don't really talk about much. The blacks don't like living with the Asians.
Yeah, if the Asians have a big slice of the pie, blacks have a small slice of the pie.
Whitey and Flushing doesn't really mind the Asians, but man, look at that black slice. They're like, fuck that. Get me out of this area.
Asian and black people have weird relationships. There's a lot of
well, their parts don't fit, so there's no reason to be in that neighborhood.
Well, there's a lot of Asian stores in black neighborhoods, and there's like a lot of racism against Asians.
I feel sorry for your mother.
Yeah.
Well, this chart
what
we're looking.
What do you say?
Flushing, Asian almost 50%, white just over 25%, black is I'm saying maybe 2%.
It's a little sliver,
and then Hispanic has about call it 17%.
Yeah, they're bringing up the rear there,
and that's Flushing, and that's changed drastically because when we were growing up, it was a pretty white neighborhood.
That was a very white Jewish neighborhood,
extremely white neighborhood.
Yeah, I used to visit my friends in Flushing when I was a little kid.
That's my zip code. That's where I grew up.
That's where my pop was from, man.
My
Flushing.
parents.
Flushing, representing. Not anymore, though. All right. Although Hughes sounds Asian.
Hughes.
So maybe I could fit in there still.
I don't think so.
Let's take a break.
Yes.
They said if you go down that chart far enough, Danny, you can see how many sex offenders in those zip codes, too.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that'd be nice to cross-reference. There you go. Jesus.
All right, we'll break. Hey, busy show today. We got Colin Quinn coming in today, which means we got some Scorch audio to play for Colin.
Yes.
Those two things are a guaranteed home run.
Love Colin commenting and laughing on Scorch.
Also, Keith Robinson coming in today.
Keith.
And Ian Halpern has some fucking scoops that he might give us. Who knows?
Does he?
Who knows if he'll actually give us a scoop?
How come he knew nothing and said nothing about the Sandra Bullock baby?
Yeah,
exactly.
If that's your business,
Jesus.
You would have had inklings that this was going down.
By the way, they adopted that baby before the Oscars. And they just kept it quiet because they didn't want the spotlight with the baby and everything like that.
His Highness has no insight whatsoever.
None.
His Highness just the blind items could be anybody.
Yeah.
There's a celebrity in Hollywood who may be cheating. His Highness called it.
Oh, boy. And then 4 months later, someone's cheating goes, I said that. Google it.
Google it. We should put a little pressure on the Highness today.
Yes.
I know he doesn't like us, questioning him, but we might have to today.
Why would he?
All right, stay there, Opie and Anthony. Trying to figure out what the people care about today. I don't think they care about half this shit. Steve Carell saying he's leaving the office after next year. Does anyone care about that?
Episode fucking season 11?
I don't know. A little
year
late. Dolphins GM apologizes for asking college player. You hear about this one? This is pretty good. This is crazy. If his mom was ever a prostitute during pre-draft interview.
Oh, okay. Why do you ask him that?
I don't know. I don't know the details on that one. I'm sure he's doing a little background check or something and went a little far with his questioning, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the guys didn't give us the audio of the British Prime Minister? That's a good story.
No.
And the audio's out there, too. We should get that.
Well, nah.
British Prime Minister apologizes for calling voter a bigot.
Waddle doodle.
Gordon
Why?
Brown issued a personal apology to a British widow and later said sorry to the entire Labour Party after branding her a bigot on the campaign trail. The Prime Minister...
What's the problem there?
Prime Minister spent 40... Well, it was an open mic. He was still mic'd as he went into his car, I guess.
What's bad about calling someone a bigot?
I don't know. Let's get deeper into this fucking story, man.
Let's see if Senator Kevin Parker here apologizes. The black guy who's got a bad temper, and he goes on this thing calling Republicans white supremacists.
Oh,
it's on page 5 of the Post. At least they covered it. The Daily News, what a shock. Not one mention of the black guy who went on the anti-white racist tirade.
Let me finish this, then we'll seg into that. So the Prime Minister spent 45 minutes at Gillian Duffy's home to apologize for unguarded comments caught on a radio microphone that he had forgotten to remove.
Oops.
Brown was accosted by the 66-year-old after stopping to talk to the voters in the suburb of whatever, and was attacked on subjects including welfare payments, student tuition fees, and national debt. But it was Mrs. Duffy's complaint about immigration from Eastern Europe which prompted Mr. Brown to criticize her as he got back into his car and blamed a staff member for not preventing the meeting. She's just a bigoted woman, he told aides in his official car, unaware that his microphone was still live.
That's nothing bad at all.
Why should he apologize for an opinion?
If he deems her bigoted based on what she just told him, that's his opinion. Who gives a shit?
The Radio 2 interview was also broadcast live on television, and a haggard and humiliated-looking Prime Minister can be seen holding his head in his hands as he listens to the extract.
That's like nothing, though. That's their problem.
Yeah, they're fucking they're worse than we are.
You can't have an opinion if you're a big politician.
Unbelievable.
You really can't. You got to be careful with every word that comes out of your mouth.
I can't say anything.
And that moves on to the senator thing. I don't know this story, Jimmy, so help me out. What's up with Senator Kevin Parker?
He denounced a lot of his Senate colleagues as white supremacists because, he was in the middle of some heated debate. But he's just a twat, and he's got a fucking temper. And, again...
Of course he does.
Page 5 of the Post, again, at least they covered it. But the Daily News won't... Where is it?
Yeah,
Unless
nowhere.
it was in yesterday, I just didn't see it, then my apologies. But it just seems that the Daily News avoids anything.
We got some audio, so
that
let's get into it.
The tempers began to flare yesterday here in Albany when New York State Senator Kevin Parker, who is out of the camera's view in this video, is heard shouting. At issue, a nominee for the Power Authority who's black being questioned by Republican Senator John DeFrancisco, who's white. And Parker doesn't like the tone of questioning. When Parker speaks out of turn, Chairman Carl Kruger tries to take control. Until this normally dry meeting turns into an all-out shouting match.
Great. Great.
God.
Great.
I'll tell you what they call that on a website I go to. They have a word for when a gentleman like that goes crazy like that and starts yelling.
Just a fucking ass.
God damn.
But it's
stop it.
It's an embarrassment. It's a fucking embarrassment. And God forbid the Daily News cover anything that is racially unpleasant the other way. Will the Daily News stop being afraid of black anger? Why? God, I fucking can't stand that paper.
The shouting turned to name-calling today as radio talk show host Errol Lewis took a call from Senator Parker.
These long-term white supremacist, Republican senators who've, been in majority for a long time, they've lost the majority.
And he used the phrase white supremacist several times.
There's only one kind of racism that's functional in the world, and that's white supremacy.
Today, the senator defending his choice of words.
I think it's counterproductive to have members of the Senate, behave in a racist manner.
Senator Parker ordered to anger management in the past, accused of punching a traffic agent and facing a felony charge after allegedly assaulting a news photographer. This afternoon, the Senate Republican leader lashing back, calling Parker's comments, quote, disturbing, disgraceful, and disruptive, and saying he's not fit to serve.
You're not.
Where's all the
you fucking behave?
Where's all the media coverage of it? I guess doesn't that bother black people that that's kind of how you're expected to act?
Yeah.
So the media doesn't cover it.
Doesn't cover it because it's like, why would we cover it?
Yeah, any more than you'd cover a guy going to get a cup of coffee. Well, that's just what people do.
Yeah, well,
it's fucking embarrassing.
You're an angry guy. Just an angry, bitter fucking guy.
How about this? Just control yourself. You're a senator, you cunt.
You worked your way up to be a senator. That's something that, as a black man, you should be proud of. You should be proud that you got there. Oh, yeah, as I watch an alarm commercial with a white guy breaking into the two white people's houses and another one. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you just stop it. God, I'm so tired of it.
Broadview Security can fucking eat a bag of shit.
Yes. They really can.
I hate that company.
I'm tired of their fake commercials.
What kind of shit, though, Jimmy?
Like a bag of wet shit.
Wet? It's
yeah, the
be
type
wet?
where if you put a pinhole in it and squeeze it, the shit would fire out like fucking water from a clown flower. Broadview Security eats a bag of shit.
Yeah. It's constantly white guys bashing in the doors of white women.
That's not real.
No.
We've been talking about that for over a year. Mainstream media, why hasn't anyone done a story on that? Because that is
because they never will.
I know.
SNL did a bit about it.
They did, and 30 Rock.
Did they really?
Tracy Morgan made fun of it on
did he?
the last episode of 30 Rock, making fun. I forgot the exact line. Maybe we could pull that as well, because that's definitely something worth playing today.
It's just a constant barrage of white men bashing in the doors of white women.
What the fuck are white people so afraid of?
Oh, they're
Jesus
petrified.
Christ.
Whitey is so scared.
The Daily News did cover this thing.
Okay, my apologies.
Yesterday. Thank you, Lucas in Jersey.
Maybe it was a day old.
Fuck. Give Lucas a little fucking...
Thank you, Lucas. Sorry about that.
A little airtime today. Lucas, you're a star right now. What do you got?
Lucas.
All right.
He's got to hang up his phone, apparently.
He panicked when I said he's a star.
Well, if they covered it and I didn't see it, again, my fault. I was wrong.
Another thing, since we're talking about a little race issues, a series that you brought up yesterday, that America.
What?
You know that series?
What? On the History Channel. I want to see this. Haven't seen it yet, though.
Well, I did a little reading on it, and apparently there's so much liberal bias, revisionist history in this fucking special that it's infuriating to watch. First of all, Obama comes on at the beginning and does like a little narration. And then they have Colin Powell talk about something. And then some other black guy comes in and talks about it. And then every single story. And it goes back to, the Revolutionary War and pre-Revolutionary War and, America, the beginning. They have to fit black people into every facet of it, no matter what story they're talking about. And they were referencing African Americans in a time in history before there was even an America. It wasn't called America yet. And they're saying African Americans played a big... But did they? Did they before it was America? How about African before America? How about the poor Indians?
What are they teaching kids in school at this point? Because
dude, it's gotta be
let me continue. Growing up, I just believed everything I read in my history books. Yeah. I want to know what the real history of this country was. I don't know what it is anymore. And they get together, the school districts, and then they decide what
they're teaching kids
and what should and should not be in history books.
A lot more diversity.
But if it's history, there shouldn't be an argument what should be in the history books, right?
Exactly.
If it's history, but they actually sit down and decide, well, no, we can't have this in the history books anymore. We can't have this over here. We're going to add this. So what is it?
It's turning into a lot of revisionist history.
So, but
I mean, yes.
How much of it is true?
At this point,
no one knows. No one can answer that question.
Not being taught.
No one can answer that question.
But one post I was reading about this was, I'm sure when they get to World War II, they'll talk about how the Tuskegee Airmen single-handedly won World War II. Which I thought was funny. Then a few racial epithets.
I can never remember that. I always call them the Tuskegee Airmen.
Tuskegee.
I can never remember Tuskegee Airmen.
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee.
I don't even attempt it.
It's a rough word.
It sure is, Jimmy. Hey, this Kevin Parker. We got more info on him, and we got some Sloman Shield fucking phone calls that are really good. Bobby in New York. Bobby.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
A friend of mine's a lobbyist up in Albany. He introduced me to Kevin Parker. He's a fucking animal. He's just out of control. He wears like shiny suits, and he just yells at everyone. And one of the things he sent me this article yesterday because he finds it funny when he acts up. The traffic cop that he actually punched was a woman. That was another part of the story they didn't bring up.
Oh, nice. How about that, huh? Why is he still serving?
I think he's hilarious. I mean, he's an animal, but
hilarious.
He's definitely funny.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know why he's still serving because he's been involved in shenanigans.
Right.
Get him out.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let me go to Rob in Philly. Rob.
Hey there, Rob.
Hey, guys. Tell a little story about the Sloman Shield. This is ridiculous. If you've ever seen it, it's this commercial where this black couple, they drive up to this house and they see their white neighbor, and they're like, I think they've been robbed. I told them to get the Sloman Shield. It's free. And then they do now what if they did have the Sloman Shield? And then they come in and, like, I don't know, it's just blatantly black people, like, are robbed by white people in this commercial, and everybody's okay with this. It's just like, you know what? It's just ridiculous.
No, you know what, though? But on any given commercial, I don't mind if they switch criminals around, because on any type of scenario can happen. You can have a black couple robbed by a white guy.
How about you switch it around a little bit?
But it's when you see a series of commercials, and every one of... You can't tell an agenda usually by one commercial, because, again, you can just want to be realistic and realize it's not always black people robbing white people. It does happen. Whites rob whites and whites rob blacks, whatever. But when you see 10 commercials, all the same thing, it's like, come on, we know what you're fucking doing.
Yeah. You're playing off of people's...
bring in Colin.
Bring Colin in.
2 years. Oh, yeah.
He just got here.
Yeah, Colin
He'll be in here in a second or two. Screw in Jersey. Screw.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Good evening.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi.
All right. Hey, Jim, I just read both two of your books. They were fantastic.
Thank you. There's only two.
All right. So you guys caught 30 Rock last week?
I did. I just don't remember the scene. I know they made fun of Sloman's. Could you help me out?
Was it Sloman's or the ones that's been the
was it Sloman's or the other one?
What's the other one?
Yeah, it was the Sloman's. Tracy Morgan was saying how racism is coming back, and they actually did wasn't Sloman's. They made up a name. And it was a black guy breaking into the house. It was hysterical.
Yeah, I think Tracy said, racism is coming back. Even the Sloman's commercial had a black criminal or something like that. We're trying to find the line right now. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I love you guys.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You just it is
you fucking guilty white idiots.
And it's not just the Broadview commercial.
You know, I don't know if we have time to do it today, but we do have a lot of teachers that listen to this show, and I really want to know what they're doing with the history books and how they're deciding what goes in the history books now, what they're taking out, because it's really insane what happens every year. Jeff in Cleveland.
A lot of revisionist history going on.
Jeff.
Texas, they eliminated Thomas Jefferson from the history books just so they don't have to bring up separation of church and state.
They eliminated Thomas Jefferson from the history books?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
I don't know how you could get rid of the whole, Thomas Jefferson, because of the the Library of Congress, second president. I mean, come on.
Wow.
Well, what Jefferson was saying is...
All right, sir. Thank you. Let me go to Akiva in New York.
Hey, how you doing? Saturday Night Live, either last week or the week before, had a Broadview Security parody where they basically had this woman on a date. Like, she had a bunch of friends over to her house, and then, like, Andy Samberg was like, all right, I'll see you later. Hopefully I can call you later. And then she, like, goes to set her alarm, and then Andy Samberg bursts back in, and she screams and then calls Broadview Security, and then Bill Hader comes on, and he goes, if you're a white woman living alone in a 5-bedroom house, you're going to get murdered unless you call Broadview Security.
I saw that one.
Did they make fun of the lack of racial angle or no?
No, not in that.
Of course they why wouldn't
No, and that's like the biggest part of it.
Pretend they are by doing that.
Colin Quinn. Have you noticed this Broadview Security commercial and
I haven't.
The lack.
I don't see race.
You don't. There's a complete lack of reality in this thing.
That's unbelievable.
Every time it is a white woman in with maybe her little daughter, something like that,
in a really nice neighborhood, like
in
this
a
guy
nice
saying,
neighborhood,
5-bedroom house,
and there is evil whitey man kicking in the door, and thank God the alarm goes off, and there's a nice African American gentleman on the other end saying, "Can I get you help, ma'am? Can I get you help?
Can I help you?"
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Akiva.
What's your address, man? You better calm down. I can't hear you. What about But it's been like that forever.
Akiva, what do you have?
But anyway, the best part of the commercial, though, is that they have a bunch of different people burst into the door. Like, you never murder you. It could be your rabbi, and this guy bursts into the door, and, like, her grandfather is also attacking her, and, like, they just go through all these
Yeah, I saw that one. It was just everybody bursting through the door.
Everybody but a black guy.
Yeah, well, of course.
Yeah, exactly. About the black guy.
That's a little weird. All right, Akiva, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's infuriating that it gets to that point. It's like, why not show a black guy just busting in?
Because we're in the middle of the world's longest apology.
Is that God damn, is that true?
That was funny.
The world's longest.
When does it end, though?
The 40-year apology.
It just goes on and on. All right.
That's funny.
The guy's in office. He's the president. Haven't we reached the point? Aren't we done? Are we done?
Apparently you don't realize the pleasure. I wish Keith was in here right now to explain the pleasure that black people get out of this.
Yeah. Oh, they must. Yeah.
It's a bunch of whiteys sitting there going, let's make it a white. It's been going on forever. I remember years ago. I remember when I was a kid. And they would always have the robber would be like a guy that looked, when they wanted to get edgy, they'd make him look like Anthony. Like one of those hats from the 1950s. Yeah. Only unshaven. And then like in movies, like in Death Wish 1 was like, but then by Death Wish 2, they had guys with bandanas, but it was like the one white male model with the bandana and then one black.
And the black guy was Lawrence Fishburne.
It was an interracial gang, right?
Yeah, it was an interracial gang dancing in the park.
You had an Asian, a black, a white guy.
Yeah, even the first one with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum was the first one, yeah.
Goddamn rich cunt.
Rich
Jeff Goldblum.
I kill rich cunt. And he like pops her on the head.
It's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable.
You're right.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. But it is. It's just there's no reality in commercials. Any commercial that features black people has to feature them in a very positive light. It's got to be very positive.
Well, yeah. The only movie I saw was I saw two movies that were like cop movies, and Brooklyn's Finest, which they actually had real black. They had like black criminals from East New York because the director's black. If the director's black, they're gonna have black criminals.
You can do it.
If the director's white,
yeah,
then they have to make it multiracial gang.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's a commercial about a little black family, and I'm sure this happens, but they're never seen in a negative light on commercials.
Did that hurt you to say?
Yes,
that was hilarious.
It pained me.
This happy black family. I'm sure it happens. They know.
That pains him to say that. but it's setting up for something ugly. You watch.
There's a commercial out there right now where it's a rainy day.
Yeah.
And there's a African American family, and the father is helping his two young children make Rice Krispies treats with the marshmallows, and they're having a great little time in the house and everything. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How about the
Rice Krispie treats under the North Face with the Korean guy chasing them out of the store? Anyway. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
But it's like, how about the fact that a large portion of the black community, there is no father in the family.
Well, I don't think they want to emphasize that in the commercial. That's not going to help sell whisk, Anthony.
Apparently they don't.
They're trying to sell product.
But I am looking at it going...
Why don't they have them selling product?
Yo, some product. I'm looking at it saying this is not an accurate depiction. I'm sure it's a depiction of some family somewhere. It's great. Right. You know, fine and dandy.
Family somewhere.
Somewhere. But I would rather see a little more realism. In my commercials.
We got a guy that works for Sloman. Let's get to the bottom of this. Yeah. Do you really work for Sloman Shield there, Stephen?
I certainly do, boys.
All right.
I've been with Sloman for about 10 years. Colin, by the way, Lion of the Decade, world's longest apology. And your calls sound great.
Thanks.
I can actually hear you this time I've called in. Most of those commercials, I won't say all of them, but most of those commercials are actually done by the upper management. Like the commercial with the lady and guy sitting in bed, that's one of the muckety-mucks and his wife laying in bed.
So they don't even...
So they're just cheap.
Yeah, they don't even...
He wants to be in a commercial. It's even more sickening.
Yes.
He's like, hey, honey.
Yes.
She's like, why don't we do it?
I used to have to film local commercials, and if you put the guy that owned the business in the commercial, he loved it every time.
Right, they love it.
That was the little secret. Just get him in his own commercial, and then he would buy a ridiculous schedule because he wanted to see himself on TV.
I could see that for hey, come to Bob's Discount Furniture.
Yeah, like those guys in Long Island. Remember those guys in Long Island that used to have that?
They were just awful.
Remember the two brothers? Come down.
Yeah. Come down. Or the guy that owned the fish store. He come walking out with his big fucking Groucho Marx mustache.
You know what's someone I think it was last night tweeted. It's called Most Racist Commercial. It's a local commercial out of how do you say Van Nuys,
California.
Van Nuys, California. It's a guy. Look at our fucking commercial. All right, get the fuck out of here.
Wonderful with our fat girl.
She was sexy.
Yeah. Well,
that is great.
See, we did commercials too there, Colin. Yeah. Yes, Stephen.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't want to talk over you. It is your show.
Oh, thank you.
I lied. Your phone sounded like shit.
Still? Supposedly they tweaked it the last couple of days. All right, whatever. Hey, Danny, if you can find it, Most Racist Commercial. It's for mattresses. And it makes the point you guys are making. This guy makes fun of everybody except blacks. Jews, Indians. I'm trying to remember all the races.
Yeah, I've seen
this guy. This guy, thank you.
I don't know.
Hi, I'm Gary at the one and only Gary's Mattress. Now with locations in Koreatown and Little Tokyo. We are karate chopping the prices. I just for you.
And Maury's wigs don't come off.
At Gary's Mattress, we're blowing up prices.
That's not a commercial, is it really?
Man on horse, bring goat. For treatment at Gary's Mattress, I'd be very surprised. We're scalping prices.
That's not real.
If you find a mattress at a better price, I'll kick a puppy and punch a kitten just for you.
Well, I mean, obviously he's probably mocking those local commercials, but the fact is he made fun of everyone except for
blacks.
Yeah.
Right, even when he mocks the commercials, he's afraid.
He was too scared to
follow
that
through
in
there.
So, yeah. What's up, Colin? You good?
Maury jumping in the pool.
I'm grand. I like coming right in when you guys are really hitting the racial stuff.
Hey, yeah.
Well, we got some Scorch for you, so don't worry.
Oh, good.
We got some Scorch.
I want Scorch, and I want to hear Dice Kelly.
Dice Kelly, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Request.
You got requests?
And I heard there's a guy that you love.
Who?
That comes in. You have a new guest?
Who? Tell me.
Chipperson or something?
Chipper.
I heard he's a real knee slapper.
He's a
Jimmy says you love Chip.
It's not loving. It's beyond. It's like, it's so... it makes me revulsed.
He does it at the cellar, right?
Yes.
It's
infuriating. Disgusting.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I can't jealous. I had the whole place cracking up to see Colin over there going, I'm going to write this stuff down.
It really makes people sick.
I did it for William Stevenson last night. And it was like he was punched in the stomach. It's like a physical assault on comics.
Yeah, he was horrified.
It really is an assault.
Yeah.
For the first time, I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, he's just...
In all these years of radio, it stops me in my tracks.
Yeah,
it stops everyone.
I don't know what to do with that. Usually you can work around something. I don't know what to do.
You can keep staring and paint a picture or something.
See? There's nowhere to go with it.
What do you do, Colin? You've been around? What do you do with that? What do you do?
No, you're right. Chip, you can't do anything with.
No?
Chip.
Oh, here's the 30 Rock Sloman Shield line.
Oh, okay.
So
Seal.
So everyone's on this damn Sloman Shield thing, huh?
You will not believe what just happened to me. A guy on the subway just called me a biggledy-boo.
What's a biggledy-boo?
It's an 18th century word for dark-skinned Moor. I've learned the word black in every language, just so I know when to be offended. Russian, Cherny. Korean, Hung-in. Dolphin?
Well, I'm sure it was just an isolated incident.
Nah, I'm telling you, .com, old school racism is back.
How can racism be back when we elected a black president?
Barry O. Bonds is the one who brought it back.
So you're saying that racism is back because white people no longer feel sorry for us?
Hey, something's going on. You know what I seen last night? A Sloven Shield commercial with a black burglar.
That's not good.
Come to think of it, I saw a white judge on Law & Order last night. Oh, yeah, it's back on.
Yeah, see, that's because it's all black judges,
You
obviously.
will only see a black female judge. The big sassy, fat, black female judge will sit down. Not in my court, you ain't. And she's all sassy, like she went to law school and the judge, but she's still like, oh, not in my courtroom.
Right. Well, 30 Rock shows the black criminal. SNL made fun of it, did not show the black criminal. They went with another angle.
Yeah.
So, same fucking network, though, by the way.
I don't know. I don't know. I just get very angry. I get very angry. I'm really a racist.
Why? It's the white people that are writing that stuff. Groveling.
Exactly.
Groveling. Apologizing.
We've learned that. I didn't know that.
We grovel.
I've learned that from you guys.
I wrote a commercial. Nobody wanted to do it. It was for like a burglar commercial.
Oh, was it? How'd that work?
It was like where the guy, it's a black guy.
Yeah.
And there's a white woman in there, and he's staring at her through the window. And she said, "Quit staring at me, boy." It's good so far, but where does he go?
Yeah.
What's that? He goes, "I'm hungry," and he holds up a Snickers.
Oh, Snickers.
But meanwhile, the commercial is for Sloman Shield.
Yeah, exactly. He stole her Snickers. I'm hungry.
All right, remember we got along with Coop. Coop's back.
Oh, no.
Shit.
Coop in Queens. What's up, Coop? You're on with Colin Quinn as well. Colin's in the studio.
I think Coop agrees, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead, Coop.
What's up? Why does any of this shit even matter? Who gives a fuck if the lawyer is black or the criminal is white?
Because I'd like to see.
Go ahead.
I'd like to see a little realism and have the bad guy be black every so often.
All black guys are black. Excuse me, all black.
No. I said at times it would be nice sometimes to see the black guy kicking in the door and a black guy in the house. How about a black guy in the house and he's selling a little weed? And look, I watched First 48. I know how this works.
You know why it matters, Coop? Why it bothers me? Because I don't care if there's a black criminal. Because he can't hear us on the phone.
Yeah, Coop, your phone sucks. We're going to have to do this another time.
Your phone stinks.
It's horrible.
You're looking at the world through melanin-tinted eyes.
All right.
It bothers me because it's symbolic of a culture where we will get in trouble for saying something off-color by the same phony fucks that are writing these commercials will vilify you for doing a racial joke when all they're doing is hiding their fucking racism with these stupid commercials. It's silly. That's why it annoys me.
Exactly.
I don't care, like, we need more black criminals. It's not about that.
Mm-hmm. All right.
No, but the point is people spend millions of dollars every year trying to make things authentic on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And then when it comes down to, like, the Crips are led by Greg Kinnear,
Hey, Keith's coming in at 8:30. We should play.
Oh, man. 8:30. It was 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
No, Colin was supposed to be 8, Keith at 8:30. I don't know, whatever. Whenever he shows up is fine, but we got Scorch audio that I definitely want to focus on a little bit before Keith gets here. Because then it's going to get too crowded and we're not going to be able to get this audio.
Besides, Keith sounds like the Black Scorch. Scorch. Keith ain't showing up. I saw him last night.
Philly. No, he went back to Philly.
He was just like, what time is this thing tomorrow? I go, I said 8 o'clock. Where is it? I was like, you're not coming. Where is it?
What a dope. You know how many times we've had him booked on the show and I'm like, what are you
outside
doing?
the cellar. Where is it?
I know he's got a good gig with Wanda now, but come on, do some radio with us.
Yeah, exactly. Come
we do all right ourselves here.
Keith is a bum.
Where's Sam? Because Sam helps us out with the Scorch. You love Scorch?
Sam's worked with Scorch.
Do you want to do this, Colin? You love Scorch, we figured.
I do.
And you know he's doing this this public access TV show now, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. He does a public access TV show where he brings the magic that is Scorch to the screen.
That could be good.
And how he does this, he buys time on a station, an infomercial,
Right.
And then sets up a little deck.
But he doesn't. But he makes believe that he's just syndicated around the world with this little show out of.
That's what you do.
Out of Manchester.
Let's see what the man's got going.
Scorch.
Oh, he's in Manchester. That's right.
That's right. Sam,
Vegas.
Are we explaining this correctly? What else could you add to this for Colin?
Yeah, well, Scorch has he's syndicated in 90 cities.
90 cities.
What? That's what he said.
He says
That's what he says.
And also,
see, Scorch is a compulsive liar.
Also, London, England.
London, England, Colin.
Look at
You're not in
Grandma's
London,
little
England.
bureau he's got there.
Yeah.
He's got a little fucking...
That's actually a nice end table.
And his staff is completely contributing nothing on air.
Useless.
Nothing.
Except for Nick. About Manchester, New Hampshire, they have some nice furniture.
They got nice furniture
they're known for that.
We should go antiquing up there, Colin.
We really should.
You and I, man. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Maybe he bought it at Bernie and Phil's. Oh, Bernie.
I used to love the Bernie and Phil.
That's right, Phil. Dr. Phil, I had a nightmare. What did you dream, Bernie? That I was banging your stretched out pussy.
Trust me,
on this couch.
You're laughing at Boston. This is very local, Colin.
Please.
Very local. He just did some radio for Framingham.
Right there for fucking Natick.
You know, dude.
Natick is cracking
You know,
up.
dude, I was in there.
Natick is just howling right now.
People on Route 9 are crashing their cars.
Have I ever
They can't
introduced you to
believe
my
how
friend?
accurate that
How
is.
about my friend from Medford?
Medford.
You know what, dude? I grew up in Medford, but now I'm in the Big Apple. You know what, dude? Dreams come true. Boom, one day you decide, boom, I'm going to move. I get you
Sales
coffee.
consultants can help them build the room of their dreams.
And we'll deliver it the next day.
Catalog styles
Bernie
of
and
next day
Phil.
delivery. I like that.
You got to find a better one than
Happens
this.
all the time. I'm at the supermarket.
You got to get the old.
I'm at Shaw's.
What's wrong with that?
The old couple.
I was at Shaw's when I all of a sudden
I
realized.
bought today.
Oh, a black
and they'll
person.
deliver tomorrow.
Izzy. Her name's
Logan
Izzy.
Shields. Yeah, there's not a lot of black people in Manchester, New Hampshire, that's for sure.
Uh-oh, maybe Bernie and Phil are too old to do their own commercials.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. What's going on with Bernie
Maybe
and
you guys
Phil?
chased them off the air. Oh,
Maybe.
no, that's exactly what happened.
Goofing on him.
Shrewsbury is howling, Anthony.
I know the way you guys get.
Shrewsbury is howling.
Shrewsbury is howling.
You went real local, man.
They certainly did.
Oh, this is the next generation
I'll
of
tell you, that's
Bernie
the
and
funniest.
Phil.
2.5 Men, the opening song is hilarious. It really gets me in the mood for the show.
Yeah, I love.
Why Bernie?
I love how they go, man, every fucking 30 seconds on that show.
I don't know that. I've never seen the openings of that show.
But throughout the whole sitcom, every time they have some kind of punchline, they go, man.
It really is horrifying.
Wait a minute. When do they say "man" in a high voice?
They pretty much going into every commercial break, and I think in show they even do it at times
During
when they're
a scene
cutting
change.
to another scene. They go, man.
Oh, it's play. They don't say it.
Yeah.
No, but
Man.
it's sung and it's horrendous. It's I don't know
I have
why
to hear
people
it. I've
watch
never
that
heard it.
fucking show. It'll drive you nuts.
Well, it's on hiatus now, I think.
Yeah, but now they're supposed to come back.
Isn't he
whatever.
leaving?
Yeah, it's like an old.
I don't know. It's serious business, guys. He's leaving, but who knows? Maybe he's holding out for more money.
Yes, with brass knuckles.
Why don't we do a little Scorch? So, anything else we need to tell Colin? I think we set it up nice. He's buying his own time.
Scorch is very talented.
He's got 90 markets.
What's the name of the show?
PFG TV.
PFG TV, which is
from the right.
pretty fucking great.
Like that was when he started that. Remember last time you showed me he was at a bar.
Yeah.
Chinese restaurant.
And I think that's when PFG first got invented.
Yes.
He's hitting it like PFG. Now, those of you that don't know what PFG is, kind of like snafu, but
Wonderful.
Well, he's going to introduce a new female co-host.
Oh, wow.
Well, he's got an anchor.
An anchor?
Not like an announcer. That's what I meant.
Are these clips worth playing for Colin?
I like them.
Because Colin,
if he likes them,
special guest today. All right, let's take a listen here. Scorch and PFG TV.
Carey, have a seat with us for a second, man. Come on over here, hang out for a second. I'm in the back. I'm like, wait a second, unless Nick has got like some sort of estrogen thing, that's not Nick.
I was considering a trip to Sweden, but...
you know what? This is Carey, our new female woman announcer time. Give it up for Carey.
Hi. 8 people there.
It's good to have you. Was that fun? Did you broke yourself in now?
Yeah.
You're officially a member.
In front of the camera.
Good for you. Welcome to the show, sister.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Now the funny thing is, I now have, I believe, 9 people working for the show that I'm not paying. So, you know. Y'all know the man on the couch. Give it up for our pal, Nick Carpenter.
This is the guy. He adds absolutely nothing.
He is a zilch.
You can't,
a zero.
You can't add less than this guy.
No, he actually removes things.
Oh. What's up? I got an email that I was going to mention next week when we start our viewer email segment. I got an email from somebody in, which one? This one was in Bethel, Maine. And they asked how I can get the Guy on the Couch segment to Bethel, Maine. So
it's very simple.
Just email us here at the station, no matter how you want to do it. You email Scorch or Nick, and you can say, I want to have Nick, the man on the couch, do a segment in my area, and you'll bring it up there, right?
Absolutely. I'll be happy to do anybody's segment anytime.
Can I ask a question? Why, with 90 markets, did it come from Bethel, Maine? Why didn't the email come from London or New York or San Francisco or Chicago, Texas?
Yeah, somewhere.
And for the record, there was no email from Bethel, Maine.
No?
No. What are you trying to say, Sam?
Well, I'm trying to say that when I interned for Scorch, one of my daily intern duties was to go home and write emails so that he could read on the air the next day.
This is why we do this. For some reason, Colin enjoys this.
I love Scorch.
Why do you enjoy it so much, Colin? It's the visual of Sam writing good emails at home.
No, I mean, I love the whole idea of just Sam, like, weaseling around this little snotty kid, and Scorch thinks he's teaching him the ropes. And Sam's just sitting there secretly despising him and planning his subterfuge.
Scorch would always encourage me to pick.
Are you trying to say that Sam should have kept a few secrets?
No, I'm just saying Scorch is sitting there like, the kid Sam, he kind of looks up to me. And he has this whole image in his head that's been crashed down the past few years.
He's putting knickknacks on his desk and stuff. He would always encourage me to do emails from markets that we weren't in and say that they were listening online.
That's a good idea.
Like, there are people in New York listening online.
Nick sitting on the couch?
Yeah, Nick is on the couch. So.
Is that his new co-host?
Oh,
well.
No.
Very comely. Like that jacket.
Hold on. We're going to do a bunch of things today. Matt in the Bronx, he's got something for Colin Quinn. Matt.
Hey, Colin, what's up? Listen, I don't know if you remember. I'm going back. About 10 years ago, my friend and I were in Manhattan eating dinner, and he got into a fight. He wound up getting stabbed.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yeah, the Albanian.
Yes. So, my friend is an Irish kid. He got stabbed by 2 Puerto Rican kids walking by. The girls were outside, and my friend and me were inside taking care of the bill. Puerto Rican kids walked by, said something to the girls. Long story short, he got plugged on the side. Nothing serious, just stabbed real quick one time on the side. And he was bullshitting with you as he was waiting for the ambulance. Do you remember that?
Yes, of course I do.
Yes. All right, well, I just wanted to ask you if you remember that. It was turned out to be a funny story, but he didn't really get hurt bad.
Just imagine this kid. This kid had the brass balls. He got stabbed, and then when the ambulance is coming, I run out of this place. I was in this place, and I heard some commotion. And he goes, "Hey, Colin Quinn." He starts talking to me, waiting for the ambulance after
as he stabbed. Yeah, he's talking to you about, he loved you on Saturday Night Live being the Lion, and I'm sitting there with my friend. I'm like, you got this stabbed, buddy. He's like, no, I'm all right.
It's unbelievable, yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, be good.
All right, Matt. Thank you.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay.
It was on West 80, it was on 85th Street or something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right there, a lot of blood?
He got stabbed, and it wasn't the white guys from Sloman Shields that stabbed him.
No.
Wow.
Anthony, Chris in Boston. Hey, Phil has MS from Bernie and Phil.
Oh, no.
Shakes worse than Michael J. Fox.
Oh.
That's why he's not doing the commercials. The commercials are done by the fat daughter and 2 fat sons, and one looks like Al from Happy Days.
Oh.
And I hear that sales have plummeted since Bernie and Phil have not done their own commercials. Yeah. So there's an update on our old friends, Bernie and Phil.
Oh, boy.
Tragedy.
We used to make fun of those, too, when we were up in Boston, relentlessly. All right, well, Scorch, PFG
Tragedy
TV.
strikes Lowell.
Or wherever. Weird news. Time for Scorch's Weird News.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Weird news.
Before we do anything else, I say that it is time for us to get into our weird news.
Some are odd and some deranged, stories that are very strange. Weird news.
Wow. How do you stop your mom from driving drunk, you may ask yourself? You could A, call the police, B, take away her keys, or C, stab her. I hate to laugh at that, but see, just stabbing me.
So did the audience.
Exactly.
Everybody hated to laugh at that. It was terrible.
You're saying they didn't really laugh at that?
It got an awkward titter from like 2 people. Got nothing.
Just stabbing me, kind of funny, you know. Winnipeg, Manitoba, 14-year-old boy in jail now for stabbing his mom after a fight broke out due to her desire to drive drunk. He did take her keys, but after that, she stole his favorite jacket, ran out of the house with it. The boy got pissed off, whipped a knife at the mom, stabbed her through her chest. Okay? Mom is in the hospital in serious condition. The boy is in jail. The good news is mom did not drive drunk that day. So, yeah, see, so it all worked out, you know what I mean?
He finishes a lot of his material with, you know what I mean.
You know what I mean?
That's not good, right, Colin?
Wow.
No. You know what I mean is never
Being
good.
the veteran you are, you don't end your stuff with, you know what I mean, do you?
You guys know what I'm talking. No, a lot of comedians do that. This guy, whenever they bomb, this guy knows what I'm talking about.
You know what I mean?
In the audience.
Look, that one guy in the audience.
This guy knows what I'm talking about. And one guy's looking back, and I'm like, no.
No, I'm with the rest of these guys.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I always, whenever someone doesn't laugh at a joke, I'll go, hey, you guys might want to look over your head. Something just flew over there.
You're right, Chip.
Should we continue with Scorch?
Things to a
Just that
grinding
idiotic
halt.
smile.
Yeah.
He does.
He's so happy with himself.
William Stevenson, it was so funny last night. He was really literally revulsed. He was like, he was moving back like, he's getting like violently. He goes, I want to
Revulsed is not a word.
What's something?
Oh, so what? Nobody cares.
Everyone cares.
So what? Nobody cares.
It's repulsed.
Revulsed is not a word.
It's not. I'm trying to help you.
Well, revulsion's a word.
It is, yes.
Repulsive.
Because I say
Revolting.
something's not a word doesn't mean you should list things that are.
You know what? Look it up. I say it is a word.
Yeah?
I'm sick and tired of this nonsense.
Okay. Scorch does a story that could only happen in America.
Only in America.
All right, let's find out.
Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, state troopers stopped to check on a man that was in the middle of the street on his knees. They suspected that 55-year-old Donald Wolf may just be drunk. Why would they assume that, you may ask yourself?
No.
Because he was on the ground giving mouth-to-mouth to a dead opossum. And these are all 100% true stories, only in America.
only in America. Only in America.
Oh my God, what's this word I'm looking? Revulsed. Afflicted with or having experienced revulsion.
All right, I stand corrected.
Wow.
I stand corrected. But
It is
How
a
about I
word.
stand corrected and I'm an ass?
I won't say I'm an ass only because once I said it, you lost all faith in the fact that it was a word. You weren't sure either. If you would have told me to go fuck myself, I would say I'm an ass. But you were in a fucking a shame sweat too.
He's got a little point there, Colin.
Yeah, mildly, but ultimately the big picture, the
That
end
is-
justifies
that
the
I
means.
was incorrect. Yes.
I got there from I'll admit I got there from an ugly road, but still, the final verdict, I don't want you to try
Revulsed
to...
is a word.
You're trying to blind people with the...
I was incorrect. Sorry.
Incorrect is not a word. Wrong and pompously sitting there. Revulsed is not a word. What up?
Why don't you guys just send me to jail for 10 years or something?
Now that was a good one, Chip. I gotta admit. Some people don't know how to get out of it, but Chip does.
Chip is great.
You guys.
Wait till he does it for Keith. Keith's not gonna like.
You don't
black,
get it.
black people don't like conceptual stuff like that. You know? So when Keith comes in, he's gonna be like, "Wow, what's he doing that for?" I don't get it. They don't like that kind of ironic white shit that we have.
Ironic.
I hope he shows up. We'll see.
What time is it supposed to be here? 8:30?
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. So, Scorch has a clever Tiger Woods joke.
I couldn't get a spot.
And then just turns around and goes back to Philly because he can't find street parking.
Woodbridge. Street parking in Midtown at 8:30 on a Thursday.
That would be the reason he would just turn around and say, fuck it.
Fuck man.
Right. He wouldn't think ahead that he would be able to find a spot.
Right.
What a dope.
Finally, this is great. A company called Pipe Dream Products coming out with a Tiger Woods sex toy line.
Oh, boy.
It had to happen. You know it had to happen. The Tiger Woods blow-up doll. And believe it or not, there's one of his ex-mistresses that is arguing this point because she's going to take it to court. They have this thing called mistress golf balls with faces of his mistresses on all the balls. And, you know, you got to think that is not the very first time that Tiger's mistresses have been that close to his balls. And there you go. There you go. That is today's installment of
I wish the people that had come up with that idea thought of that.
No. How did he fucking mumble and trip?
He really did.
Through that basic punchline.
Horribly.
And meanwhile, it's like the whole joke of the stupid product, and this idiot thinks
something that they came up with.
He's like, hey guys, I haven't just put a connection together.
Would be the first time base kind of near the balls.
He's got a new angle on it.
And Colin, you think that Scorch thought Sam looked up to him, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's secretly.
You know, he must have sat there at the end of the day. Sam, the way you were like he's teaching the kid. And there's that treacherous Sam sitting there.
Treacherous.
Yeah. Listening to him with just that teenage contempt or whatever. He's like 19, just that sneer on his face. And
looking at him just,
And then the man on the couch, Nick, probably was like, you know, Scorch, I don't trust that kid. Nah, he's all right.
Nick didn't trust her?
I didn't know Nick.
You didn't know
Nick is a Manch Vegas guy. I was there for the Syracuse years.
Yeah, they call it Manch Vegas now, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're doing
They did that in the other thing, I know.
Oh, you remember that? Okay.
Manch Vegas. I can't forget it.
Now, what's this about? He's got this TV show, and he realizes that he has a lot of time left.
Yeah, like he's done some segments, and you could tell, like he doesn't say it, but it's obvious that he realizes I have this many minutes to fill, and they're not filled, and I'm drastically running out of stuff.
Oh, shit.
So he just starts talking about different ways you can get on the show.
All right, let's take a listen. It's syndicated to 90 cities.
And London.
And just making it up as he goes along on live TV.
I want to talk a little bit about how to get your stuff on to Scorch's PFG TV. The show itself, we're very proud to say, it started off as an internet-only show. It went on to a public access show. Now we're on network TV. And it seems...
Public access is not a step up from internet.
Network TV.
Network TV.
The My Network.
Sandra Bullock's baby looks like Bobby Kelly.
Little nice little black baby for Sandra Bullock.
You know, Dad.
Bobby Kelly with a more of a tan.
End of the day, Dad.
You know what? I bet you all them girls got to put their face by Tiger's putter.
Oh, Chip.
Hey, look, Anthony made the paper.
Colin and his visual humor.
Jesse's highlights.
It's terrific.
Yeah, I'm using props today.
Yeah,
Jesse.
Access show. Now we're on network TV, and it seems like it just keeps growing. Now the show cannot be a show without talented people, and I'm not talking about the staff again.
You said a mouthful there, Scorch.
Let's start with the host.
He's lying.
I mean, he's like Chip. He reminds me of Chip.
Yeah.
Why? Guy must be pretty handsome then, right, Carl?
Oh, Chip.
Shit.
Now, do you think Scorch believes all this stuff, Colin? Do you think he believes he's a big, huge sensation now on
No,
network
but I
TV?
think he believes in. He's one of those guys who believes in the positivity and like just keep going out there and saying it. You know.
Yeah.
And I think he's the kind of guy that he only needs one.
So you're saying he's aware? I don't think he's aware.
No, he's not aware of how terrible he is.
It's amazing
I think he just needs
how
one,
it's growing.
He needs one dullard to come up to him in the deli once a week and go, "Hey man, I like your show." To go, "Yeah, I really am getting through to people."
Out talented people, and I'm not talking about the staff on the show, because we're probably the least talented television staff you'll ever come across
in history.
But what I'm talking about is musical talent, and above and beyond musical talent, because honest to God, musical talent is easier to come by than other kinds of talent. It's not just music and comedy. I'm looking for I don't want to say stupid human tricks, because that's already been done.
Really?
And the show is, even though we're similar, we're nothing like any of the other shows.
Even though we're similar, we're nothing like any of the other shows. But doesn't similarity say that you are something like
My favorite part of that clip is he said nothing like any of the other shows, which means what he's thinking in his head is, I'm not going to mention Letterman or Leno, because I'm not going to actually mention their names. They're the competition.
They're the competition, right.
Why would he give them publicity? The competition.
Anyone else notice he's doing an infomercial within his infomercial?
But just imagine this 19-year-old snotty kid from Syracuse University.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up there with that look. He can barely hide his contempt here. Can you imagine when he works for Scorch?
Why don't you sit down, Seb? Let me tell you a little something about my days at AAF Radio, and you can pick up a thing or two.
Well, tell Colin how, there's a give and take thing with the Opie and Anthony show.
That was back when he used to tell me that him and Opie and Anthony used to just kind of, and still do, exchange ideas back and forth. He'd come up with bits, they'd take them.
Right.
They come up with bits, he takes them. Either way, like Wheel of Meat. You guys took that from him, right?
we mocked Wheel of Meat.
Oh,
we
what about
actually do it.
Douche or dressing?
We mocked that too.
I mean, but you guys really believe that, like, deep in his damaged soul, he doesn't realize, oh my God, what have I done?
What have I done?
You really think he just goes on blissfully unaware?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what gets him through the day.
Well, he lies to
not
himself
being aware
all day long.
Yeah,
and so it's like one of those things.
Tell Colin some of the lies from the past.
Yeah, I mean, he went on his TV show and said that he was in 90 cities in London. Like he said on one of his episodes.
Technically in London.
Yeah, there is a London, New Hampshire, I think. Londonderry, New Hampshire. No, there really is. That's Derry, New Hampshire.
New London.
Yeah,
London, Connecticut.
He meant the local London.
The entire
London,
time,
Ontario.
Yeah.
The entire time I was
Maine
interning with him, he said that he was going to XM within the next 3 months, and it would just keep extending. Like in August, he said he'd be there in November.
Yeah.
Well,
and in November, he said he'd be there by March.
But in fairness to him, I've been expecting this one pilot I wrote like 6 years ago. I keep thinking it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that was about 5 years. So
someone's going to jump on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he said he'd had conversations. They'd offered him contracts.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he said,
there were contracts involved.
Right.
So
he is deluded.
But if you can do things like, I don't know, if you can turn your eyelids inside out. Do you remember how when you were a kid, you used to be able to turn your eyelids inside out?
Wow.
And
did he just say no human fucking tricks?
Yeah,
well,
he's looking for that.
Well, they're similar, but they're different. That's what you gotta understand.
How is that different than everything we've seen on TV?
He's saying musical talent is easy to come by, but when you can find somebody who's talented enough to turn their eyelids inside out, you have something for TV.
Didn't we all do that when we were 10 years old?
Yeah, but for every Mozart, for every 10 Mozarts, there's one guy that can make his ears wiggle.
My bus driver used to do that. We call him Eddie Spaghetti with the meatball eyes because he would flip his eyelids up.
Oh my God!
Like
I know this is going to be a molestation story at the end of this. Yeah, flip his eyeballs up while he was like fingering Anthony in the back of that. Yeah, he's like, I drop you off last. Yeah, Shirley gets dropped off last.
This isn't
I
the
don't
way
live in
home.
Shirley, Mr. Eddie Spaghetti.
Yeah.
Eddie Spaghetti, this isn't the way home.
Eddie Spaghetti, my hiney's not ready.
Hey, kid, you ever been to Holtzville?
I like pointing out what Colin enjoys, and he loves that Long Island thing.
I love it.
Colin loves talking about Long Island towns, the characters of Long Island.
I love Long Island towns.
Long Island's fantastic.
I love when you go local with Long Island.
I love it.
I hope the rest of the country could appreciate
I love Long Island.
your love for Long Island.
Well, it's that Suffolk County dirtbag thing that makes me love it more than
Ron
anything.
Conkema.
Oh, yeah.
Bayshore.
I told you his stupid biker brother beat up my cousin. I said,
You never got over that, did you?
my cousin never did.
You never got over it.
You held him down and punched him right in his face. Tim Gage.
Yeah. From what I hear, Tim was giving Joe some shit at the time, so had to punch him in the face. I don't know.
I tell you, Tim lives
inside out.
in Massac. There's been like, in the past 5 years, there's been like 8 murders in like just the corner where he lives.
That's the Mastic bit we do.
Massac is a horrible
You know about our
place.
Mastic bit, right? Okay.
Mastic's a horrible place.
Because they try to fire a DJ for making fun of Mastic having, I don't know, trailer parks or something, or trailer homes. And so we said, fuck that. We're now going to point out every ugly thing about Mastic.
Mastic moments. Whenever there's a crime.
Mastic, whenever there's a
kid touching, a murder.
There's always something going on in Massac. I gotta admire it in a way.
You married with
It
kids,
is a
Tim?
weird fucking place.
Divorced with kids.
Oh, he's kids, okay.
Outer, and that used to just make me so disgusted, you know what I mean? Or if you can arm fart music, I don't care, you know what I mean? Anything like that.
Oh, I'd
If
like to
it's
kill a guy
town,
that
if it's a
applauded and
strange
laughed at
town,
that.
You can eat glass, you can swallow glass, you can swallow swords.
Well, eating glass is kind of cool.
You can swallow any number of things on the show. We'll let you do that here at Scorch
Oh, wait a minute,
PFG
Scorch.
TV.
Don't go there. Do not go there.
We will do things like puppet shows. You know, if you run a puppet show you'd like to show us, we'll do that. Love animal things.
No, he doesn't.
But he said no stupid like animal tricks,
Right. And stupid human tricks.
Yeah. But he
said animal things.
Yeah, not tricks. He is then soliciting for everything he said he didn't want to do.
He wants puppet shows and animal things.
It's PFG.
For a show in 90 cities in London. He wants puppet shows.
Does he get anybody to do anything ever?
Show. If you make shadow puppets, you make shadow little figures on a wall. So bring your own flashlight. We're on a budget.
I hope Misha Barton makes her little puppet show from Sixth Sense.
And then someone pours some cleaner into fucking Scorch's soup. It's great, Jimmy.
Yeah, he only ever has on local comedians, and he had Gary Hoey on.
Oh, really?
Gary Hoey. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, if you work in Manchester, you might as well go on. It makes sense.
How long can you hold a handstand? Just do it. We'll watch for as long as it takes.
If you can make your finger float in the air.
Everything you do. If you want to play I Got Your Nose. With your child. We don't care. Anything.
Holy shit. Fucking Scorch is digging deep here.
Yeah.
Oh, poor bastard.
Poor wretched bastard.
He's a good guy, though.
Chip have something to say?
Yes, maybe you could you come on and juggle or something, you know.
He really is a fucking emergency brake.
It is.
We're all flying through the windshield right now.
Greasy, sweaty fucking hand on a rusted fucking brake handle on a train.
Yeah.
Hope the airbags work on it.
Oh,
Jesus.
it's that clammy fucking hand of a man that has whacked off too much in his life. Lives with his mother, miserable. His father died. He still thinks his father's on the road, and his mother's it's like, well, my father was on the road. His father's been on the road since he was 7. That's helped traumatize him. He's been bullied and beaten his entire life. But as I was saying last night, we were discussing Chip at the table while Chip was there.
Oh.
And I was saying you can't feel sorry for him because you know he would have been a Nazi in Nazi Germany, would have killed on order. Bosnia, Rwanda, he would have been a soldier and done horrendous genocidal acts too. So
There's a Jew in the attic or something. Like just ratting fucking Jews out everywhere.
It's a Jew in the attic or something.
I wouldn't be a good Nazi because I got glasses. I can see all the stuff.
Fucking Chip.
I'll say one thing with Chip. I never even thought Nazi.
I know. Sometimes Chip hits.
Sometimes Chip hits it out of the park.
Yeah. Bunts it down the third baseline. First easy out.
Sometimes Chip gets hit in the fucking septum with a pitch when the bases are loaded.
PFG TV with Scorch. Now he advertises for audience members.
Oh, great.
Yeah, if you want to come check out the show.
He just advertised for talent for the show. Now he needs an audience as well.
As far as coming to the show, we tape every Tuesday night. That is when we actually tape the show. Tuesday nights, the doors open at 7 o'clock. For the next, I'm going to say for the next 5 weeks, just as a welcome to the show type of thing, for the next 5 weeks, if you want to come into the show, your tickets are absolutely free. Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
People are paying to see this?
No, this is one of Scorch's lies. It's not for the next 5 weeks. It's forever, because last week on PFG TV, he also said for the next 5 weeks.
Oh,
he's
so the 5
lying.
weeks never
Because
end.
to him, he's like, this is going to be great. This is a good marketing scheme. People are going to sit at home saying, I got to act now. I got to get down there.
Before I have to pay.
Right.
Do you think people are acting now?
8 of them.
I think what they should do is you should trace all the places he's worked and see how many sexual assaults in the area. 'Cause I got a feeling there's more to Scorch than meets the eye now.
I'm kind of disappointed in Sam that he's going after this guy. This guy taught you a lot.
This
in
guy
radio.
he said that's what it always good. The student.
Right. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to show you guys. Look, I'm sitting here trying to get PFG TV to the next level.
He taught you a lot of secrets
Exactly.
of radio.
What are you going to turn on these guys next?
Right. Yeah, really.
I'm trying to bring
Scorch is nothing but
PFG TV to a bigger audience. That's all.
So you're saying you don't have to pay to...
Because Sam
Never.
was so
Send
young
the
and
audience.
innocent that can you imagine when he was like a kid when he was like 19 on that show?
Yeah, he didn't have the afro or nothing. or
Scorch
whatever.
was like, oh, this kid. He's like, he's a little nerdy kid. He just dismissed you kind of, but he was like,
Take him under my wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll teach him the ropes.
oh.
Yeah, no,
Scorch
you'll
never
never
even think. He just thinks in like the most primal terms. Like maybe this kid's family's got money. I can get somebody.
It's not even sincere.
Right.
There's an ulterior motive there.
Well, let's listen about the audience. You can go for free.
Are absolutely free. Yes, sir. You know what I mean? So we tape Tuesday nights, and of course we tape at the MCAM Television Studio, which is a really cool studio. It's high-def studio. We have a live studio audience, and basically you come in, we feed you Papagino's pizza, so you eat some free food. Many times people sneak in brown bags. I don't know what's in them. I don't ask. You can do what you want with those. That's cool. But it's fun to watch a show being made. And then when you go watch the show on TV itself, you're like, oh my God, is that really how it looked?
What show are you watching being made, by the way?
The studio is HD.
It's HD.
The studio is HD.
The cameras aren't, but the studio is.
Who the fuck cares when they're in a studio audience if it's an HD camera filming it?
Yeah.
No one has ever wondered
Who cares?
if this was an HD shoot.
Well, this is what you guys are confused about.
Yeah.
He made that up, too.
Oh,
it's not
That's
HD.
just a Scorch thing that he would say. He just because he sees HD around.
It's just a
term.
small little camcorder.
I mean, it's just a public access channel.
It's a hip tech term, so he just throws it out there.
That's why he said the studio. It's HD.
It's HD.
It doesn't make any
The studio
sense.
itself is HD and 3D.
Right.
Because if you walk into it, it's 3D.
It's like you're
and
there.
it's HD because everything is very high definition because you're seeing it with your eyes.
I'd like to write like one of those high dramas where, you know, Scorch, I mean, where Sam goes to work for Scorch and ends up like fucking Scorch's girlfriend and living in Scorch's house. And at the end, it's just this total betrayal, you know.
That would be great.
I trusted you.
What happened?
All my
Let me
secrets.
down.
It's true. He has that like Japanese, like fucking Kurosawa voice. I trusted you.
I let you into the fold.
Yeah.
And you betrayed me.
And Sam can play Sam. One of you guys can play Scorch.
Hey.
Can't we do like a film or something? It's time to do a real serious.
that would be
Get
great.
Scorch to play Scorch.
Scorch story.
Yeah, he wouldn't
What's
know.
he doing?
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
Yeah, he's doing this show. He's got to tape every Tuesday.
Let's go to Neil in New Hampshire. Neil.
Guys,
He's a mess.
guys, I'm willing to do the movie. Tuesday's out. One condition. Tuesday's out.
I still got to film my TV show. Neil,
Yes.
what do you got, buddy? Let's go.
Hey, I live here in New Hampshire, and the other day I happened to be in a friend's car, a piece of shit car that didn't have XM. And lo and behold, Scorch has got a go to hell line. It's a complete rip-off of your FU line.
Well, he wouldn't say that, though. He's just...
trade ideas.
Yeah, we're trading ideas. Don't you know that?
Well, the thing about the go to hell line is it was actually before you guys actually took the FU.
Is that what he's saying? Is that what he's saying?
Go to hell
No,
line.
Sam's saying that really happened.
Yeah, Sam.
You guys did steal our
We
Scorch.
stole it from Scorch.
Did we steal it from Scorch?
I always felt that way.
Fucking asshole.
Did he really have it first? These guys did steal it.
I mean, you guys.
You guys are switching
Colin,
the
he's
trade,
listening
right?
to you. He's listening to you, see?
He took.
He's defending his mentor.
You guys took Fields for Meals from him, so
Oh, we did?
that's what he told me. The first time I met him.
That was our AAF idea.
That was my idea.
You mean his AAF idea?
He's saying he came up with that?
He told me that the first day I met him.
Well, there you go then.
I mean, he's not going to lie the first day.
Scorch starts rock and rolled. Is that what this?
You know how Scorch likes to do bits where he shows people pictures every single time we've played this? He has to.
Yeah.
Rock and rolled
Yeah.
is where you show a picture of a rock and roll star when they were young, and then next to them, now what they look like that they're old.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Holy shit.
What happens? What's that mean? While he's rocking this bit, the audience rolls out.
This is a segment we call rock and roll.
I hope Zeppelin. How great would that be?
Yeah,
Takes
yeah.
the little he has.
Look, people, I can't afford the Papagino's pizza anymore. I'm in heavy litigation with Led Zeppelin.
How great would that
So,
be?
no Papagino this Tuesday. And I'm going to have to start charging tickets even though the 5 weeks hasn't expired.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Wait, Chip wants to say something.
This guy be a Led Zeppelin Susan. They'll be on a stairway up to the courthouse.
It almost takes your breath away.
It does. Oh, it does. It's so bad. God bless Colin Quinn.
Courthouse.
God bless him. You figured out a way to at least deal with him. I hope Zeppelin makes an example of Scorch. He's homeless within a year. They're like, we got to start somewhere. We got to make an example.
But then they listen to his lies. He says it's in 90 cities.
Right.
No, it's not 90 cities.
Oh, fuck. I made that up. Please.
What happened?
All right.
This is a segment we call rock and roll. Very nice, thank you. You want to see how some of these people age? Let's go. I think we start off, if I'm not mistaken, with Henry Rollins. Which, Nick, if you can go to his armpits, one thing is to pose for your picture. But why the hell do you pose for a picture with sweaty armpits like that?
It looks like it's a cameo. It doesn't really look like he was posing. It looked like somebody said, "Hey, dude." And he looked.
Do you think those are
Who makes a cameo in a photo?
Cameo? See, but explain. That's the greatness of Nick you just heard, Colin.
Yeah.
Well, with Nick, that's
he
terrific.
misuses the word cameo.
Right.
Not only did he misuse the word cameo, but Scorch was setting up for like a joke that he was going to start going with, and Nick said, "No, that's not accurate. He wasn't posing. It doesn't apply to this."
Oh,
So now Scorch's joke isn't going to make sense.
He really does pull the rug out from Scorch
what
every
did he
time.
need to say instead of cameo, though? He was trying to say like
A candid shot.
Candid, yes.
Cameo.
Okay, it's like a cameo.
Word up.
Oh, God.
It looked like somebody said, "Hey, dude." And he looked.
Do you think those are painted on to make him look like a tough guy?
What, the tattoos?
Yeah, no, the sweat things on his.
No.
They're not even on the same page.
The chemistry. That is ammonia and bleach. That's their chemistry. Breathe deep, audience.
They're not even on the same page with a hack joke.
It looks like two different shows were spliced together.
How do you fuck that up? The guy on the couch.
the only way that would have worked is he go, "No, what, the tattoos? No, not the fucking tattoos, Nick, you motherfucker."
Dope.
Yeah, you should have laid into him.
Yeah.
No, I got to keep it clean for the children. We're in 90 cities.
Next time.
What, the tattoos?
Yeah, no, the sweat things on his.
No. I think that's just
Henry Rollins, who I will go on the record. Henry, you'll never be on the show because you're one of the biggest pricks I've ever seen in my life. There you go. I said it. Yes, I did.
Whoa, he said it.
I said it,
Why
yes,
is
I
he?
did.
What's his reason for this? I want to hear this now.
Yeah, but you know what? Like Henry Rollins is like, oh, fuck. I'm not going to be on PFG TV now.
Damn.
Here's what happened. He's asked Henry Rollins 30 times and never heard back.
Yeah, and there's a restraining order.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Henry Rollins was upstairs.
I like the
fucking
fact that
place.
he goes, he's one of the biggest pricks I've ever seen in my life, too.
Holy shit, a letter from Led Zeppelin. Wait a minute, maybe they want to do the show. You open that up, take a look. What's a cease and desist? What does that mean? I don't understand.
Although I will say, Scorch advertised that within the coming weeks, maybe months, Bob Saget would be doing comedy on his show.
Wow. Oh, really?
Scorch has said that Bob Saget is going to do stand-up comedy.
How is he going to get out of that
PFG?
lie, you think?
He's going to play old
I bet it's
clips
true.
of-
What if he's doing? He might be doing a show in
Old
Manchester.
Full
He's trying to
House
sell
clips.
tickets.
I heard there's a little TV show that would have money. He has no idea. Shot in a garage.
It's HD. It's a HD garage.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's continue with rock and old or rolled.
Rock and rolled.
Whatever. Rolled.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got one of our two Rolling Stones guys.
Oh God!
I remember once on public TV in Boston. I think it was all around. There used to be a show called Zoom.
Yeah.
A little kids show. And one time on
I
Zoom,
remember
they
that show,
had
Scorch.
they did a
Zoom,
story about
Zoom,
this
Zoom.
dried apple head doll lady.
Yes.
Mick
God.
Jagger looks just like a dried apple head doll.
Oh my
Have you
God!
heard
Like the
that?
thing on Zoom 31 years ago.
I'm a little worried that the people in London won't get the Zoom reference.
But it's the way he gets to it. Instead of going, he looks like a dried apple head like you saw on Zoom.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, there was a show called Zoom. I think it was on different time and mountain time.
Right, Zoom, ZOOM, box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
remember
good
them.
memory.
Jesus,
Oh, I
Anthony.
just
God.
remember this thing.
Stop making us look
I don't know
stupid.
how.
God, this guy's got a memory. Looks like a bunch of photographs just pulled up. I hate
That
it.
wasn't really a slam, though, Chip. That was more like a compliment.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. This guy remembers everything. Boy, you gotta get up pretty early. Pull one by this character.
You seem to admire Anthony, Chip.
I do. I think he's got some good stuff. Smart.
Chip.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys should be very flattered that Chip happens to be a rabid O&A fan.
I know.
He's quite the listener. He's a very loyal listener to the show.
Very loyal.
Chip,
No, go on. All right.
No, I want to hear about Henry Rollins.
Mick Jagger now.
All right.
Remember that fucking apple head.
Oh, head tall. Daddy, look at that.
He does.
He'd also make a great Pez dispenser.
That's rough, man.
He looks hell, but
Wow, did he get...
Even Nick goes, that's rough, man.
That's rough, man.
That was a little over the line now.
That's a
He
little...
made a good Pez dispenser.
he looks hell, but you know what? He has so much money, he could probably make himself look back to the other one, I don't think, but...
You can buy a new one.
At least he's not getting beat up by his girlfriend like Ronnie Wood is.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, DJ, for
These guys are like Chip Chipperson. The same jokes.
At least he's not getting beat up by his girlfriend or something.
I was thinking that. I was going to say, at least his girlfriend's not, beating the Rolling Stones out of him.
You belong on Scorch, Chip.
I would love to.
Norton should go undercover as Chip on Scorch's show.
Yeah, that guy Nick is good. Quick. Top dresser.
Well, Scorch finishes the bit with this.
And finally, this one here. Okay, here's what Miley Cyrus is going to go up to look like. She's all hot now. She thinks she's all great. Yeah, I'm all cool. And I'll put tattoos on my private areas, and I'll wear these little skimpy panties on stage. But you know what,
Jesus,
Miley?
calm down.
This is what you're going to grow up into, baby. And that is what is called rock and roll. That's what
Wait a minute. When he goes, and this is what you're going to grow up to be, shouldn't there have been a laugh or a reaction there?
It's probably
by the
a picture
crowd?
of Billy Ray or something. You're right.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
There was nothing but like,
stuff.
they were even they were waiting to see where it was going, and Scorch was playing the music. The Zeppelin's out. He's going to Nick like this. Come on.
Blatant licensing problem.
So we got to
Go into my licensing issue and play the Zeppelin.
we should report him.
At least I like the fact that he
We should report him to Atlantic Records. We should.
but at least he picked like a distinctive Zeppelin song, not like a hack.
Well, it goes with the bit. Rock and roll.
Yeah. Rock and roll. Great.
Come on, he's thinking.
Oh, is he?
We're almost done. Scorch and Nick attempt to tell a joke together while introing some music act.
But could you just play back again when he said Pez dispenser? I just wanted to
You like that? You enjoyed that, right?
That bomb.
And Nick goes, that's rough.
That's rough. Monumental.
Nick never backs him up.
No.
Never.
No.
And he's not even doing it to spite him. He just doesn't have the humor in him at all to say that this would be the opportunity for me to help him out.
He's got nothing.
Right.
Nick is a creative and energy vacuum.
You think, Jimmy?
Yeah. He just sucks everything out.
We've been listening to a lot of PFG audio. Not one thing has interested us.
No.
that Nick has said.
No, he's
nothing.
terrible.
Not a wanna. All right, here.
Very rarely do I get like, I don't want to say giddy, but that's probably a good kind of word to put. But very rarely do I get giddy over guests.
Well, considering the things you were doing in the cars to their music.
Yeah, do you know
at
what
the
I mean?
time.
I can probably be more giddy now because I don't think I was doing anything then.
I don't think you do anything now.
That's what I mean. So it is our extreme pleasure to introduce to you.
What was that? I don't get what's going on.
I'll tell you exactly what's going on.
It just makes you
He
angry.
was trying to say that he used to have sex to the music in the cars, but then Nick took it and somehow twisted it to say you weren't doing anything now because you're older, and then somehow Scorch said you weren't doing. I wasn't doing anything then. All right, let's make it. I'm telling you, there's no logical sequence. We should hear that again.
And they haven't even set up that it's a band.
I gotta hear this
All right,
again.
let's try to
and
figure out what they're
figure out what
at least
the fuck's
what they wanted.
Let's play a game called What the Fuck is Scorch Talking About?
Yeah.
Very rarely do I get like, I don't want to say giddy, but that's probably a good kind of word to put. But very rarely do I get giddy over guests.
Well, considering the things you were doing in the cars to their music.
Yeah, do you know
at
what
the
I mean? I can probably be more giddy now because I don't think I was doing anything then.
I don't think you do anything now.
That's what I mean. So it is our
That's not what you
extreme.
meant.
No.
And look
What
at
you
me.
meant
and look
was
at
just the
you.
opposite. What the first guy was saying, Nick was saying, when you were younger, you'd be fooling around the cars to them. Then Nick was like, now I get more action, so probably more than I did then. I wasn't getting any. And then Nick goes, I don't think you're doing anything now, like being normal, like you're old. And he goes, that's what I meant, even though he meant the exact opposite. Nick actually made sense then. He was trying to say when you were young, you were getting laid in the cars, now you're old.
Sure. Right.
But Scorch was trying to say the opposite, but then claimed that he meant what Nick said. That's what happened.
It is our extreme pleasure to introduce to you the My TV audience and the PFG TV audience, Charlie Farron and John Butcher. This is Farron Butcher Inc.
Who? Charlie Farron and John Butcher, Farron Butcher Inc.
There's probably some local band from New Hampshire.
They're old. I don't know. He talked to them like they've been in music for quite some time and made quite an impact. So I assumed they had, and I'd missed it.
They're probably local good band musicians from around the area.
Oh, I'm sure they're really good.
They're good in that zip code. That's about it. Holy shit. This is exhausting, but it is labeled greatest clip ever.
It's spiritually debilitating.
Hold on, man. We got Keith Robinson. Hey, Keith. Keith Robinson, everyone. You got Jim Norton in studio and Colin Quinn. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? What's happening? Colin, you are, you in every cop movie, Colin, what you called as the neighborhood informant. He snitched on, Keith won't make it. I seen him last night.
And where are you?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You snitching.
Where are you?
Why couldn't you make up something for your friend, you snitch?
Where are you?
He probably had family troubles. I'm in stupid traffic with my Easy Pass that doesn't work anywhere.
Wait a minute. You're supposed to be at 8 o'clock. We said 8 o'clock last night.
8:30.
It's 8:38 and you're still stuck in Easy Pass.
But Easy Pass is the worst. It has no effect on the Lincoln Tunnel. None.
What? Works when I use it.
Yeah, me too.
It works. My Easy Pass is racist.
Well, you're not supposed to, for an 8:30 appearance, you're not supposed to leave to hit tunnel traffic at 8 o'clock from Woodbridge.
I think he's lying. He's nowhere near you, so he's in his house.
I'm not in my house.
Beep your horn.
You can hear traffic, show you traffic.
Beep the horn.
All right.
And it's this big trucker right in front of me that I'm
How funny would that be? The guy just snatched him out.
Yeah.
Payback for Reginald Denny.
How long till you're here?
I don't even know. I'll probably just be sitting in traffic and have breakfast in the city when I finally get there about 10. It's awful.
That's Keith's lonely way of saying, guys, would you gotta have breakfast with me at 10?
I do not like Colin being an informant.
Yeah, he did. He
neighborhood snitch.
I rolled right over on you.
Yeah.
Well, because we're standing outside at 11 o'clock, you just got in, you're all dolled up, and you're like, yeah, I don't know, and you go, where is it again? And you talk to me. I just don't like
There
being...
you go. Every bit of information you give, Colin, I said that to you.
Right.
Right.
He can't retain, this old man can't retain information. Here's what I know.
Here's what you want to do. You want to just...
The drugs and Jim Norton with a tranny named Nancy.
No. What you want to do is you want to just put your siren on, tell everybody it's some kind of an emergency.
That's a good one.
Oh, Chip.
Chip is really...
Fucking, I can't take Chip.
All right. Well, we'll see when you get here.
All right.
Bye, sweetie.
All right. Keith Robinson will be here soon. But
what a nincompoop.
We were gonna stop, but it says.
Oh, it sounds like you're gonna say something racist.
Yeah, very good, Chip.
We were gonna stop at the Scorch clips, but this one says greatest clip ever. You want to explain this one, Sam?
Wow.
It's my favorite clip that's ever been on television.
Wow.
That's a bold statement.
Scorch had his big band in, and one of them had a DVD that I guess you can purchase on his website.
Okay.
And Scorch had them give him a piece of tape to play because, he's one of those, it's like a talk show.
Yeah, you know, like Letterman or Leno, you got to play a clip from your project.
Clip.
Yeah, sure.
They'll go to tape. Scorch sent it to tape and sat awkwardly as nothing happened, and then started talking about how he would take this out in editing and then aired it on television. This is not a studio feed. This is what aired on the Mind to 90 cities and to London.
So he covered his ass for the studio audience going, yeah, we fucked up, obviously, but I'm going to take that out in editing.
But he was too lazy to do it.
Right. There's no editing.
He didn't edit it.
So it's really a retrospective of my career, of what I've done. It was a terrific show.
Good for you. And we have a piece of this on video, right? Yeah. Why don't we see a piece of Charlie Farron retrospective live at the Regent Theater, and then we're going to talk about the future of Can we not do this yet? No? Yes? Maybe? Oh, okay. Good thing we have editing, huh? Because there's slight difficulty.
Oh my God.
Shh, everybody quiet.
Yeah, because they do that. They just shut themselves off all the time. I find it difficult to keep one on.
What the fuck?
I like the sound effect. What triggers that? Do you trigger that? Nice. Yeah.
This is a bomb.
Are we good? So we can just find out. We're going to edit right into it? Okay, so just run the tape. That's cool.
That's how it aired.
All right, that's if you're one of the 90 fucking people that watch this show, that's what you would have seen on TV, right?
Yes, the recording I got was taped off of television. There's no secret. Somebody watched it on TV, taped it, and sent it to me.
Yeah,
that's what was on television.
Edit it out.
And he just sat there rubbing his bald head and throwing his pen down as if he was frustrated.
All right, we got our final
professional.
Clip.
He doesn't like when things like that happen.
Scorch and PFG TV. We end with this one.
Welcome back. Scorch's PFG TV. How about this? So right now, Scorch's PFG TV is on My Network Television New England. And about 3 million homes, plus the 90 cities.
3 million homes in New England?
Homes. Did you hear that, Colin?
Wow.
That's half the audience of Celebrity Apprentice. I think Celebrity Apprentice is doing about 6.5.
3 million homes, 90 cities.
So it's
plus 90 cities.
He's trying to be like New England
3 million
Sports
is just
Network.
New England.
Right. He thinks it's like New England Sports Network.
Oh, yeah.
That's just New England. So if you figure...
Oh, wait, he's saying 3 million
plus
homes.
90 cities.
Plus 90 cities.
3 million homes on the My Network in New England, in New Hampshire. In Manch Vegas, 3 million homes.
So you figure 90 more cities, let's just say not even a million a city.
So more people are watching PFG TV than the Super Bowl.
He's implying he has about 83 million viewers.
He really is polluted. You're right. I take it back.
He's out of his head.
Completely out of his mind. I'm telling you,
I think that would be
every city he's worked at.
I think that would be about 270 million viewers.
No, because he's saying New England. He's not saying one area.
Okay, so
he's saying
3 million
England.
in New England.
Yeah.
So not every city's doing 3 million
Right.
for him. I got you. So we're averaging it down a little bit.
Yeah, he wouldn't lie about that. I'm saying about 700,000.
Disrespectful. Safe to say 10 million people?
I'll say 700,000 per city. So you figure 700,000 times 90.
That's another
63 million people. 63 million.
So you're pushing fucking
66 million people.
Oh, right.
A week.
A week.
All right.
Yeah. You're right.
Welcome back. Scorch's PFG TV. How about this? So right now, Scorch's PFG TV is on My Network Television New England. And about 3 million homes, plus the 90 cities around coast to coast on cable, right? So I'm working on this deal that probably by the time this show actually airs, Scorch's PFG TV is going to be on from Albany, New York to Buffalo, New York, adding another 4 million homes to the So the show is blowing up. And I want to thank everybody for making it a part of what's becoming the fastest growing entertainment television show on network TV, and I appreciate that.
What are you talking about?
Come on, he didn't just say that.
Yes, he did.
Well, you know what it is? At the beginning, he's trying to say My TV, like the channel is on.
Yeah.
But then he throws his show in, but then he starts getting really just lying. I'll lying.
And the fastest growing entertainment.
And it's on network TV.
So what does that mean? Who's he beating out?
Do you want to know
Who's he beating out?
Sam seems to understand him better than most.
Do you want to know what his deal is with the 4 million people from Albany to Buffalo?
What's his deal?
He is trying to convince one of the local stations in Syracuse to put him on. That's what he's talking about.
That's his deal.
Syracuse.
Adding another 4 million homes.
And he thinks if you're on in Syracuse, you might get some of the outskirts of Buffalo listening.
He's thinking Albany to Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's just a local channel in Syracuse.
Wow.
But why would he brag about that when he's on in 90 cities?
And London.
If you're on in 90 cities in London, why would you care about... And why are you not on...
in Albany.
Places so close to you. Albany, Buffalo, like, what are the other cities?
If you're in 90 cities, you would assume
Especially
you'd be on in Albany. That's not that far away from where he's at.
By the way, he said an additional 4 million homes. Now, as we all know, a home includes families, so that's more than 4 million people.
You're right. That's probably 12 million people.
You know what it is?
Safe to say.
It's that Sam is like Tony Montana and Scorch is like Frank Lopez.
I mean, you would think that he would already be on it in Syracuse, especially with the reputation that he developed. He told me that when he was doing afternoons in K-Rock, he had to stop going out to the mall and stuff because he'd go to the mall and he'd be on the first level. People on the second level would be leaning over the rail going, Scorch!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he can't leave his home at this point, Colin.
Yeah. Now with
I really is a deluded maniac.
He is insane.
You called him a deluded
maniac. Holy shit.
I can't get enough of this guy.
I'm on my TV.
Yeah.
And if you pitched him the movie about him being betrayed, he wouldn't do it because he would think that it's unrealistic that somebody could outsmart him.
Does he get the tapes of our show and what you're doing to him?
Our fans.
He gave you your first break, basically.
Can't
Look what
you do
you're
like
doing
a
to this guy.
5-minute movie about Scorch with Sam playing himself and make it like a kung fu movie? And
It would be great. I love the little kicker where he has sex with Scorch.
Yeah.
And the loyalty part is just fantastic. Oh, the storyline is great.
I like the fact that Zeppelin's going to sue him.
Yeah,
no, you put Zeppelin in the soundtrack and they really sue him. Imagine at the Tribeca Film Festival. Tribeca Film Festival. Everybody's sitting in suddenly this.
Hope it's not the gay men's health crisis on the phone. Bad news for Gregorio. What the hell's that?
Well, when he runs out of the studio with the phone,
what does it mean?
We don't know if
in
his wife's
his
having a
hand.
baby.
You don't know because she'll be
a day late.
She's actually a day late. Wow. So when he runs out like that with the phone, you're thinking, oh boy. This could be the big one.
That's it.
That Ricky Ricardo moment. Lucy's having a baby. He runs in there, the cigars. That's the old school way of doing it. We always talk about like how I don't like this newfangled way people are having kids with a fucking husband in there holding the mother's hand and breathe and all that shit. He should be in the waiting room with his friends. And then the nurse comes out and says it's a boy or a girl or something. And then they light up a cigar and have a shot.
Then he goes and has one last fling with the secretary and goes, now I can't see you no more, honey. I got kids now.
Now I have kids. It's not appropriate. Smash it on the ass. Take a letter.
She's heartbroken and turns into like the local harlot, drinking every night, 4 roses at the bar, banging all these other guys. The late 50s.
You gotta love it. Yeah.
Oh my God, who got eliminated from American Idol?
Siobhan.
How do you know that?
I was watching.
Why?
She was my favorite to win, too.
She looks pretty cute. She looks like one of the girls from Bananarama. Are they still popular?
Bananarama.
Yeah, she's going to have to be on a show called American Idol. Not.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you did a not.
Chip is really shameless. There's a level of hostility. It's like really there's something, underneath Chip that really is just hostile and violent. That's why I say it reminds me of like Rwandan, like he's like your next door neighbor that'll just turn on you, just eviscerate you and rape your family,
Yeah, you can tell, like, there's something about his look and his demeanor.
Yes,
that he's trying to be funny, but
there's
he's
a lot
very
of
mean.
Yeah, very mean.
Angry. And, he'll turn on you in a second.
I just like to make people laugh. There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
I've always been funny
He's
my whole
like
life.
a mean Rupert Pupkin.
Cracking people up all over the place.
Well, yeah.
Jealous.
He's like, he thinks he's making people laugh all over the place.
Yeah. I'll wait. I'm wondering if this is The moment or
I
something.
got to tinkle.
Are you going to tinkle?
Yeah, why don't we take a break and come back?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, we'll take a break. Let's take a break because we got. Oh my God, we have so many commercials today. It's not a good thing to tell the listeners because then they tune out.
Yeah, that's not very professional of you.
Great way to keep them listening.
Yeah.
You know, you just said that.
A lot of commercials.
Yeah, why don't you just tell them, hey, stick around for a few hours. We're going to have all kinds of different things like static and stuff for you.
Static and stuff for you. See, but the thing is, they do include my live reads, which are just...
They are legendary.
Fantastic.
They're good, huh?
They're entertaining, so you stick around for those alone.
Right.
So we'll be right back after these words.
False alarm. Sorry. Running out like that. I thought the mucus plug disengaged, Anthony, but no, that's not the case. Mucus plug's still intact. You know about that, Colin?
Plug.
When a woman has a baby, before it happens, the mucus plug disengages.
Oh.
Mucus plug.
That's gross.
Back on the air.
If I had a band, I would call it Mucus Plug. Do we have Keith Robinson? He's going to call with another tunnel update.
Hope his car's upside down in a ditch.
He's officially 35 minutes late. And Jimmy's got to go home early because he's got gigs in Pittsburgh at the Improv.
Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, so I'm flying out today.
Yeah.
To get there nice and early. Mm-hmm. So I know that we're in town.
Who cares? What a
Everyone
bore.
does. It's a very good story.
Nobody wants to hear the story of your schedule.
Why not?
Well, I'm flying early to get there. Oh, really?
You ever play Pittsburgh, Colin?
Sure I have. Well, boy, I almost killed. Literally, the closest I've come to suicide since I was a kid was the last time I was in Pittsburgh. I was at the airport hotel. It was on my birthday. I found out my ex was pregnant. I get in the plane. It's only an hour flight. The girl next to me is kind of cute. She throws up in my lap and doesn't apologize. This was all on my birthday.
Why? Was she drunk or did you just try talking to her?
She was a little tipsy.
Did you indicate you were interested?
I was like, hey, miss, you ever watch the remote control? And she was a little tipsy and she threw up and didn't apologize. She's like, yeah, I told him to give me, remember I told him to give me pretzels. She's like trying to sympathize with me. I'm like, I have vomit on my fucking pants. I was staying at the airport.
That sounds like the best birthday ever, Carl.
Oh, Chip, it wasn't, is my point. Then again, for Chip, that would have been the best birthday ever, probably. Human contact with someone other than his mother.
Her mother's a saint on earth. So what happened?
She's a saint, but I told you last night the reason she hates Jen, Chip's girlfriend, is because anybody that brings any kind of life and air and like happiness, she wants to suffocate Chip.
Yes.
But in a good way, you know. She loves him, but it reminds me of the relationship. If you ever saw the classic movie Waterboy, it reminds me of Bobby Boucher and his mother.
Bobby Boucher and his mother, yeah.
Kathy Bates.
Yes.
I'm out on that
Mama,
reference.
I don't care what you say. I like Vicky Valancourt.
She was very smothering.
But anyway, so Pittsburgh, did I stay? They put me up at the airport hotel. I'm at the airport hotel all week. I mean, I really wanted to kill they look at this window. I'm trying to get in shape. I was as fat as I've been. I'm jogging in the airport parking lot. I lived at the airport like that Tom Hanks movie all week. I'm selling shit for tickets. A guy comes up to me to make me feel better after one show. He goes, hey, man, don't worry. You know, it's not crowded. Kenny Chesney's going to be in town next week. So my fans are saving up for fucking Kenny Chesney concerts.
How long ago is this?
Probably 3 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, it was just the most...
Wait, you were jogging around the parking lot of the hotel?
I'm jogging around... There was no gym. I'm jogging around the parking lot of the hotel. Every day I'm at the gift store because you can't... That airport is near nothing else.
So you can't...
Don't get me wrong. It's a lovely airport. I mean, I didn't enjoy... As airports go, Pittsburgh is one of our finest.
But you can't, leave your hotel and take a nice walk and see some shit.
And you have to go through security every time. I'd have to go through security to go hang out at the mall. Because it's airport. Like, you'd have to go into the security. And
why didn't you,
I should have killed myself.
Why didn't you stay downtown?
I kill myself?
Stay downtown where a gay is.
I don't know what happened, but I ended up at the airport hotel.
Oh, okay.
No, the gig wasn't downtown. The gig was, the gig, plus going to radio took like an hour and a half to get, you know.
You were miserable?
Oh, my God. I really wanted to kill myself.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
My last Pittsburgh story wasn't that bad, but I would say it wasn't great either.
What happened?
Nothing, just did a gig.
Oh. Well, you're right. That's kind of that has a lot of levels to it, but some of them are good and some of them are bad. Well, I heard Chip's going to be making an appearance doing some Roethlisberger jokes.
Yeah, but I go up there, I go, hey, everybody, I almost misread this sign and thought I was in Schittsburg.
Oh, don't say that, Chip. That could really turn the crowd on you.
Does that crack him up, though?
They go crazy when you mess up the town name.
Yeah?
Sure.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh, I say I'm real hungry. I better go order myself a Pittsburgher with fries.
Oh, Pittsburgher.
Oh, my God.
Wow, that is good.
Hey, can we Google image the mucus plug, Daddy? Now, that would be a fine Google image today. Please. And also, we're going to get into Sean's love life or not today?
God.
Whoa!
Let me see what a mucus plug looks like.
Oh, fucking A.
That's
God
a good
damn
one.
It.
This is what we're supposed to be looking for at this
A
point.
mucus plug. There it is.
Let me see what a mucus...
I want to see it.
I want to see what I'm looking for.
Look, warning. It goes warning picture.
Oh, that's not. That's never good.
That's not a good sign.
Let's see what a mucus plug looks like.
There it is.
Let me take a look. What is that? That just looks like a little, like a half a ear or something.
That looks like Twatto.
Twatto.
Yeah,
there you go.
Like
it looks like Twatto.
Twatto.
Speaking of Twatto, she thinks
God damn it.
her picture was taken by the serial killer.
Oh, my God. It might have been.
This up yet.
See, we don't know.
It might have been.
There's a whole thing going on. All right, mucus plug, whatever.
What?
But
Yeah, there's a whole thing going on that Sandy Kane might have had our picture taken by this
Richard Al-Qaeda?
Al-Qaeda, yeah.
I believe it. I believe it.
The dating game serial killer
Yeah,
guy. You saw
I
the clip
know
from
the
the dating
whole
game?
thing, yeah.
Okay, good.
Now, it would be in the late 70s, the mid to late 70s.
NYPD released a whole bunch of photos.
Right.
Okay.
And now is Sandy Kane saying this is her?
She's saying
Let's
it's
see
her.
it.
And we can't...
She couldn't be that young in the late
verify
70s.
Isn't there another... that's what I'm thinking.
No way that's her.
No?
No way. I found in my house once.
Get a picture of Sandy Kane online, too. So maybe the eyes match up, because that's the only thing that
She does have the eyes.
That's the only thing that doesn't really age.
Remember the time she goes to Opie, hey, Opie, want a blowjob? And he goes, no. And she goes, what are you, gay?
Man.
Let me see the one over there.
Instead of being like, oh, my God, I'm losing my sexuality.
Exactly.
She's like, I know the solution to this. The guy's gay.
She's in the same world as Scorch.
Yeah, I don't... I can't see as how this is Sandy Kane.
Well, let Colin study
Not
this.
in the late 70s. If that was from like 1971, maybe.
Look at the eyes. Is there something going on, Colin?
There's something in the
I think
mouth.
it's Sandy Kane.
I don't know, man.
Well, of course.
I found an over 40 magazine once that was in my house, and Sandy Kane was in it, and I checked the copyright date, and it was like from like the mid 80s. So there's no way, and she pretty much looked the same as she does now. So there's
She
no
has
way
held
that
up very nicely.
there's no way that picture is from the late 70s,
I don't
and then
think so.
and then she's posing an over 40 magazine barely 10 years later.
Speaking of, forget about Zeppelin. How about her just taking and biting the naked cowboy?
I
Just
know.
like, hey.
I know. Yeah,
But that's the
that
thing
lawsuit's
about-
coming for her.
But that's the thing
Completely.
about Sandy. She's like, fuck you. I'm doing it in front of your face.
Fuck you, I'm doing it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I don't care.
I think it's Sandy.
She's the naked cow cadaver.
I'm gonna look
Oh,
at...
Sandy.
Let's get her on.
Can we make grease?
Can we get her on
with Sandy Kane.
Yeah, it should be all greasy. You could bet you the bottom dollar on that.
Chipperson.
Grease is the word.
Sandy.
You're the one that I want. You're the one I want. Ooh. Honey, the one that I want.
Hey, man, you fucked me at the beach, man.
Tell me more.
Let's see, this picture's from what, 75, you think?
There she is without her horrendous
way
wig.
is it her. It's not her. This girl looks like the Ivory Soap Girl, and that's fucking.
Are we getting
looks like Warren Haynes in 1975?
Jesus, you just insulted Warren Haynes. I think. Why don't we get Sandy Kane on the fucking show? Is she answering her phone today? She needs
but
she needs to explain herself. Ann, are you studying this?
Yeah. I'm trying to get a good picture of her that I can.
You
really
got to go with the
compare.
eyes. That's the only thing we
No,
have.
the mouth
and the
too,
mouth maybe
a little bit, but I can't see it. Oh, my God.
Oh,
Okay.
very good question. Cigars and Scotch writes, do the vaginal warts line up? It's a very good question. Very good question. Imagine there's just a mini Twatto.
Yeah. Her face shape isn't right.
No.
The nose is not right at all.
It's not her. It's not her. She's lying through her fucking...
But other than that...
just the fact that I probably in the 70s would have banged this girl, I'd never want to think that in any way, shape, or form I ever would have.
I feel like it looks like a little bit like Sandy. Remember something, in the 70s, this could be 35 years ago.
No, I said that too. But when you look at her in the 80s, that fucking person...
But is that the 80s or
Ted
the 90s?
Nugent did not come from... This picture was 1967, I'd say, maybe.
Bay City Rollers hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Girl.
Woody.
Woody.
She's Woody.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
No.
No, I'm not feeling that this is Sandy Kane.
No, the nose is different.
Yeah, the nose is completely different.
Yeah, but she got punched a lot.
She did?
Oh, well,
Seems
you're
like
saying the years of abuse could have taken its
My favorite
toll?
Sandy Kane story ever.
Sandy.
She claims, Colin, that a trucker raped her.
Yeah.
And then they had breakfast
Yeah, then
together.
they went out to breakfast.
Well, she's probably traumatized.
Stranded at the truck stop, branded a fool.
She said at the time when she told the story something like, I figured what the hell. I'm hungry, he's hungry. So
She's right, though. What are you going to do? Roll with it.
Who's she being interviewed by? Can we hear some of this?
Sure.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
This looks very old.
For me, it's actually boring.
83?
It is. It is boring.
It is very boring.
Boring for you?
Yeah, it's been very boring, and...
Oh, so this would have been 4 years
I'm
after
going to
this
say
picture?
something that's very
What happened?
personal.
A nuclear
Any strip
explosion?
people are watching.
What the fuck?
Strip clubs are... The minute a guy walks in, you want to rob him. You know what I mean? It's like, sell this guy a $300 bottle of water, and give him as little as possible, then throw him the hell out the door.
Why? What's your feeling about this guy? I mean, you don't
I'm
have
starting to think it's her. Look at
No way. Look at this girl's hair is all nice
The job is
supple.
rob this guy
She got
and throw him the
crypt
hell
keeper
out.
hair.
You know he has money to spend, and
Yeah,
you know...
if it's
got a head of
credit
nussbaum
card
nose
that he
over
has,
there.
Yes.
That's what these women think.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
The person we're looking at on the monitor is a monster.
Yes, there's like a sweet, innocent girl here in this picture, and then we have
Aren't
that.
women like that anyway? Don't they go for men for money? I don't know either. I've been in strip clubs so long. But don't women do that anyway?
Like she fell in a vat of chemo.
No, I think women are...
I don't have money, so it's not...
Yeah, right. I don't know either, but I think that women are like that
Why
anyway.
is she asking that guy if he's been a strip club? Looks like he
Exactly.
doesn't go in a...
What about...
Strip
Looks
clubs
like the
anyway.
serial
I
killer.
think really women are really like that.
It is weird to hear her talking normally, though.
And
No,
hopefully
but I'm
they'll
just
be...
saying a lot of women do. I've heard men say that you know, this woman only likes me for my money, or...
And you're saying that's true.
Truthfully, my life has been so messed up working in strip clubs as far as having a normal relationships with men that I am not a good person to ask.
So you mean, because you work...
Wow, his mic sucks, huh?
No, I am so...
Yeah, where was it recorded?
Chomo.
Huh?
Chomo.
Chomo lesson.
See, look at that. That's a nice close-up right there.
Pause it right there.
Danny paused
Worst
it
face ever.
perfect,
Yeah. It's like a
perfect
political
spot.
photo.
Although she's squinting a little bit, so you can kind of see the eyes a little, but no.
It's not her.
That cannot possibly be. I would absolutely guarantee that is not Sandy Kane. Look, her face is a lot longer. The distance between the eyes is a shorter distance on old haggy Sandy Kane.
Same nose.
She actually looks like that serial killer herself.
Yeah.
No, the nose is a little
off.
She looks like Dee Snider.
Yeah. And the mouth isn't, that
It's
is
not her.
fucking her.
Dude, this girl
Look
is
at
about
that hair.
23, 25 maybe in this picture that we're holding. And I'm going to guess, let's say it was taken in 72.
Yeah, that ain't it.
It's not her.
Wasn't he taking
That's
pictures
not
in the
Sandy
60s, though, too?
If this was 67 maybe,
Yeah.
and you could say maybe it was 40 years ago, I'd say possible.
Yeah, we need that picture to be about 4 years ago
Yeah.
for it to even be
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, that ain't it.
To even be considered.
No way. No way we'd even consider that.
She should be singing fucking Tears Go By with this haircut.
She looks like Leather Tuscadero.
Yeah.
Leather Tuscadero.
I love that.
She does.
Did you think that was cool when she would do that?
Oh, my God. Was
Susie
that the coolest?
Quattro.
Susie Quattro ruled.
Nice. Who's on the hotline? Keith? We got Keith Robinson, who's now 50 minutes late.
And the top.
Hi, Keith.
What happened?
Hey, I'm going through the Lincoln Tunnel right now as we speak.
I knew he was lying the whole time.
How ironic.
Who's...
Carl said you were lying.
You're not there. First of all, your phone wouldn't work in the Lincoln Tunnel.
There you go. There's the goddamn neighborhood informant again.
I call it the Budinsky Tunnel.
I'm right there.
Where are you? Be honest.
Don't catch me and pull me over. I'll be right there.
That's true.
Yeah, because you won't hit any traffic going to 6th Avenue and 49th Street at this time. There won't be any Midtown traffic at all in New York. You'll zip right over.
You ruined the entire show.
Oh, man.
Shut your trap, Jim. What the hell?
Shut your trap.
Well, who's this Cupca there? Who's the man? What was the girl? Who looks like who? I just hear stuff on the phone that I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I want to know. I want to answer.
Sandy Kane, the ex-stripper.
I don't know if it's an ex-stripper.
The disaster.
I think she still
The
does
current
all the time.
stripper, the naked cowgirl, she goes herself, was one of the girls that serial killer. You read about the serial killer? He was on the dating game and he took a bunch of pictures of girls in New York and L.A. in the 60s. And she's one of the New York girls.
Possible. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
possible.
She says,
and there's a picture of her that looks a spitting image of her right now. She's a little younger.
Really? A spitting image? No, not at all.
Well, you're not going to make this show. Just meet us for breakfast somewhere.
I'm in the tunnel now.
You're a liar.
I'm right there. I'm in the tunnel. You can hear it. You can hear tunnel traffic. There's a difference. It's like being in the bathroom. You can tell when someone's in the bathroom.
Beep the horn.
Beep the horn
I'm in the tunnel.
Beep the horn.
Yeah, beep the horn and yell, I got a bomb in the trunk.
I'm telling you, I'm in the tunnel. If you can hear it, it's just good. I'm there. I'll be there in 3 minutes. 3 minutes, I'm there.
All right.
3 minutes.
9:21.
9:21.
9:21.
We'll give you it to 9:30.
I don't see that happening.
9:30. I'll definitely be there by 9:30, but I'm saying 3 to 4 minutes because I'm just falling right in and I'm pushing people out the way, and the traffic is moving really good right now.
But where are you going to park?
A place called a parking spot, Colin.
Yeah, but there are some on 6th Avenue.
Did you say parking spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a parking lot. I'm sorry.
All right, because the
You
parking.
can't make, I'll be there in a few seconds to talk about Sandy Kane.
All right, we'll see you in a few.
Keith Robinson, everyone. Still in traffic.
Unbelievable.
Almost an hour late at this point. You know our intern Sean with his Peace Corps girlfriend? We have
Yes.
we have an update on that if you guys want to go
Yes.
there.
Really?
Yeah, you want to go there?
Let's go there.
We could do it, Sam. Well, Sam's getting some big airtime today because he knows about this as well. We'll do the backstage because Sam went backstage with this. I think this will explain a lot for the people that don't know.
And now, backstage with O&A. Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts. Last week, porn star Mary Carey stopped by the Opie and Anthony show, and we noticed that before her interview, she spent some time in the break room with possibly gay intern Sean. We went to Mary to find out what happened.
So, Mary, we kind of noticed that you went back to get some coffee with our intern, Sean, and you guys were back there for a while. What's going on?
You know, I was giving Sean some relationship and woman advice. And
Woman advice?
I mean, well, no. Advice about women. He had a girlfriend that's cheated on him, you know, 3 different men, a bunch of different times. Then he told me about the time they broke up for a week and she had sex with 2 different guys in that week.
Jesus.
Like, that's already 5 guys. And, I mean, if that's what he knows about, there's got to be many more that he doesn't know about.
Were you surprised that Sean put up with as much as he put up with from his girlfriend?
You know what, I think what he put up with is surprising, but I'm not surprised that he would put up with that because he seems a little bit like the type who, like, the girl could be like, I just had a gangbang, please forgive me. And he'll be like, okay, I love you. I should have had a guy like that when I was growing up. You know, that would have been much easier. The guys I dated would never put up with that, you know?
Yeah, they were men.
Yes, they were men, yes.
In a surprising twist, not only does effeminate and delicate Sean have a girlfriend, but she's been creeping all over town. We confronted Sean about the details.
So, intern Sean, I heard you and Mary Carey were in the break room for a while. What's going on there?
She was telling me stories that I could relate to about heartbreak and being cheated on and having to deal with the ramifications of, like,
Right. She said that your girlfriend may or may not have cheated on you with 5 men.
5? Is that what she said? 5 men?
Yes.
No, it's 3. I'm very...
Gay?
Like, pseudo gay.
I see. Is that kind of a new thing the kids are doing now, pseudo gay? Is that like bi?
I'm not bi. I care a lot about what I wear and grooming. But some girls like that.
Do they?
Yes.
They like it enough to cheat on you repeatedly? Is this what I'm hearing?
Well, problem with me is that I'm not man enough. And the guy that she cheated on me with has an AK-47 tattoo on his arm.
Okay.
He can't get much manlier than that.
No, Sean, you can't. But to your credit, it would be tough to get less manly than you. What will happen as this backstage drama unfolds? Probably a murder-suicide, but rest assured, Backstage will be there to cover it. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
And Colin, right behind you is Sean. Sean is right behind you with Sam. So,
Nice to meet you.
Colin, what's your first impression of Sean there, Colin?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously a good-looking kid. He's got dimples. But, the sweater and the wife beater is worn in a certain kind of metrosexual way.
Yeah.
I can't see, I don't know. It's hard to tell, really.
Well, he says he likes girls, and
I believe he likes girls.
His present.
No, he may be one of those guys that like, he likes the girl, and then, maybe you'll kind of get involved on the other end of this thing,
You mean like bi?
Well, I don't know if it's bi, but the girl has to be involved, and then you'll, start playing with the guy, too.
Yeah. Like if the girl's in the kitchen, you and the guy would suck each other's dick.
Yeah. Would that happen?
No.
Any chance?
No chance.
He likes...
Who's this guy with an AK-47 tattoo? That's what I want to know. Why do you have any tattoos? You young kids love the tats.
I'm not...
Oh, he pulled up his sleeve to show a little tat.
What's that got on there?
It just says...
What does it say?
Ash.
What?
Ash.
Why?
I don't know.
It says more than ash. It's like 11 words there.
There's like a lot going on there. What does that say?
Come on,
It says
Sean.
cremate.
Cremate if found dead?
If found dead.
Oh, my God.
Are
What
you
a
kidding?
ghoul.
You have a label on you?
You have instructions.
This kid was one of those high school goths.
You're a goth kid?
No, I just...
Is that a
Things
tat?
have been really crazy lately.
Is that a tat?
Wait, you got
It's
that
not a
tat?
tat.
You got that recently?
No, this is marker. This is
But
marker.
you're writing
it's a
it on
marker.
there. Are you having suicidal thoughts?
Sean, you've got to get past that. Come on.
I'm struggling.
Why?
Oh, really?
No,
Now, why? Over the relationship?
Yeah. I would
Oh, my
say so.
God. Why now?
This just got real serious.
Why were you humiliated that she cheated on you?
This is the Peace Corps girl that you were talking about that was going to leave
Well-
you for about a year?
Let me define that. It wasn't cheating.
Okay.
Well, now, how is it not cheating if
we
she's...
both agreed
It's an open relationship.
That she would have sex and you wouldn't.
Let him
For-
talk. Let him talk.
for a
Holy
month.
shit.
No one. We would be broken up, right?
Right.
And she did these things during that month, and then we got back together afterwards. And I've been finding out little by little what she did in that time.
Oh, shit.
And it's just been killing me.
How about some details? What has she been doing? What was
What's
she
she doing that month?
That is like killing you.
More importantly, what color were they?
Yeah. Were they white?
No, they were white.
Okay.
Why would you agree to break up for a month and allow her to
Why
do
would
it?
you agree to be white and have an AK-47 tattoo? I figured that guy was surely...
He's Asian.
All right.
Wow. Fuck.
At least you know she wasn't going for dick size.
This is the guy who set off everything that's going on right now.
Really?
God. November. I guess we were having a lot of problems. We broke up, and the first thing happened with him.
And what was that?
She had sex.
Relations.
She has sex. Did she get into any details about that, or?
We're saying she had relations. Is that right, Bobo?
That her defense is that, you know, instead of like torturing herself, like, you know, the usual means of like cutting, taking too many pills, that was her avenue of expressing her depression.
Was having sex?
She went the bamboo route.
Well, she said she just lied down and he did whatever.
Wow. And that's like killing you. You can't get that image out of your head.
And this guy goes to my school and I'm friends with him.
Oh, no. The friend.
You go to MIT?
No, I go to Marymount.
So you're friends with this guy?
Asian kids at Marymount now? Oh, what's the world coming to?
So wait, so you're friends with this guy. Has he addressed it?
What's that?
Has he addressed it to you?
The day after it happened, we were just normal, sitting in class together.
Why? Does he know you know?
He knows I know.
So why won't you say anything to him?
What's he going to
I'm
say?
too much of a pussy to...
What's he going to say?
Oh, my God.
I'm dying.
So what happened? She had sex with this guy, and now you think that she liked him better than you?
She claims that he's just a pig who took advantage of her.
Well, it is the year of the pig.
Did she, and she... But isn't that what she was kind of looking for?
I guess, but she realized that that's not it.
Now, what about guy number 2?
And this kid's a handsome guy, by the way, fans.
Jesus.
Fans.
Fucking Colin rules. All right, so guy number 2 is
guy number 2.
That was November.
Wait, is there anything more there before we move on?
A week before my birthday.
And this kid has an AK-47 tattoo? So he's a little bit of like an Asian gangster type, huh?
He had some kind of crazy backstory where he was like a drug runner. He's 29. And
Jesus, and he's going to Marymount and he calls himself an Asian? Most of them have 5 PhDs by then.
True.
He's the dumbest Asian I ever heard of. He must be Korean.
And Sean, just in case you thought about the Asian stereotype, Danny's helping you out and making sure you see a lot of Asian guys with huge penises.
All Danny has been pulling up online is are Asian guys with giant cocks.
It's a big cock.
So you feel very hurt, obviously.
That's a large cock.
Yeah.
I just feel awful.
What are you picturing?
Does it turn you on at all, though? Yeah,
Those pictures?
No,
just
her
like
being with the guy.
Yeah, knowing that she's been taking a lot
The pictures turn us all on.
Yeah.
No, it eats me up pretty bad.
So you're broken up.
Now,
well, no. So that's the one.
Yeah.
And then
what
what happened?
Guy number 2. Where did guy number 2 come
The month of them being broken up.
December.
Right.
We were broken up.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We live in an apartment by January. I didn't know anything that happened in December.
Oof. December was a rough month.
I learned about these 2 other things 3 weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
So,
and what were the 2 other things?
Oh, let's put it this way.
She
It involved a float in Canal Street. But anyway.
What? All right, she
was with 2 other guys.
2 other guys at the same time?
No, not at the same time.
All right. I'm just
separate occasions.
Separate occasions. And how did she meet these gentlemen?
She's been friends with them for a while.
More friends. Do you know that?
Through the website East Meets West, it's called. Anyway.
Yeah, I knew of them. One of them goes to our school, and the day after it happened, I was walking to school, and there's guy number 1 and guy number 2 outside having a smoke break.
Oh, so they're
smokers
chit-chatting.
And I had to walk past that into school. I just felt like breaking down and just...
It's humiliating because they were probably both looking at you knowing what had happened.
Oh, yeah.
And how long were you seeing this girl?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
And you feel like she just completely disregarded you by doing this with guys at school.
Is there more details
She claims
on
it's
these 2
like
guys?
It was torture for her.
She claims it was like her self-hate that made it do some degrading thing, which is kind of hot, let's be honest.
That's what I do.
Let's be honest.
There's something about it that's a little bit hot.
Yeah, there's something, if she's doing this to abuse herself and some kind of low self-esteem.
And who are the other guys? Italian?
That's it.
Were they?
3.
But
the other guys were Italian?
What are the racial makeup of
3 guys, so what's the big deal? 3 guys, she's young, you're young, what's the big deal?
Yeah, you had a month off in the relationship.
Yes.
Are you back together or not?
Well, I didn't get the chance to do anything.
That's the problem. But look at you, you're a good-looking rock and roll kind of kid. You should be out there doing this. Get some real tattoos and get out there.
Big dick Asian guy and
be out there
go to town.
Bird dogging chicks and banging beaver.
Yeah, what are you doing?
So she, we broke up a second time.
Oh, no.
Because she revealed these things to me.
Yeah.
She said she can't live with herself, like, in this relationship. She went away to Texas.
Texas.
Oh, boy,
What happened in Texas?
Her sister's graduation.
Everything's big in Texas. What happened?
So she went to Texas, her sister's graduation. What happened?
She gave me some time to think about things.
Yeah.
And piece by piece, I've been telling Sam and...
But what did her sister say when she went to Texas? What did they want to do in Texas?
They have a bunch of boys lined up for her, and...
Oh, shit.
Because her sister's like a whore.
What the fuck is with her sister?
Is her sister hot?
What's with her sister fucking trying to fuck you over like that?
I don't know. I really don't know.
What would you say to her if you could? What would you want to say to her?
Yeah.
I want to know what happened in Texas first.
If she was here,
What would I
if
say
you were
to her?
holding her arms down like this, you on top of her, would you say to her, you were a little bad girl in Texas, weren't you?
No, it's not like that.
Would you want to tell her how much she hurt you by doing that?
My ex has shown so much remorse for what has happened.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm at the same time wanting to date around.
Yeah.
These two conflicting...
They're not conflicting. All you do is tell her, listen, you cheated on me. Now the only way you can make it up to me is set me up with a couple of girls.
Yeah. Colin's talking.
It's not cheating, though. She
Whatever,
was
I'm just
justified.
saying.
Hold on. What happened in
just
Texas?
semantics.
Why are you guys don't want to know what happened in Texas?
Holy Christ, what's going on over there?
What happened in Texas? Oh, sorry, dude.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think anything happened.
Oh, you just...
Well, you'll find out in a couple months. What'll
If
happen?
she gains the courage to tell me.
Yeah.
But when she tells you, you get kind of excited or no? You get repulsed and excited?
Repulsed. I can't deal with the three things that...
The three things that happened.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't deal with the thought of her doing like that kind of stuff.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
But does she do that to you? Did she?
I would think that the occasions she was just lying down and the guy got to do whatever he wanted.
Well, what if that's what he wanted?
Yeah.
I think Sean secretly gets off on this.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Tell them what she said when she guys, before you broke up, when she decided she needed to be celibate.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
boy.
wants to take an oath of celibacy or whatever.
Celibacy?
Wow.
Oath of...
It's too weird. You gotta get out of that one.
Well, so she fucks, and then comes back and says...
You gotta do it like dice, please.
Yeah. So she fucks these guys. All right? So she's a filthy animal.
Hey, Keith. Keith Robinson entering the studio.
Oh my God!
Keith,
There he is. Wow, that's pretty
Keith,
fast.
Wait, let's get some black advice on this.
Yeah,
What's
Keith,
that?
we have moved on from the Sandy Kane thing. We're talking to Sean, the intern here. Had a girlfriend. They decided to take a month off, and the girlfriend banged a lot of Asians.
One Asian.
Oh, one Asian.
One Asian is a lot of Asians.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only one Asian?
Only one.
One Asian, one Italian?
Two white guys.
And two white guys. Okay. And now he's writing on himself that he's suicidal. And
He's feeling like he doesn't know what to do with the relationship.
yeah.
Now she's
You
down in
broke up
Texas.
with her. What do you want?
She broke up with me.
Oh, she broke up to sleep with the Asians?
She wants to take a...
Maybe you should be like the brothers. These guys don't care. The women cheat, the guys cheat. I swear to God.
What
They
the
don't take
hell?
it-
You saying the whole black
They don't
population
take
cheats?
The guys are on the DL.
They don't take it personally.
All kinds of chicks
But they
on.
don't take it personally.
No.
No, I did take it. I had this girl. Well, her name was Tina. I ain't got to say her last name. And it's the same thing. We broke up, and she came. She's like, "Oh, I miss you so much." You know, I was celibate. Nothing happened. And I look, her garbage can was filled with different condoms. It was but I didn't ask exactly the breakdown of who she was sleeping with. Hey, was there an Asian guy in there?
Sean needs to know. So then she tells about all the guys she slept with in that month.
She slept with at least three guys, and then what happened in Texas?
Yeah, what happened in Texas?
Holy Christ, this looks like Sean.
The Sandy Kane picture is now Sean. What happened in Texas?
I don't know. She hasn't
You don't
said,
know? She hasn't said, but
anything.
you suspect that there was some more sexual activity
More horseplay.
in Texas, some more horseplay.
Are you,
I don't
guys?
think she'd stoop that low.
Really? To go out with a
Slept with an
Texan?
Asian guy, man.
Because she said she's taking the vow of celibacy.
Yeah.
She went down to South Padre Island to sign herself.
Yeah. So now you guys are back together, but you're not having sex because she's doing the celibate thing.
We're not back together.
They're just living together.
We're living together.
My God, how uncomfortable
But
is
meanwhile,
that?
he's looking to fool around too, he admits. Don't you think you should make the girl, as penance, turn him on to a couple of girls?
That would be. You should do
Well,
that.
I've already had a girl.
What?
Oh,
you
breaking
did.
news.
Now, how did that
This
work
is,
out?
The work
Sam?
of Sam and Troy.
How did that
What?
work?
Well, Sam looks evil. I like Sam. Sam's not that evil,
Yeah,
man.
Sam is evil.
You're not
Sam
that evil,
betrayed his
man.
mentor.
Yes, he did.
The fact that
Sam
you
is
have...
Anakin, young Anakin Skywalker.
He's
and
trying to bring
Scorch is fucking the
Sam is
Emperor.
evil as hell. Now, let me ask you this. When you had sex with a girl, how hard was it to get your skinny jeans off?
Hey, this kid looks like he may be packing quite a wallop there, too.
Why are you looking at his crotch?
I'm trying to figure out the whole picture.
So now you had
The
a
whole
girl.
picture.
You had a girl.
Troy and me have been working on him for a while, how to, just be a man.
Yeah.
Get a chick.
Man up, right?
Obviously, it's worked.
Act like a man.
Yeah.
It's a
What's the
work
matter
in
with you?
progress.
Yeah.
So how did it happen? Like, you got to explain. Who was this girl?
Yeah, who is this girl?
Who is this girl?
And where are you
Well,
at
we
with
just
this
set up
girl?
a date.
Okay.
We came here to see Special Delivery.
That's a hell of a date.
Well, I told him, I made him
Jesus, Sam.
Facebook this girl that he said he liked. So
Poker.
Troy and me were literally standing over him and telling him what to write to her and say, write this, write that. And finally he wrote to her. He got her up here. We told him, come up here, just sit down and watch the show and we'll make you look like $1 million. We did. We told the girl he was better than every other intern, blah, 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 blah.
He's the best intern.
Yeah, that's what we said.
That gets the girls going.
Yeah. They're like, what was his delivery time on the coffee yesterday?
A new record,
So what
I
happened?
believe.
So what happened? The girl was into it?
The girl loved it. She was moving closer to him while he was sitting on the couch.
What's the girl? How did the girl look?
And did you fuck her up here?
No, we went back to our apartment and I slept over.
Did you have sexual
hook 'em up.
intercourse with her?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But we did other things.
He cupped a breast.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
that
good.
nice?
If you're in the fifth grade.
I told you about my friend that him and his girlfriend lived together and they broke up. And they were still living in the same apartment. And she went out one night and came home at 4 a.m. He was drunk. He goes, "Did you fuck him?" And she goes, "No, everything but."
Oh no.
And
so much worse.
No names.
No names. Found out.
Your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend,
Your
that
ex.
you live with.
So what did she
Found
find
out.
out?
Yeah, how'd she find out?
She hacked into my Facebook.
She hacked it.
And
I
how
just
did she
guessed
find
the-
out that? Would
she
you
guessed the
post
password.
I'm fucking a girl on your Facebook?
That's a violation.
And she had a meltdown.
But how did she find out on
Well,
your Facebook?
good. Good.
We
Now
live-
she knows how it feels.
We live together.
Now
She
this-
shares my laptop. She goes on. She knows all the passwords on there. She went onto my Facebook. She saw a message, and she just started tearing up the place. She locked herself in the bathroom, threatened her life,
This is
passed
dramatic.
out, and eventually her sister had to come and take her away.
Why would you want this crazy bitch?
Because they love this dramatic relationship.
Yeah,
He keeps them excited.
It's like a horror movie. He hears noise in the basement, but he goes down there anyway.
Yeah.
She's
What
crazy.
are you doing? This is a crazy broad. You gotta dump the fucking shit out of her and never see her or talk to her again.
He's not going to do that. He loves
Why
it.
can't
I
you?
can't.
Why?
I just can't.
How insignificant this chick is going to be to you in a few years. Do you realize you're going to kick yourself in the fucking ass going, I could have been out just fucking, and meanwhile I'm wallowing in self-pity. There are girls that I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm devastated that this chick left. And now, I don't even know their fucking names.
This is a girl that's good for you because she's going to turn you from mild-mannered Peter Parker to the Ghost Rider. You're going to stop this
Spider-Man.
bullshit. Yeah, but he's going to stop this whole, watch the next time.
Yeah.
You'll learn. After she smashes you a couple more times, you'll get it.
Look at the picture.
5 more Asian guys and a Mexican at the door.
Fucking Danny's pulling up crying emo guy pictures. Holy shit. Oh, classic. Danny can find some great pics, man.
Keith, you think this guy's a man?
No,
He's kind of,
he's Colin knows this. I hate men in skinny jeans anyway. They bug the hell out of me.
Yeah.
If you got to point your toes to put your damn jeans on, you're out of pocket.
He hates skinny jeans. He actually hated me off my skinny jeans. I had a pair. I was really like a hipster, like the youngsters. And this son of a bitch hated me right out of them.
You want him to take off his skinny jeans?
I take the
take the skinny jeans off.
Annoying
Please,
the hell
so
out
I can
of me.
continue.
I think you're doing good. I think you and this girl have a sick relationship that you enjoy together.
Yeah,
This could be one of those. Yeah, it could be like a Sid and Nancy thing or something.
No, they don't enjoy it. They don't. She's got a crazy girl.
No,
That's what it is.
they're
She's
like Angelina
manipulating this
Jolie
kid.
and her brother.
She's manipulating. I know what she's doing.
Sean, tell him how much happier you were when you were with the other girl on Saturday.
I was, it was like an escape.
You can act like a man. What's the matter with you?
Sean
It was an escape.
Okay, faggot. What's the escape?
She's pulling me back in.
She was the greatest piece of ass I ever had. And I've had them all over the world.
She pulls me back in.
Wait, now we got to read what you wrote on your arm. See, now that we've gotten
Yeah, what does it say?
For real.
It just
show
says-
show
it just
Colin.
says-
Show Colin.
Cremate ash. That's what it says.
Really?
Cremate ash. What does that mean, though? Like, what do you... But if you cremate, it's ash. So why'd you add ash?
I'd really like to be cremated.
Yeah?
Right now?
Like,
Well-
right now.
I'll volunteer.
No.
Wow.
When is the
I'm just
cremated
struggling
one.
with these.
when is the murder suicide going
Well,
down?
they played Joy Division in the background. I'd like the eulogy be delivered by a priest wearing white makeup.
Why would you
Robert
even
Smith's hair.
consider ending your life because of this girl?
Yeah, you get all kinds of shit
Like-
going on with
like,
these girls.
come on.
You're a little player. That's the problem. You're pretending not to be a player, but you're a fucking player.
You know what happened? Troy brought him out, who works here. He brought him out on Friday before the Saturday, and he said that Sean was a complete pussy magnet.
Exactly.
He said
That's
that
what I'm
Sean
saying.
had his phone taken. Some girl took Sean's phone out of his hand and put her number in.
Exactly.
You can tell. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got that
They
look.
love
That
that
kid
shit.
will fucking run up to him.
He
but-
looks like fucking what's his face from Twilight, Robin Pattinson.
But he can't fucking play the game, though.
He does play the game. He's playing us right now.
You think? I
No,
he's not. No,
This
he's
kid's getting
not.
laid all
This
over the
kid's
goddamn
nervous.
He's
world.
heartbroken.
I'm surprised at you.
You
This
can tell.
guy is heartbroken. He's nervous as hell.
Girls don't like pussies, and they like the.
Yeah, they do.
But he's sensitive.
Why do you
He's
think?
like
Why do you think your
He's
chick?
a shy guy.
Why do you think your
He's not
ex-girlfriend
shy.
was
He's like Twilight.
fucking a guy with an AK-47 tattoo?
Oh.
Because he's probably a badass
I love you
motherfucker.
and you're my tattoo.
No. This guy's nervous. He's very nervous, and girls like they think like Colin thinking. No, there's more to him, and they unfold it. There's nothing.
And
it's just a frightened kid. Yeah,
He's not just a frightened kid.
Petrified.
yeah. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this guy. Nothing.
Yeah.
This kid's a pussy magnet. You can tell.
But he doesn't know that.
But just looks wise.
Not just looks
This
wise.
kid is a priest magnet. I mean, pussy magnet.
I think Sean needs a good cry. He's got to get this emotion out. You want to cry for us, Sean?
I
I
think.
think I've been crying all day.
Really?
And
I
first of all,
nearly
how about the
fell
fact? How about the fact?
Danny's
all right,
making these disgusted
can I break-
faces.
Wait, what makes
Can
you
I make
cry? What
something
makes
else?
him cry, though? Let's find out, Colin.
Okay.
What makes you cry?
But there's another suspicious thing we got to bring up.
Okay.
Yeah.
The real shy, withdrawn guy doesn't go up to the porn star and go, "Hey, I want to talk about my relationships." He was probably trying to get blown from her.
No.
No, Colin.
I think he was
awful
saying
this
how?
one. You're usually good
He
on
is
it, but
so-
you're wrong.
That was set up.
Nah,
Colin.
Yeah,
she's
he
a
was set up for
filthy
that.
fucking whore. He wants the sweet girl,
What
but now
happened with you and Mary
she's
Kay?
a hoe.
Mary Carey was hitting on him. That's what happened. That's why they started. Why were they
Yeah.
talking?
He was.
Mary
No,
Carey
he'll
said
talk to anybody.
She said it was 5 guys, by the way.
Yeah,
I
she
heard
said
that
5.
piece.
He'll talk to anybody about his
No.
relationships.
But Mary Carey would not talk to any. If some ugly guy goes, "Hey, Mary, I'm really upset about my girlfriend," she'd be like, "Okay, I gotta go. Bye." She sat there and talked to this kid for 20 minutes. She was probably
Well,
like,
he's a
probably
good-looking
wanted
kid.
to-
He's
Yeah,
a good-looking kid.
She's trying to set me up with her friend.
"Oh,
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
He's blowing it.
You fucking, you know the work that guys like me have to go through to get you fucking
got a point.
You know something? And I got to sit there and listen to this guy talk about how porn stars want to hook him up and shit like that. If I didn't have a radio career, I'd be fucking jerking off every night.
He's got a point. You should have a little gratitude.
Yeah.
God bless you with this, you know.
Oh, he's like, oh, poor me. Shut your mouth.
Yeah. Colin, would you like him to apologize for being good looking and having
not
girls?
Apologize, but I do think he needs to have a little more
grabbing the
gratitude.
phone out of his hand and put their fucking number in it.
That happens to you, Ann, right?
And
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanna
they
see
grab
some-
the phone out of my hand and throw it against the wall. That's what I get. Get out of here.
Sean, what makes you cry? You were getting into it a little bit. You've been crying all day. What's making you...
Butterflies, kittens.
What makes you cry?
Last night.
The breakup of New Order.
Relive what happened last night.
Yeah,
where,
what happened?
Where you broke down.
Last night.
What happened? Relive it.
Come on.
Let's go back to
We
last
were
night.
at the park last night. and
Who's we?
He's pissing me off
me and
already.
the girl.
Another. He's with a girl last night, too?
Ex-girl, right?
The ex.
Oh, the ex.
All right, with the ex at a
What
park.
Carl Schultz Park.
Oh, on the Upper East Side. Lovely.
That's
Right
right.
by the mayor's mansion.
Really? You know this shit, Colin?
Yeah, it's a stupid park. Go ahead.
Colin Cruz is there. He knows about midnight. He has those same dumb sunglasses on.
At midnight, yeah. He cruises.
Fuck. Where the fuck have you been? We need you on this show. So being a fucking
So
stranger.
you're in the park, you're with your ex.
Yeah, relive it.
What happens?
I expect tears now.
Give us some detail.
Yes. There you go. Everyone
There
hurts.
you go.
Very good. Good
Colin,
choice.
you know what? Colin's right about this kid. I'm watching him. He's a little actor.
Yeah,
I'm
he is,
watching this kid.
No, don't
I'm
put that on. Put on The Cure. He likes that kind of shit.
What sad song do you like, Sean?
Radiohead.
Not Radiohead. Joy Division.
Yeah, this is Joy Division.
He does like Joy Division.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, we talked about Joy
Hits
Division
us right
before.
on the nose, man.
Which one you like? I only know Shadow Play.
Probably
Disorder.
no. What's that?
Yes, that one's good.
But start.
Yeah, what's that song?
Danny's
It's like kind of like funeral music.
Oh, really?
Cut the
You mean
shit.
everything they ever had?
You right, Colin? Damn it, you were right. This kid is a phony.
He's a goddamn player.
He likes Joy Division, but he can't name a fucking song.
He bangs them all. All right, take us back to the moment yesterday.
Yeah, take us to the
And then
moment.
We'll decide.
That's a good idea.
Come on. Take us to the moment.
If
You're in
you're
the
not
park.
crying, then-
Excuse me, one last request.
Yeah.
Can Sam stand in for the girl?
Yeah, you can do that.
Because they're walking through the park. You want it to be the moment.
If you need to, I will.
Moment.
Well, Sam has been known to kiss a guy or two, so this is perfect.
3, and that was extenuating circumstances.
Sam has kissed three guys.
So you're in the park.
Yeah,
So and skinny jeans.
and he sucked on a strap-on once. Just, you know.
that was once, and that was for something you wanted to see.
Exactly. That's how he justifies it.
I don't care who wants to see it. I'm not sucking a strap on. God can say, hey, just do this and you're in. Nah.
Keith bringing some normalcy to the room. All right, go ahead, Sean.
You're
Walk
in
us
the
through this
park.
park thing.
You're in the park.
The Eternal. The Eternal by Joy Division.
Colin Quinn is
The
walking
Eternal.
past.
The Eternal.
Rattling his keys.
I'm driving past in leather pants.
You need some company?
I have like a fake handlebar mustache.
Your kids look a little lonely.
Colin. All right, go ahead, Sean. We got the music and everything now. We're in.
I knock on the door.
Relive
and
this
she
shit.
opens, and she's like, "I really got to talk to you. I really got to get some things off my chest." So we go down to the park.
I'm sorry. Go
We got to
ahead.
go down to the park and talk. And, you know, she just basically says the worst things that I could ever hear.
Like what? Like what? Go ahead.
I don't know if I'll never get another chance to say this, but I really love you and I want to be with you, and, you know, you're the only one that I want. If you don't be with me, then this is it for me. Pretty much.
She said that.
Yeah, like,
All right.
you are the most amazing person I've ever met.
But okay,
and
continue.
she was basically on her knees, just begging
like she was.
for forgiveness, and there's just she was just losing it, crying, and
sad.
I just, you know what that does? Like seeing that.
But as she's doing that, you're just picturing a naked Asian standing in front of her as she's on her knee.
She's
on her
just showing
knees.
complete remorse for everything that's happened.
Like what? What? Blowing the Asian guy?
Oh.
She's.
You know how much effort it takes to blow an Asian guy?
You got to be dedicated.
And we were both just crying. Just sitting in the park crying at how messed up the situation is.
You kids need a police officer or something? See you crying.
Colin not giving up, just making loops. He's not going to give up on this kid. Just over and over again.
Girl, you can go. Boy, come on in.
All right, go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, so you go.
It's like, give me another chance. Give me another chance.
She broke up with you, though, right? Yeah. All right. So what did you do?
I just didn't say anything. I just cried it out.
You just kept crying. Were you holding each other as you were crying?
No, I pushed her off of me when she tried to, because it's too hard.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He knows he shouldn't give her a second chance because he had such a good time with the same girl that he was on the date with.
So what is your
I want to
conundrum?
give her a second chance.
I don't see your conundrum.
What can't you get over?
Yeah, I'm not hitting this one.
I don't see your problem.
I can't get over
You're
it.
not
If you were
going
my son,
back
I
with
would
her.
beat you right now. I just would beat you.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a choice to make. It's like one from column A, one from column. All right, bad example.
Bad example. Yes.
Anyway,
Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
he just feels guilty about her.
Yeah. He's confusing guilt with love.
I guess Coke Logic knows a thing or two about blowing Asians, because he writes, blowing an Asian guy is like building a ship in a bottle. Holy shit.
Oh, shit.
They know.
Wait, Colin's almost back around for another loop, Ed.
Yeah, I know. Colin's coming back around.
You guys have me on some.
Hey, hello? Kids all right?
And the real
Sure,
cops,
everything's fine.
like, Colin, what are you doing? I'm like, come on, guys, give me a break, fellas.
This looks like a sure thing.
With his face hand on
Trash you, they end up trashing me in this goddamn thing.
All right, go ahead, Sean. Continue, please.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, because you're torn between taking her back or starting a whole new relationship or sexual little phase of your life.
How old is she?
Without
How
her?
old are you?
She's 20, I'm 21.
Oh, my God.
She just gave up the Peace Corps to be with me.
Ooh, that's not a hard thing. Hey, she gave up the Peace Corps.
The thing is, peace was spelled differently. she was in the other Peace Corps.
And is Colin coming around again? I think it's time for another loop.
She gave up the Peace Corps. Oh, shit. She gave up community college to be with me.
Peace Corps. What the fuck is this? 1968? You're shipping off to Nam?
It's part of the story, though, because she was going to leave him for about a year. Last time we talked to Sean.
You know what else I found out?
What?
She wanted to go to the Peace Corps. You know where her mom met her dad?
Peace Corps?
While her mom was away in the Peace Corps.
Shit.
In Asia.
Right. Yes, she wants to help the Asians.
Did she give up Asia?
Do you think it's symbolic that she's a Peace Corps issues with a guy with an AK-47 tattoo?
Yeah.
She's conflicted. That's what you like about her.
Very.
Should we let Sean, through the radio, talk to this broad? What would you say to her right now for everybody.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
Oh,
right?
I don't want to talk to her.
No, we want to hear this.
No, yeah. Well,
I think Dice should talk to her.
all right. But hold on. If that's the case, then that's what you say to her. Have an imaginary conversation with her right now.
3 guys shot their goo on you.
Hold on.
And your boyfriend doesn't want you back. You're contaminated.
You got Colin Quinn making another loop.
Here he comes.
Here comes Colin around for another loop.
Yeah, I'm running out of gas, kids.
Make up your mind.
Fuel don't go away. I'll be right back.
Make up your mind. Make up your mind.
Colin's in the self-serve. His mustache is coming off. The gas fumes.
I'm at the station at 96. I'm at the station on 96th Street. Mr. Quinn, why are you always here every Tuesday night? You're here.
You can't fill up fast enough. You gotta get back into the car. All right, listen, we got Bob Levy on the line. Bob.
Listen to me.
Bobby.
Hey, Sean, the guys on Altitude just called you a fucking fag. Take off your tight jeans and fucking hang yourself. She fucked the United Nations.
Yeah, we don't know why.
Listen to me.
Why do you still have your skinny jeans on? You know it makes Keith very nervous, so take them off and fucking continue here, please.
Yeah.
Jeans.
Worried about one woman, please.
And he's only 21, Bob. He has no
I know.
idea how many more women are going to fucking break his heart.
And Colin, too. Have fun, boys.
All right, Bob. Bob Levy.
Bye, Bob.
You can put your bike in the trunk. Drive you home.
You ever see that movie L.I.E.? No, that was fucking glaring.
Yeah?
I see that one.
It's that kind of a guy.
That kind of a guy.
You know.
Notice I don't judge him. I don't judge him. I'm like that kind of a guy. Yeah.
All right, Sean, talk to this broad, please. Do we have another Joy Division? Okay, good.
There we go.
Go ahead, Sean. She's in front of you. She's confronting you. Go ahead.
look at the cartoon. Look what Damien has the cartoon.
Yeah, South Park emo.
Kids.
Yeah.
How do you not think that this is the logical conclusion to what you did?
Wait, can we stop this for a second? I'm thinking a John Hughes song at this moment.
Oh, really? You're going to go old school?
No?
What's that? Chicago?
Yeah. All right, Sean, sorry. It was a dumb idea. Obviously.
Just how could you have such disregard for my emotions and how I feel, and just think that you do these things and there are no consequences? It's just absurd to think that this isn't like the logical conclusion, that we're gonna break up.
Yeah.
And never talk again. I know that's hard to hear. I know it's something that you've never thought would happen, but it's our reality, and you have to live with it.
Yeah. Keep going.
And I really don't know how we're going to cope with it, but we have to be responsible. We can't lower ourselves to making threats against our lives.
Your mother asked me to pick you up. Get in. Drive you home. Emergency at home. You get in the car.
Oh my God!
It's the greatest. Could be the greatest image ever.
Colin drives you around.
Colin cruising the bar. Just not giving up.
No, of course not.
He's got some grade A fucking beef, and he's not gonna let it go.
No, tight pants.
All right, guys, Sean. Sorry.
I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
Well, she was just saying how you two are in love and you're the only one.
I'm the only one who's proven that.
Step in front of a train of steel. And then burn you, of course. He wants to be cremated. What? Yeah, or something.
You have to get past this. If you don't get past it, I'm not going to get past it, and it's just going to be a mutual destruction of both of us.
But she can't get past it. You're the only one for her.
She felt nothing of these three guys she was with?
She didn't feel anything.
Oh, no, she felt something, all right.
Yeah.
Nobody's more beautiful evil than
Mike,
Sam.
Colin, what?
Colin?
Nobody's more beautifully evil than Sam.
Yeah, oh, I know, yes. Beautifully evil.
I mean, you live together.
Could you cry for us, Sean, please?
He's working on
it. Get some emotion out. Give us a good cry.
You have to watch her
Come on.
pack up her stuff.
Envision the Asian guy whipping his little piece out.
What's your waist to 22? You want to go to the Gap?
How about Forever 21?
Yeah, take it to the mall, Forever 21. Get in the car.
Just tell everyone you're my nephew.
Get 2 pants and some glue for my mustache. It's falling off.
I think it's the worst when she blames herself. That's what gets me.
It's her fault. That's how she feels. That's how you made her feel.
I must have done something wrong, though, to, like, cause this.
To drive her away like that. What do you think you did?
Cause her to stray from the...
Why would she have sex with 3 guys?
They broke up. She was trying to get that revenge fuck.
But why would she do that? Like, why would she break up with you in the first place? What
He
did
broke
you
up
do
with
wrong?
her.
No,
She wanted to fuck around.
Yeah, no, she wants
She
back.
broke up with him.
But he can't
No,
get
he
over
broke up
what
with
she
who?
did.
She
Original.
broke up with you, right?
What
The
can't she get
breakup
over?
happened because of the Asian guy.
Oh.
God damn that Asian guy.
So she cheated on. She did cheat on you.
Of course, the black guy would say that.
No. She didn't cheat on me.
How did she not cheat on you?
You guys get
if
along
you weren't
ever?
broken up until the Asian guy fucked her.
Monday, we got into a fight on the phone. I hung up the phone. I disconnected it. I deleted my Facebook. I just I didn't go to class that week.
Wow.
I was having real mental, like, suicidal thoughts.
Oh, boy.
And by Thursday, it happened.
By Thursday, she was already sitting on a fucking Asian guy.
Just 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Fucking A, bitches,
gave me
right?
3
She's 20 years old. What do you expect?
She thought I broke up with her. I didn't say anything. I didn't say we're
Obviously,
broken
you're the
up.
only one for her.
She's 20. He's 21. Is that really a time to be fucking, monogamous?
Top Gun from Canada. He's listening to Joy Division. She's fucking the Red Army.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. With the AK-47 tattoos.
And we don't even know what happened in Texas yet. Something obviously happened.
Yeah, next time.
You're going to find that one out the next time she's fucking
Yep.
Next
on
time
a
they
period.
break up, show.
Next time.
It just doesn't matter anymore.
Apparently,
you know?
when you kiss her
Next
goodnight,
time-
she thinks you're breaking up.
Right now,
Hey, wait, someone is
she's
bringing up...
halfway through South by Southwest. Anyway.
Skip O'Brien is bringing up that I think you used Sylvester Stallone's speech in one of the Rocky movies with the "If you can change and I can change, then maybe we all can change."
He's full of shit, this kid.
Rocky.
I told you this kid's a player.
Are you doing a fucking Rocky speech to her?
No.
Now
Straight
give
from
a
the heart.
sincere speech right now.
There you go,
Straight
Keith.
from the heart.
No, that's bullshit. Even saying straight from the heart is full of shit. Say something right now that we can believe.
That's not off a Morrissey album.
And give her some kind of ultimatum. You know.
She's saying that she's in love with you. She needs you to survive.
Could you point on this map where Penn Station is? Just come over to my window. Seem to be lost.
Cruising Colin. Cruising Colin.
Cruising Colin. I hate it, but I just know a great thing. I know a great thing when I hear it.
He keeps putting his glasses on every time you do another one.
I know a mainstay when I see it. That's what hurts the most.
A benchmark.
You'll be hearing
I know a recurring character when I hear it.
You'll be hearing this 5 years from now. You know that, right? All right, go ahead, Sean. We got to wrap this shit up.
Yeah. Look at this. Give us an ending here.
I feel like
ending to this. We'll continue with the show.
I feel like I've just messed up her life.
Her life. So you feel guilty for what you've done to her. Meanwhile, she had sex with 3 guys while you fucking just sat there.
Well, don't forget about Texas.
Pining.
I'm thinking at least 5.
Danny just popped up a picture of Pacino and cruising. I love the hat.
You got one of those captain hats?
One of those fucking YMCA fucking... Oh, God, what is that? Cruising, Pacino and cruising.
Get in here, you
Quinn, cruising.
Get in here, you little brat.
Yeah, like assless chaps, something taken in.
You know, he shows up at his girlfriend's house last night, and she thought this guy slipping a menu under the door. You know?
All right, Sean, come on, let's wrap this up. You heard Keith.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
She's free to do whatever she wants.
Oh, don't say that to her.
You know what? I heard you're not free to do everything.
Most girls would do that within reason, not this one.
She's making me feel like a monster.
Hold on.
What?
Let me tell you something. You might not have heard this, and it's an old saying. If you love something, set it free. If it comes back and it's caked with cum, don't touch it.
Hey, can we call her? Can we get her on the phone?
Absolutely not.
Why, man? We almost had her on the phone once, didn't we?
Kick steak, man.
How about calling the Asian guy? You got the Asian guy?
Yeah, what about the Asian guy?
Oh, Jesus.
Let's get on the phone with the Chinaman. Let's talk to the Chinaman. Was he wearing a pointy hat when he fucked the... Oh!
Did he have his Kim Jong-il boots on?
He's just adopted.
He's adopted.
He's adopted.
Are you guys still friends?
No, I don't talk to him.
No.
We talked for a long time after that.
Call him now.
We have a class. We have classes together.
Can we call him?
I have to see him.
Hey, Ho Chi Minh, stay off my girl. All right? You hear me? I hear you. Hey, Wang. She's blowing Hop Sing. What the fuck?
Fuck.
He shot his duck sauce on her. It's degrading.
Everyone wants us to talk to her, Sean. Come on. Let's get her on the phone.
Yeah, let's hear this once and for all, man.
Let's go. We either talk to the Chinaman or the girl.
She wouldn't agree to it in the first place.
Oh. Yeah, she will.
Why?
She's a whore!
I think she saw the Mary Carey thing that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
And she had a
breakdown.
A breakdown over that.
So why don't we do this? We call her up. We say we have a relationship therapist in studio. It'll be played by Colin Quinn, and we'll try to work this out for you.
I mean, she's just not gonna. She'll hang up, and I don't know.
She's not going to hang up right away. Just get her on that phone right now.
Well, she's working right now.
I'm going to drop you off in the hood.
They played Pearl Harbor. He laid down, and she blew the shit out of him.
Just call real fast. And,
come on, Sean. We don't have an ending to whatever we just did for the last hour.
You need my cell phone?
This is good stuff, man. You'll be a star from this.
She's at work right now.
All right, so what?
She's at work? Are you sure? Yeah. All right. Well, you should work at a Chinese restaurant. That would suck, wouldn't it? Oh, she brings the egg rolls out in her mouth.
All right, we should break. We'll try to. I don't know if this is gonna.
This is a work in progress.
It is okay.
This is a continuing storyline.
Ah, of course it is.
I think you get a lot of pussy after this segment.
Yeah, this guy. Let me tell you,
I think there's some girls
guys
out there that are fucking into this type of thing.
He can just go out
like
and
Twilight.
fucking get laid.
You want to give out your email or something so you get some fucking pussy right in you?
Get some vampire teeth.
You want to give out your
fucking-
Facebook? What do you want to do?
Be great.
You can't find him on Facebook because he's not in the public profile.
I would give out my email, but I'm still on AOL.
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? The internet training wheels gotta come off.
You're basically the last guy there.
And I'm still paying.
I'm still paying. I'm one of those guys.
I just never changed it to welcome, Keith. You have mail.
Every chat room is just labeled Keith.
Keith's room. Goodbye, Keith.
All right, we're going to break, and I guess we'll figure something out next, so.
Yeah.
Files done, Keith. Very good. Very good.
Files done, Keith.
Very good.
Hey, well.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
Great. I think we got to talk to Keith next.
Don't pick the fucking phone up. I'm on the line.
I'm loyal, damn it. I'm loyal.
Oh, shit, man.
Shadow play. Nice. Joy Division, right? Where's this?
This is the Killers.
It is the Killers. I'm sorry. I spoke too soon. Hey, we got Colin Quinn and Keith Robinson in studio. Colin, are you promoting anything after you just fucking killed for us for the last 2 hours?
Yeah.
3 hours? What are you
I'd
promoting?
like to promote Keith Robinson.
Nice.
First of all, Keith Robinson last night, we were talking about this girl, and he said that she's, he was talking about this girl, he goes, I bet she's no good in bed. And I was thinking how black men have fallen. In the old days, a black dude would take a girl like that and go, I'm going to make her good in bed. Instead, he just gave up immediately. So I'm promoting the return of blackness to Keith Robinson. You have anything to say? You know what I'm talking about last night?
Yeah.
What happened?
She goes, yeah, that girl's probably no good in bed. And I was like, well, I never heard a black dude ever say anything like that in the old days. They would be like, yeah, I'm going to turn that girl out. I'm going to teach her.
Turn her out.
Well, you know what? But I'm getting older, Colin. That's all, of course I give it up. You ever see a girl that you just look at and go, I just don't see it?
But they're hot. But they're hot looking.
But they're hot looking?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think hot looking girl, if I see one, I'm not thinking like she's going to be lousy or anything.
But you know, the brothers, they have different standards, first of all.
cares?
You know. Well, the way they move their pelvis, like they notice all these little things. It's very, dare I say, primal with them.
You can't tell when a girl is
Dare you.
But they look at girls in a certain way, like, oh, you should tell, like, you know what I mean? Like, they have all kinds
You
of
can't
rules.
tell when a girl is going to be bad in bed. Nobody. Am I crazy?
No, you can tell by a move.
Tell when she's going to be bad in bed just by looking at her.
Just by
not
looking at
knowing her. Not knowing her at all.
You don't have
No,
to
but
know.
you know, they don't have that sexuality. I know what he means. I mean, this.
There's something about them that's just not there.
Sometimes they can fool you, but I mean, but this, they just don't have that, that natural thing, whatever it is. Eye contact or something. There's just a weird thing in their eyes. Like, they're too chummy. They're too, like, if a girl's like, hey, guys, even if she's hot, let's say, she's like, hey, she's joking, kind of masculine, just like, kind of like peppy, but like too masculine or something.
Yeah.
Like one of the boys, then you figure she's not that good, right?
I guess.
They have to have a little
I
bit of
never
that
really
thing
gave it much
feminine.
thought.
Really?
I figure if they're hot,
If some girl's
they're
hot,
fuckable.
and she's like, hey, guys, there's a hot girl
You're
in the
just
show.
interested in the stats.
It's all about
But you know what I mean? But she's like, hey, what's up, fellas?
all about
And she's like, you know what I mean? Like, but she's hot, but she's kind of like, guys, like,
One of the
jockey.
guys. And what would you think a girl like that would be like in bed? Like, what
I think
would
she
you?
wouldn't be good. I think she'd be like,
what's not good about
Well,
it? Would
like
she
once
just
I was
lay
with-
there? Would she just?
No, doggy style. No, I don't like that.
or
That
just,
hurts.
I was with a
Stop.
girl
Yeah.
once, and like, I spanked her, and she started spanking me back, like, just like a guy, like, whacking me. I was like, like that. They'd be like too, like, roughhousing. They think they're roughhousing during sex.
roughhousing.
Like, honey, don't you get it, honey?
You just lay there. I'll do the work. You don't know nothing.
Well, they just don't think it's like they're like too into like like laughing away while you haven't said like just kind of like two buddies having sex.
Two pals. Yeah, you want to know you're with a female.
Yeah, the girl kind of has that look like this is wrong, kind of, you know. Like,
Yeah.
a little bit of
that wrong look in their eyes.
Instead of being like, ha ha ha.
You know, pal, why don't we go bowling after this?
Hey, we do have Bobo down the hall. This is an action-packed show.
Holy shit.
Bobo's one of our guys.
I
Bobo.
saw him outside.
Bobo, I don't know. We decided he's got enough of Bobo, and we
Really?
But
We put him on hiatus for a
But
while.
now we're going to give him a chance to come back on the show if he does something. Which
I
is,
feel like Chip is kind of a combination of Bobo and David and a lot of other
Remember
people.
David?
Yeah,
I miss David.
I think Chip is sort of like a compilation of those guys.
Of all the,
and of course, the part that nobody wants to face, it really is Jim in his purest form. Chip is Jim.
We could do the picture thing, though, right?
Jim boiled down to its purest, most
Yes.
concentrated form.
We can't even do the what?
We can't do what?
Chick steak, babe.
We can't do what?
You know how we're going to do the picture thing with Bobo?
Look,
Yeah.
do it.
We're not even allowed to do. Why aren't we allowed
Keith
to do
has
that?
never heard
What
it.
does that have to do with
Keith has
anything?
never heard. He does Andrew Dice Kelly. Ready?
Wait. You're sitting around, you got your coffee, and then boom, the paper, you're reading, you're having a good time. And that's what life's all about, right? Dude! You know, dude!
Andrew Dice Kelly.
I went fly fishing. It was fantastic. I made my own flies. You sit there, you got your coffee. You know, I just came off the tour with Dane. And then you're fishing. And you catch the fish, boom, you're cooking, you're eating. It's fantastic. What is that smell? Blech, blech, blech. I'm throwing up over here.
Fuck. We can't even do the Bobo thing with the pictures. That's crazy. You're allowed to do that on satellite radio.
I know. What the fuck?
What is the explanation for that?
What is the explanation? Look, he just burst right in. What are you doing? I love how they tell him to just run in, and he does. Bobo's here. Bobo's back. Bobo's back on the show.
This is going to feel odd singing happy birthday to myself. Never done this before, but I'm going to do this.
What?
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to you.
No, not you. It would be me again. You did me. So the last one should be you.
This is
Not
the
should
first
be
time I've
you.
ever
No,
done
I'm
this.
confused.
First time you've ever done this.
I've ever sung happy birthday.
Couldn't
to
figure out how to
myself.
rework the birthday song. I said. Why can't we do the fucking picture thing? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, why
You're
can't
allowed
we
to
do that? Of course we are.
What's the explanation?
Somebody wants to have a discussion with you guys.
I'm not.
Oh, well, not now.
I got.
No, not right now. But I mean, before we do it,
I got
next
a wedding
time.
to go to. I can't.
Is there
There's no talk.
I would love to know what the
He's
problem
allowed to look at pictures and discuss them.
One of the people who are on the level of people that you will actually talk to wants to have a conversation with you, so they can get a clear idea of what will go on.
Okay.
With pictures?
With pictures.
That's not.
Come on, a clear idea is a recipe for great comedy.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Nothing's funnier than a discussion and clarification. As far as I like, that's a great set.
Just hone that spontaneity.
Dog playing
Oh my God! What? He said Snoop Dogg's playing a harp.
It looks like Snoop Dogg. It's a funeral for Dorothy Height. Civil rights heroine, and
Hey,
it looks
guys, I
like Snoop
brought
Dogg
me a
is playing.
cake.
All right,
Snoop Dogg
You
and
can
Gil
plow
Scott
over
Heron.
anything. Heron.
Let's see the cake.
Yeah, what's the
Oh,
cake?
it's the birthday cake from Dunkin' Donuts?
Right.
No, actually, it's for Baskin Robbins. You know how they share the same building, half these locations.
Yeah, it's true.
Didn't Sean fuck you in the ass once?
It is like Chip Chipperson.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah.
Colin,
he fucked the rubber ass.
Sean, Colin, Sean fucked Bobo in the ass once for us.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Bobo.
How could somebody be a sensitive emo and fuck somebody in the ass at the same time?
Bobo, did you get fucked in the ass by Sean?
Technically, yeah. If you count the rubber ass, yeah.
But don't you think it's weird that he's like a sensitive emo, yet he's banging the guy in the ass? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of contradictory.
I'm trying to keep
It's got the...
Wait, give it to Colin, I guess. Colin wants it.
What?
Colin, give it to Colin.
It looks like a loaf of bread.
Oh, my God. It's
The fuck is that?
Cake I brought for everyone.
That's very, very nice, Bobo.
I wouldn't eat anything you've
Baskin
handled.
Robbins birthday vlog.
Yeah.
It's like
giant turd.
Or football. What is that?
Looks like multi-grain bread.
It really looks like that shitty bread no one buys in the
I
fucking
think it's a
supermarket.
chocolate. I think it's a chocolate. They hardly had much to choose
What is it,
from there.
pumpernickel or
This,
something? It's some horrible fucking bread. Pumpernickel.
I bought it at night.
You bought it at night.
Last night.
I bought it at night. The lights were off.
What does that have to do with anything?
It was very last minute.
It's a nice cake, Bobo. Don't let them kid you.
Jeff Goldstein from Queens writes, Bobo is McLovin with Down syndrome.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
I can see that.
So we can't just the picture thing, really?
It was bought. It was bought for me for this show today.
All right, what are you going to do for us right now, Bobo? Right on the spot. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Comedy? What do you want to do?
He did comedy last time I was on.
Yeah,
It was
he
pretty
did.
good.
Yeah.
Good. What do you
There's a
want
couple
to
of knee slappers.
What do you want to do?
He said he was coming up with new characters and stuff and new ideas to get back on the show.
You've had a long time to really sit and think out new characters. Why don't you try out one of your new characters on us?
All right. I was gonna try. Let me think which one I was gonna try.
He was singing a song. He was so excited that he was back.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
What song?
You want to do? Remember when you first got back here and you said you were back?
Same as Ruthless.
Oh, I thought for some
Fucking
reason
Ruthless.
one of
Beautiful
my
evil,
friend
Sam.
gave me this suggestion to sing this song.
Oh.
You might know it, but I just thought
Friend?
it.
What?
He's joking.
I thought so.
Oh, but I actually thought this be a good idea.
All right, Colin's falling asleep.
This would fit the whole thing.
It's a great show, and now Colin's falling asleep.
Back! Better than ever. We're back. We've been away
I was a goddamn tunnel traffic for this.
long time. The more things change, the more things stay the same. We're back.
Is that an ice cream cake?
Keep going.
Yeah.
We're back.
Can he wear it? Can he wear it as a hat?
It reminds me. It sounds like Dirk Diggler when he was singing in the studio. The heat will hold you.
Yeah.
The heat will.
It's magic on those tapes. It's magic. Yeah.
You want him to put the cake on his head?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, he could at least.
Can you put the cake on your head and then the Mets hat over the cake?
God.
I think let's go. I can't ruin the $30.
$30?
He can't ruin
That's a $30 cake?
No, he said he can't.
I was talking about the hat.
He goes, I can't ruin a $30 hat.
Oh.
But who paid for the cake?
The cake probably cost about
I did.
$15 itself.
How much was the cake?
It was It was $22.
$22
Well,
for a
look at all the-
Baskin Robbins ice cream cake?
But look at it. It's got all kinds of delicious, like, side things.
Sure does.
What's it supposed to be, though, Colin?
I think it's supposed to be. Yeah. What do you expect?
Isn't it like
you need the
Yule log or
tax for
something?
those Albany idiots limos.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Taking on the
Getting a little
politicians.
political over here, Bobo.
Colin loves politics. Give your take on politics, Bobo.
Yeah, what's going on in the state house?
Colin loves this shit.
What's going on?
Give him your take on the politicians. Go ahead.
I always thought during a presidential election that Fox News was being manipulative.
Manipulative?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought every news channel seemed to be manipulative because they seemed to be. It seemed like the whole time it was like a subliminal message to say everybody watching to vote for Obama.
That sounds like Fox News, all right.
As they setting up to get a cake put on
And they
top
call
of
themselves
it.
fair and
I
balanced.
thought every channel
boy.
was manipulative.
Yeah. What about these politicians? What do you got on them? And the taxes? How many? All the taxes coming out of your pocket there, Bobo.
I think I said this. I pretty
You're
much
eating that?
I pretty much spoke already what that money's going for.
What's that?
That money's going for Patterson's limo.
Oh!
And he probably bumped
Yeah,
it.
why did he drive himself?
He probably bumped his head while trying to enter the limo.
Chip. I mean, Bobo.
and probably the other tax is for his seeing eye dog. Yeah,
I'd rather
exactly.
eat a mucus plug than that cake, by the way. with the fucking nose hairs that Bobo's got.
He spent $22 on it. Have a piece of his cake, will you? Make him feel good.
No. No. Bobo gives me the creeps.
And then probably the other tax, I think he's kind of blind in his head more than his eyes.
Oh, shit.
Or something.
This kid is tough. He tackles the issues.
Does politics.
Believe me, if he had any sense, I wouldn't be paying $5 for what 2 years ago could be a back and forth ride on the subway.
Wow.
That's right.
You know, you really are.
2 years ago, it was, I think it was actually $4, $4.50.
$4.80.
You're actually hitting all the political hot points there,
Exactly,
Bobo.
but pretty soon I'm not going to be surprised if I see a $10 for 2 ways. It's going to be $10. $5 for, I don't know, Patterson's private jet.
Wow. You really are getting on Patterson.
Yeah, well, I think he's just done nothing but fuck up the entire state.
Do you think he's going to win the next election?
I think he knew what he was thinking when he chose not to run for another term.
Oh. What do you think of Cuomo?
Yeah.
Cuomo looks like a tough guy, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. You give him a chance, and then you'll...
That guy looks like he's not going to take any prisoners.
No.
What about Bloomberg here in the city? What do you think of him? Mayor.
It's mixed opinions. I think he could spend a little bit more money
on prostitutes. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, the guy's loaded. The guy's loaded.
Right. Yeah.
So I really think that there's a bit more he could save on us on our taxes.
Yeah. Like give his own money?
Yeah, exactly.
He should pay our taxes.
Yeah.
I think he should buy Colin his own cruising park.
Yeah.
It's right near his mansion.
Yeah, it is. It's right there.
That he doesn't use. We've run out of time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We didn't take a lot of breaks, so we're officially out of time. We're going into Ron.
Well, we ended on a high note with
no cake.
Bobo.
I know. I'm sorry it kind of fell apart there for you.
What do you mean?
No cake. I'm sorry.
Cake and laughter.
I saw you falling asleep. I apologize.
We
really apologize.
We laid out a newspaper if you want to do a cake hat.
We gotta do cake hat.
You want to do cake hat?
Yeah, $30 cap.
If we got time.
$30 cap. He has no time for that.
He says he's not gonna fucking, waste his $30 fucking. All right, no fucking. All right, let's do cake hat.
All right,
cake hat for Bobo's birthday as we end the show here, right? How are we gonna do this, Sam?
Well, we'll just have Bobo pick it up with his hands, and then he'll put it on his head, and then he'll put his Mets cap back on.
That's a $30 hat.
$30 Mets cap. I can't put his ice cream on it.
So just grab your Mets hat in one, so it's near you.
Yeah.
That's why Sam's so good, because he's
don't put it
pitiless.
on.
Don't put it on yet.
He's pitiless.
Okay.
He's like, okay, so just let's go on.
Yeah.
No, out of the box. So take it out of the box.
Out of the box.
Think out of the box.
Anyone can make a hat with a cake in the box.
Right. No, get this cardboard out of the way.
Yeah. We want pure cake. Pure cake on your head. There you go.
It's a little frozen.
Stop, you're spilling it.
It's a little frozen, but...
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
All right, there it is. Look, it just peeled off. That looks delicious. All right, put the cake on your head. Push it down. Push it down real hard. Push it down.
You gotta push it down so you can walk around.
Push the cake down. Oh, no, you're going to give him a concussion.
And that word about showing pictures on the show.
Frozen cake on his head.
Don't move.
What the fuck, man? Opie's taking video. There's cake on his head.
Bobo, come here.
Why is there a cake on your head?
Very good.
Can you walk him down to Scott Green's?
He's got very good posture.
All right.
Yeah, it's helping your posture, definitely.
Stay.
There you go.
It's good posture. The
Like
cake
that.
hasn't moved.
Look there.
Right,
open a charm school.
If the cake falls down, then you
There he goes. He's walking out with cake on his head.
There he goes.
You did a pretty good job.
With E-Rock following him, there'll be no cake left by the time he gets down the hall.
He did a hell of a gig.
Well, that was fantastic. What a day.
That was good.
We're cutting into Ron and Fezzi's time.
A lot got accomplished today.
It really did. I think, what an educational show today.
Unbelievable.
Really was. It's like, are you kidding? How many?
Yeah,
2?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
2 what?
We got more stuff to do.
Two more times for you to tell me to shut up during the commercial break. That killed me. I can't wait to hear that in the background. I'm going to listen to the replay just to hear that in the background.
It was very subtle.
Like, shut up.
I don't know if a lot of people picked up on it, but we certainly did. What are we promoting? We got to go. For real, we got to go.
For real.
You got anything, Colin?
No.
Just hanging? You do have something. What does he promote?
Oh, my
for?
show, but that's not for another month, but...
Oh, all right.
Well, I'm at the Stress Factory.
Yes.
Yeah, no shit,
Friday,
Keith.
Saturday.
That's awesome.
At the Stressy.
Oh, I see.
Keith Robinson at the Stress Factory, Vinny's Club down there in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Tonight through Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Colin's got some stuff coming up. You know what? We'll do it this way. ColinQuinn.com. Go see Colin. All right?
No, let's do it this way. Let's do...
What do you want to do?
Say Rosendale Theater. I'm going May 8th.
Okay. And tickets are show click with an X at the end.
Yeah.
Clicks. Show CLIX.com for tickets.
And then I'm going to do my
Quinn.
big show at Bleecker Street Theater all summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that the one-man show?
Stand-up. It's a one-man thing.
Wow.
Seinfeld's producing it.
That's awesome.
Wow, Jerry Seinfeld? Oh, look at you.
That's cool.
Repayment for Push starting his car outside the fucking cellar. You all remember
I
that
had to
one,
run
Colin?
over here. Yeah, because I had to run over here because this dum-dum... Well, I mean, I was the only one that told. Nobody even knew. I said, Jerry's car.
I've seen you running down the street, too.
I was the one who told all of you.
You pushed it down
And
the
the
street,
next day,
you started,
they're
drove
in the-
off, and didn't even wave to you.
He just took off.
Nobody
Left him
saw
in
it. I told the whole
exhaust
story.
fumes.
But then the sad part was Anthony actually thought it was like a real. He goes, "What's Colin doing?"
Want to take you all? Bobo is back!
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
I think we ought to put him on hiatus for a little while.
Yeah.
No!
You can only have so much of Bobo.
Yeah.
I think 10
That's
minutes
good.
is enough.
All right, Bobo.
Yeah. Nice cake hat.
He had some good political stuff tonight.
He really did.
I think it's the problem is you guys don't miss it. It's just that Chip has kind of tried to usurp what he does.
It really, yeah.
You
Chip
can't have
has-
both of them.
Yeah,
You can't have Chip and Bobo.
No.
You don't need a new hat.
Oh, he needs a new Mets hat.
Oh, my God.
It's a $30 hat.
It's a $30 hat. And the Mets are doing very well now, right, Bobo?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, he's
good.
cleaning out his
I didn't want to hear all his sports break.
brand new hat. He's fucking cleaning
Oh,
cake out of
God.
it.
There's cake all over his
He's not even
hat.
worried about his hair.
That's terrible.
We're just horrible human beings. We suck.
Look at Sam puts it on.
We
As
suck.
Colin said, pitiless. Sam is pitiless.
Colin doesn't need this shit anymore. He's got Jerry Seinfeld fucking producing his shit.
That's nice.
Sam is pitiless.
Yeah. All right, Keith Robinson, Stress Factory, New Brunswick, New Jersey,
pissed off.
tonight, Friday, and Saturday. Go see Keith Robinson. We're out of here, man. Thanks, Colin.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
All right.